Every time I read a tragic novel where the male lead collects 100 disappointments and then leaves for good, I can't help but laugh. Why give a woman so many chances to hurt you like that? A smart man should leave decisively right away, the moment he realizes there's a problem with the relationship. So, when I transmigrated into the body of a female CEO's contract husband, I mostly acted obedient and understanding. So, when the female CEO, to keep me from disturbing her date with her one true love, gave me a black card with no limit, I took the card and ran to a shopping mall over 10 kilometers away from them. I started shopping like crazy. If I can't have a woman's heart, then why not spend the money I get? In an extremely elegant private room of a Western restaurant, Liu Ruyan's phone kept vibrating. She glanced at her phone indifferently, took a slow sip from her wine glass. Chen Yu looked at Inzer. His eyes held both love and restraint. Sister Ruyan, today is your wedding anniversary. What will Mr. Chen Fan think if you do this? I don't care what he thinks. Liu Ruyan's phone vibrated again. This time, she picked it up and looked. Your account ending in 3,456 has been charged 18,888 RMB. Your account ending in 3,456 has been charged 200,000 RMB. Married for 2 years, this is the first time I've used her card. Liu Ruyan swiped her finger across the screen. A cold smirk appeared on her lips. Her eyes were filled with hidden meaning. Chen Yu bit his lower lip. Sister Ruyan, maybe you should go home. Before Liu Ruyan could say anything, another message arrived. Your account ending in 3,456 has been charged 288,888 RMB. Your account ending in 3,456 has been charged 588,888 RMB. This is the first time I've ever felt the joy of shopping without looking at the price. Enjoying service fit for a king. My desire to shop, suppressed for over 20 years, became uncontrollable. Clothes, watches, computers, models, jewelry. I couldn't buy enough. It was never enough. Liu Ruyan's phone would vibrate every now and then. She stopped looking at it. It was just that the atmosphere at the dinner table was noticeably silent and suffocating. After finishing the meal, her phone had vibrated 7 or 8 times. She only looked at it after paying the bill. Just as she was about to put her phone away, Bai Ningbing called her. Are you Yan? I have some news about your husband. I don't know if I should tell you. Through the screen, Liu Ruyan could still sense Bai Ningbing's smile. She frowned coldly. If you have something to say, spit it out. Bai Ningbing couldn't help but laugh out loud. I just saw your husband at the club. He called for 7 girls at once. If you don't come quickly, I am afraid you're about to be cuckolded. Chen Fan went to a club and called for 7 girls? How is that possible? Liu Ruyan didn't believe it. She laughed angrily. Are you blind? Don't get me started. Your husband is dressed so sharply today. I almost didn't recognize him. Bai Ningbing sent her a picture. In the photo, a man wore an exquisitely tailored dark suit, accentuating his tall figure with broad shoulders and a slim waist. The handmade leather shoes on his feet were gleaming. Just the sight of his back was enough to make one imagine an extraordinarily handsome appearance and an outstanding aura. How could Bai Ningbing recognize this as your husband? Liu Ruyan once again thought she must be blind. This is my husband? How is that possible? Sister Ruyan, maybe you should go home. I can watch the movie by myself. Liu Ruyan put her phone away, unfazed as she went to watch the movie with Chen Yu. Chen Yu posted on social media, celebrating the premiere of his first movie. 20 minutes later, Liu Ruyan received a spending notification from her bank card. I had deposited 1 million RMB into the Royal Entertainment Club. She couldn't sit still any longer. In the club's private room, the lights were dazzling. The singing and dancing were lively. I leaned back on the sofa, enjoying myself, sipping a bottle of wine worth hundreds of thousands of RMB. 7 girls with perfect figures were attentively serving me. One was helping me treat the nearly healed wound on my forehead. One sat on the sofa, placing my feet on her lap, and massaged my stiff muscles. One behind me was massaging my shoulders. One was peeling fruit for me. The rest were singing and dancing. This service was truly heaven on earth. This was a scene I had dreamed of countless times. I was more than satisfied. So, when the manager made an offer, I waved my hand generously and used Liu Ruyan's card to deposit 1 million RMB. Liu Ruyan pushed open the private room door, only to see me feeling a girl's abs, unable to let go. It was as if I'd never seen a woman before. Feels good. How long have you been training these? I have them too. Do you want to feel? I have them too. The beautiful girls competed to show off their figures. I stared until my nose started bleeding. The The life of the rich is so damn good. Just as I was about to feel a little more, a loud bang echoed. Then came a cold shout. All of you, get out. I didn't expect Liu Ruyan to come. My good time was interrupted. I reluctantly pinched the young girl's waist and said, "You girls go out first. I'll call for you when I am free." Liu Ruyan's face darkened, like the sky before a storm. Soon, only the two of us were left in the private room. I leaned against the sofa, sizing her up. Truly worthy of being the woman the original owner fell in love with at first sight. That face, instantly, made those female models pale in comparison. Her cold phoenix eyes, a high, straight nose, exquisite and vivid features with sharp contours, like God's most prized masterpiece. A well-tailored white suit perfectly accentuated her sexy curves, a waist too slender to be encircled by one hand. The collar was slightly open, revealing her delicate and graceful collarbones. Her skin was dazzlingly white under the lights. With her hands on her hips, just standing there, she exuded a scorching charm that made people crave her if she were a female model. TSK, I couldn't help but imagine her as a female model. Just then, I heard her angry voice. "Using my money to cheat on me here, Chen Fan. Do you really think I wouldn't dare to do anything to you?" Liu Ruyan glared at me with a dark expression, unable to resist sizing me up for the first time. My whole body exuded an air of asceticism and nobility, like an elegant but dangerous cheetah, a Chen Fan she had never seen before. I was blatantly checking her out like a regular at a club, showing no panic at being caught red-handed, completely different from the man who was consumed by mad jealousy just 2 hours ago. It was like they were two different people. I said confidently, "Your money? We're husband and wife. Isn't your money my money? You can spend money to wine and dine your one true love. So why can't I spend money to hire some company? When you were having a romantic dinner and watching a movie with Chen Yu, I didn't even say you were cheating on me. I didn't bother you. Just found a few people to relax with, and yet you storm in here aggressively. Doing this not only makes you lose your composure. If Chen Yu saw this, he might think you like me and are heartbroken with jealousy." I wasn't afraid of her at all. The book repeatedly described her disgust for the original owner, to the point where even a single touch was repulsive. In short, she was allergic to the original owner's touch. Making a move on her would be like self-destruction. Liu Ruyan was so angry she laughed. She reached out and pinched my chin. Her tone was sarcastic and cold, as if she had seen through everything. "Stop pretending. You deliberately used my card and caused such a big scene. Wasn't it just to make me come here?" I looked up at her. My palm gently rested on her stomach, through the thin fabric, tracing the line of her abs, as I caressed her and asked, "So you left Chen Yu to come here. Does that mean that in your heart, I am more important than Chen Yu?" Liu Ruyan's expression instantly darkened several shades. She gripped my wrist tightly, the force in her hand increasing. "I've said it before. Don't push your luck. You're too delusional. This is the last time. If I ever see you again using my husband's name to do things that damage my reputation, then your position is finished." After speaking, she disgustedly flung my hand away and took a tissue from the side to wipe her hand. Just as it was written in the book, she was repulsed by any physical contact with me. I almost burst out laughing. Rubbing my chin, I sat back on the sofa. I crossed my legs, looked up at her, and said nonchalantly, "You won't even let me sleep with you. I've long been tired of this husband position. If you throw a divorce agreement at me right now, if I hesitate for even a second, I am a dog." Liu Ruyan froze. She glanced at me. A smile slowly spread across her lips. She asked, "Divorce? Are you sure? You went to so much trouble to marry me back then. Just now, you acted like you craved me so much. And now you say you want a divorce? What a joke." My gaze lingered on her face for a moment, then moved down, carrying a hint of wildness and shamelessness. I gave her the choice. I opened my mouth and said, "Either let me sleep with you, or we get a divorce." Liu Ruyan's face immediately darkened. She called her assistant right in front of me and said, "Draft a divorce agreement. Bring it to the house tomorrow morning." The original owner was madly in love. Even without her love, he refused to get a divorce, insisting on forcing it. In the end, he ended up with his family destroyed. There are thousands of women in this world. Why should I hang myself on this one crooked tree? I picked up the unfinished glass of wine next to me and drank it all without wasting a drop. Putting the glass down, I stood up. In a tone that suggested she'd be missing out if she didn't sleep with me, I said, "You made your choice. Don't regret it." Liu Ruyan laughed. She was even more certain that I was drunk and acting strangely, daring to confront her. On the way back, neither of us said a word. We got home in her car. I went straight upstairs to my room. The image of me tonight flashed in Liu Ruyan's mind. The me who wanted to divorce her. She let out a cold laugh. She wanted to see what I would do tomorrow when the divorce agreement was in front of me. How would I react? Walking past my room door, she heard my voice coming from inside. She stopped. I was yelling. Today is a good day. All wishes come true. Tomorrow is another good day. Precious time waits for no one. I want to fly to the sky, shoulder to shoulder with the sun. The world is waiting for me to change it, the dreams I want to achieve. I am never afraid of others seeing them. Here, I can achieve them all. Liu Ruyan heard me screaming like a wailing ghost in my drunkenness. She squatted down, intending to stop me, but when she turned the doorknob, she found I had locked it from the inside. The man who usually tried every trick to seduce her when he got home, wanting to sleep with her, had locked the door from the inside. I continued to yell. I believe I am me. I believe in tomorrow. I believe youth has no horizon on the sunset shore. Seeing how drunk I was, Liu Ruyan finally turned and left. The room I was in was the master bedroom. Because Liu Ruyan refused to sleep with the original owner, she had chosen to sleep in the guest room. Now, this place had become the original owner's private room. I looked at the spacious and luxurious room. While touching the luxury items in the closet, I sang happily. I even took a bath in the large tub that could fit two people, soaking and relaxing, wearing silk pajamas that were so soft they felt amazing. I lay on the big, soft, and comfortable bed. I couldn't sleep. I absolutely couldn't sleep. It felt like a dream, too good to be true. The next morning, Liu Ruyan woke up. On the dining table, there was no breakfast prepared as usual, nor was I there. Looking at her with expectant eyes, she glanced at my room door, unable to hold back a smirk. As expected, this man has sobered up. He's scared and wants to hide in his shell. Remembering my fierce determination to divorce her last night, she sneered, tossed the divorce agreement onto the coffee table, and left for the company. I had never slept on such a comfortable bed before, so I slept soundly until I naturally woke up at noon. Seeing that I was still in the luxurious room, I confirmed that I had indeed transmigrated into the book. I reviewed the plot once more. In the book, their marriage didn't last more than 3 years. In other words, in less than a year, Liu Ruyan would bankrupt the Chen family and leave me with nothing. In the book, the description of the business war was brief, without many details. I didn't know what schemes Liu Ruyan used, but the life of the rich is this good. No matter what, I couldn't let my family go bankrupt. I woke up, got ready, and went downstairs. Seeing the divorce agreement on the coffee table, I immediately picked up a pen and signed it. Hesitating for even a second would feel disrespectful to the divorce. After signing, I took Liu Ruyan's card out of my pocket and placed it on the divorce agreement. Then I took the original owner's important belongings and went back to the Chen family home. Forget being some evil male supporting character. I am going back to being my own young master. When my mother saw her son return, she immediately put down the fresh flowers and scissors in her hands and ran out to greet me. She asked, Xiao Fan, why are you back at this time? Did Liu Ruyan bully you again? I replied, no. My mother asked, really? She held my hand, somewhat unconvinced. Usually at this time, I should be busy bringing lunch to Liu Ruyan. How could I have thought of them? My mother continued. Then why didn't you call before coming back? I could have had the maids prepare your favorite dishes. Every gesture radiated joy at seeing her son. I looked at my mother, feeling a pang in my heart. When I was alive, what I had always wanted but never had. I never expected it to be given to me this way after death. My mother smiled and said, call your father and tell him to come home for lunch. I couldn't stop her in time. Her call had already gone through. Taking the opportunity, I looked around the house. The more I looked, the better my mood became. My mother ended the call and pulled me aside to ask after me caringly. It was clear that after the original owner and Liu Ruyan got married, she had always been worried that I wasn't happy. She comforted me, Xiao Fan, you must tell your father and me if anything is wrong. Your parents will always be your support and shield. I remembered how I used to be bullied by my classmates at school. I'd come home and tell my parents, but they didn't care at all. They even scolded me. They said there were so many students, so why did they only bully me and not others? From then on, when I was bullied at school, I never dared to tell them again. Looking at the beautiful and warm mother before me, I was determined in my heart that I must change their tragic fate. I said firmly, Mom, I am sorry for making you and Dad worry all these years. It will never happen again. Hearing her son's words, my mother's eyes immediately reddened. Ever since her son got married, he came home less and less often. Even when he did, it was always because of Liu Ruyan. At first, she said a forced marriage wouldn't be happy, but her son insisted on marrying her. He was their only son. He had almost died when he was young. They always cherished him in the palm of their hands. I wanted to get married, so they indulged me. After the wedding, seeing I was unhappy, seeing my pride and brilliance gradually fade, seeing that my world seemed to revolve only around Liu Ruyan, and that I was losing my sense of right and wrong. As a mother, she saw it all, and her heart ached. Every time I came home to complain about the grievances Liu Ruyan caused, she would toss and turn all night, unable to sleep. She had truly worried herself sick. My mother said with a trembling voice, "I just want you to live." Well, I reached out and wiped her tears. I smiled and said to her, "Why are you crying? Look, aren't I doing great now?" My mother looked at her son. She felt that I had changed. This time I came back, changed a lot, as if he had returned to how he was a long time ago. When the meal was ready, my father came home. He brought Chu Yu Yu with him. Chu Yu Yu was the daughter of my father's good friend. She was 3 years older than the original owner. After her parents passed away, Yu Yu always lived with her grandmother. It's hard for the elderly to raise a child, so the Chen family treated her like a daughter and took care of her, always supporting Yu Yu in her life and studies, until she graduated from college. During college, she worked part-time at the Chen Group. After graduating, she became my father's right-hand woman. I stole a glance at Yu Yu and caught her looking over. In the book, the original owner always saw Yu Yu as an older sister. When he was pursuing Liu Ruyan, he often vented to her about how much he liked Liu Ruyan, asking her for advice and schemes. Yu Yu acted just like an older sister in front of the original owner, exactly like an older sister. She doted on, protected, and helped me, never crossing the line. Even the readers didn't think much of it, until they learned that Liu Ruyan and the original owner were divorcing. She went to find the original owner, and saw the scene of my car accident. Yu Yu tremblingly held the original owner. She looked at the original owner, covered in blood, her eyes turning red. She kept wiping the blood from the corner of the original owner's mouth. With red eyes, she said, "Xiao Fan, I regret it. I regret not stopping you from marrying her back then." The deep affection in her eyes was like a mist that wouldn't dissipate. In that moment, You didn't want to hide it anymore. She wanted the original owner to know that she liked him, had liked him for many years. You desperately tried to hold on to the original owner, but no matter how she tried, she couldn't. She could only watch as his life slipped away bit by bit before her eyes. This was the only time in the book her feelings for me were described. It was also Yu Yu's most climactic moment in the book. It surprised the readers. Surprised, heartbroken, and regretful. At that moment, I, too, both loved and hated this character. My mother greeted her. "Yu, you're here too." The original owner didn't know that Chu Yu liked him. I decided to pretend not to know for now. Seeing my mother greet her, I greeted her as well. Sister Yu was also wearing a white suit. On Liu Ruyan, it looked cold and noble, creating an unapproachable distance. But on Chu Yu, it looked elegant and gentle, giving off the friendly vibe of a well-bred young lady. She looked at me, her words carrying a hint of indulgence. "That's a nice outfit." I smiled and said, "It shows my taste has improved recently." The original owner was very insecure in front of Liu Ruyan, but he was always confident in front of Chu Yu, because Yu had given the original owner all her love. I tried my best to act the part, but I felt I could only imitate it about 80%. The other 20% was because I knew she secretly loved me, so I felt a little unnatural. Chu Yu smiled. She changed the subject, saying, "Aren't you busy bringing her lunch every day? How could she?" "You're back for lunch?" I fidgeted with my hands, saying that in this scorching weather, she felt bad that I had to go through the trouble of bringing her lunch. She told me not to bring it anymore. As soon as these words were out, not only Chu Yu, but also my father and mother, all looked at me. They clearly didn't believe it. As expected, the people who care about me the most don't believe Liu Ruyan would be good to me. Only the original owner believed that. I changed the subject and asked how the company was doing lately. Chu Yu replied nonchalantly, "Pretty good." I asked again, "What do you mean by pretty good?" Chu Yu couldn't help but glance at me. She said they were currently in talks for several major projects. If they succeed, the company could reach a new level, taking on several major projects. At that point, the cash flow won't be able to keep up. The capital chain will break, and the Liu family will just stand by and watch. Could this be Liu Ruyan's strategy? I interrupted. Those several major projects, can the company handle them? I think the current market environment isn't very good. The most important thing for the company is stability. We must ensure there's enough cash flow to deal with any potential risks the company might face. It's hard to be direct. I can only give a hint indirectly. A probing look appeared in Chu Yu's eyes. She asked when I had become so interested in company matters. The original owner never cared about the companies. affairs, I suddenly realized, and said that after spending so much time at Liu Ruyan's company, he'd been influenced a little. Chu Yu fell silent. I glanced at her. I still couldn't help but remind her about the projects again. You and Dad must consider it carefully, especially the potential risks the projects might bring, and whether we can handle them. Chu Yu looked at me, trying to read something from my face. She asked, "Did you hear something from Liu Ruyan? So you want us to give up on the competition and hand the projects over to her?" The original owner was a love-struck fool. He had forced his family to help the Liu Corporation many times before, suddenly wanting to stop them from taking on projects. It was normal for Chu Yu to think that way. I explained, "No. It's just that I've been having a dream recently. I dreamt that our family's company went bankrupt." Worried, Chu Yu looked at me, saying nothing, but she clearly didn't believe me. After hesitating for a while, I glanced at my parents not far away. I leaned closer to her and whispered, "Actually, I overheard Liu Ruyan saying she wants to harm the Chen family." Then I saw Chu Yu's earlobes turn red. I didn't expect I could flirt with her like that. I pretended not to see it, embarrassed. I lowered my voice to explain. "I am afraid Mom and Dad couldn't handle it, so I didn't dare tell them. As for company matters, I don't understand them, so I can only entrust this to you." Chu Yu rested her elbow on the back of the sofa. She casually pinched her earlobe and looked at me, asking, "What about you? What's your plan?" Before I could speak, Mom came over and called us to eat. I looked at the table full of delicacies. I was in a great mood. Mom put food on my plate. "Eat more," she said. "You've gotten thinner recently." I looked at the table full of delicious food and swallowed. "It's been so long since I've had a home-cooked meal," I said. "I got thin from hunger. Let me stay home for a few days, and it'll definitely fatten up again." Hearing me say that, Mom kept putting food on my plate. "You want to eat home-cooked meals? From now on, I'll have someone deliver them to you every day," I explained. "There's no need, Mom. From now on, I'll be staying home." Immediately, Mom, Dad, and Chu Yu all stopped what they were doing and looked at me. I stopped as well. I looked at them very seriously and said, "Mom, Dad, I'm planning to divorce Liu Ruyan. I used to think that as long as I tried, I could make her fall in love with me, but now I know you can't force feelings. I don't want to love her anymore. Now I just want to come home and be with you." I spoke very decisively, without a hint of sadness or regret. How deep the original owner's feelings for Liu Ruyan was deeply ingrained in the eyes of the Chen family. Mom and Dad looked at me. They didn't believe I could just let go like that. They thought I was just throwing a tantrum and would quickly change my mind. I continued, "Why aren't you saying anything? Don't tell me you're tired of me and don't want me to come home and freeload." My mother snapped out of it and placed my favorite dish into my bowl, saying happily, "How could that be? You can come home and live with me." I couldn't be happier. Dad picked up his phone and transferred another 10 million yuan to my card. He said, "If you want to come home, then come home. Dad can support you for 10 lifetimes. Parents who love you and parents who don't love you are truly different." My eyes grew a little misty. I said, "Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. From now on, I'll only love you too." In the novel, after the Chen family went bankrupt, Dad couldn't bear that his daughter-in-law was the mastermind behind it all. His high blood pressure caused a cerebral hemorrhage. He fell into a coma and became a vegetable. Mom couldn't handle the shock of her husband becoming a vegetable and her son passing away. She fell into depression and eventually committed suicide. I have to change all of this. I also put food on their plates. I was about to put down my chopsticks when I realized Chu Yu was looking at me. Her face held a hint of jealousy, as if competing for parental affection. She spoke up. "Where's mine?" I glanced at her and gave her a piece of meat, a fatty piece that she hated the most. Liu Corporation. Li Wan-an walked into the CEO's office with a document. He asked, "CEO Liu, did Mr. Chen not bring lunch today?" Liu Ruyan raised her wrist to check the time. "Usually, I would have brought her lunch by now. I am afraid she'll divorce me. I don't even dare to bring her lunch anymore." She looked up and glanced at Wan, and indifferently, "What? Have you gotten addicted to it?" she asked. "Do you need me to call and ask for you?" Wan quickly said, "No need. No need. I was just asking casually." Every time Mr. Chen brought lunch, it ended up in his stomach. He had gotten used to it after eating it for so long. This was the first time Mr. Chen didn't bring lunch. He was truly very curious. He couldn't help but ask. Seeing that the CEO was unhappy, he quickly took the signed document and left. Liu Ruyan rarely had a day where I didn't bother her. After finishing her work, the image of me demanding a divorce last night appeared in her mind. The corner of her lips curled up, then she went straight to the club. As soon as she entered the private room, she saw several people looking at her. She sat down on the sofa and looked at them. They kept staring at her. Her expression darkened. "What are you all staring at me for? Are you crazy?" Bei Ningbing came over. She asked probingly. "Chen Fan, why isn't he following you anymore?" Liu Ruyan shot them a cold glance. "Weren't you the ones who hated him following me around the most? Now that he's not here, isn't that what you wanted? Don't be so pathetic." Wang Keacn, after observing her expression, poured her a glass of wine. "We're mainly worried about you," she said. "We're afraid others might not take you seriously anymore." As Liu Ruyan's best friends, they knew better than anyone else that wherever Liu Ruyan was, I would follow. I would absolutely not go to a club to find female models, let alone leave her alone to go on a trip to Sanya. It seemed I truly didn't value her anymore. Liu Ruyan looked at the similar expressions on everyone's faces. Looking at her, her face had already darkened. "If your eyes are that useless, then just donate them," Bai Ningbing mediated. "As long as you don't mind him, it's fine. Come on, everyone. Let's toast." Congratulations to Ru Yan for temporarily escaping her misery. Liu Ru Yan raised her wine glass and drank. She completely missed the key point in their words. It wasn't until after drinking for a while that Wang Keishin said while holding her phone, "Ru Yan, although Chen Fan forcing you into marriage back then hurt your dignity as a woman, his looks are more than enough to match yours. How could you not touch him at all for 2 years? Before, when my eyes were only for Liu Ru Yan, I had the WeChat of all her friends. Therefore, they could all see my moments. In the past, my moments were filled with posts related to Liu Ru Yan, either showing off our love, declaring my claim, or short essays expressing my love for her. Because I knew Liu Ru Yan had blocked my moments when I posted something, they would often post it in their group chat to tease her. But just 2 hours ago, they discovered that I had deleted everything related to Liu Ru Yan from my moments. Then I posted something from Sanya with the caption, "The one who loves me most, enjoying the most beautiful scenery." Moments like these are wonderful. Liu Ru Yan saw everyone looking at their phones. She casually glanced over and saw a photo of me smiling happily by the sea. Ju Ru spoke up. "I feel like he's changed so much," Bei Ningbing teased. "He looks quite cute like this, doesn't he?" Wang Keicin clicked her tongue and said, "This is probably what it looks like when you stop loving someone." Bang! Liu Ru Yan slammed the wine glass in her hand onto the coffee table. She looked at them coldly. Her face dark, she said, "Are you all sick? We're out to have fun. Yet every single one of you is glued to your phone talking about Chen Fan." Liu Ruyan slammed the door and walked out. She got into her car, took out her phone, opened WeChat, and scrolled through my moments. Only then did she realize I had gone to Sanya. In the photo, my eyes were filled with a smile, as if light was pouring out of them. Whether it was my tilted face looking up, or my posture facing the camera, every gesture exuded happiness. Is this me, the old me, whose eyes were filled with either love for her, or anger towards others, as Mr. Liu? I was prone to suspicion, prone to insane jealousy, and prone to causing trouble for no reason. A person can't change so drastically all of a sudden. Liu Ru Yan absolutely did not believe that the me in the photo was the real me. Others might not know, but she knew. I was avoiding the divorce. Posting my photos on Moments was just a way to win her over. But even though she knew my purpose, she was still captivated by these unusual photos. This was my first time traveling to Sanya in my life. It was also the place I wanted to visit most when I was alive. The cool breeze, a sumptuous seafood feast, red wine with mom by my side, eating while watching the night view of the sea. It gave me only one feeling: this world is so beautiful. When I was alive, I never had enough money. I basically never had the chance to experience a life like this. There was nothing worth recording. But now, I feel there are so many beautiful things worth recording. For example, delicious food. For example, a mother's love. For example, special experiences. The next morning, I wanted to go diving. Mom immediately hired a private instructor for me to take me diving, enjoying the wonderful feeling of gliding through coral reefs and playing with the surrounding schools of fish. Relaxing and joyful. The sea and sky were very blue. The water was very clear. The wind was just right. At night, after taking a shower and lying down, I saw that the original owner's old informant had sent me hot news about Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu. At a glance, they were in the same frame, but there were no romance rumors. I was getting anxious for them. I was about to tell him that I didn't want to know anything related to Liu Ruyan anymore. Chu Yu video called me. "Are you having fun?" I answered directly. Very fun. Chu Yu had also just finished showering. She was still drying her hair with a towel. Because she had just showered, her eyes had an added depth. Her skin looked even clearer and smoother. The color of her lips was also a fresh pinkish red. My lecherous heart almost couldn't hold back. Chu Yu continued, I want to go too. I said, work hard. Oh right. What I said last time wasn't a joke. It's true. The Liu Corporation will turn on the Chen Corporation. You have to be on your guard. The whole company is counting on you. Chu Yu stopped what she was doing. She looked at me and asked, aren't you afraid that I am like Liu Ruyan, that I also have designs on the company? I said firmly, I am not afraid. I trust you. Chu Yu looked at me, her dark eyes warming slightly. I didn't expect these words could also flirt with her. I hurriedly ended the conversation. All right. It's getting late. I have to sleep. You should go to bed early too. Chu Yu replied, remember to bring me back a gift. I thought about her deep feelings. Having secretly loved the original owner for many years, I decided I would still indulge her small request. The next morning, Liu Ruyan woke up. She opened her phone. The hot news was still there. I hadn't looked for her. No one from Chen Yu's side had contacted her either. She couldn't help but open my moments again, only to see that I had updated my status 5 minutes ago. I was driving a rented electric car in the tourist area, driving my mom around in the video. In the morning light, under the deep blue sky, I was laughing heartily, as lively as the embodiment of joy, making all the beautiful scenery along the way pale in comparison. I had time to post on moments. There's no way I didn't see the hot news, yet I didn't come back, and I even seemed happier. Liu Ruyan was so angry she laughed. She threw her phone aside. This time, I really had some nerve. She wanted to see how long I could keep it up. Her schedule for the day was packed. When she returned to the hotel at night, she was so tired she collapsed onto the sofa. Looking at the warm lights, the image of me happily driving the electric car flashed through her mind. She took out her phone to check my moments, and saw that a few hours ago, I had updated my status again. The status read, only mom is the best in the world. In the 9-square grid of photos, I was either eating all kinds of specialty snacks or showing off the small toys I had bought. In the middle was a photo of me and mom together. I had just mentioned divorce, and mom was already afraid I'd be sad at home thinking about the past. She immediately took me on a trip to cheer me up. Mom was by my side the entire journey. She would take photos for me. Whenever she saw any delicious food or nice things, she wanted to buy them for me. She wanted me to taste all the delicious food. She wanted to give me all the best things. A mother like that is the best mother in the world. I just wanted to show off, but I didn't expect to make others jealous. In the comments section, my father commented, am I not good? I replied, you're good too. It's just that mom bought all these things for me. Chu Yu asked, am I not good? I replied, you're good. You're the best person in the world. That feeling of tightness in her chest was still there. 3 days. I hadn't looked for her in 3 days. No contact. And I was getting happier and happier. Seeing me so happy, Liu Ruyan felt uneasy inside. It was as unpleasant as swallowing a dead fly. Just then, her phone rang. I had sent her a message. The anger in her chest suddenly vanished. This man finally couldn't hold it in anymore. For the first time, with a bit of anticipation, she opened the chat with me. I asked directly, the divorce papers have been signed for days. Shouldn't we go process them? Liu Ruyan stared at these words. Her hand trembled. The hand gripping the phone tightened and tightened again. A long time later, she drove home. The house where, no matter when she came back, the lights were always on, was now pitch black. Only the lonely streetlights outside were operating as usual. She turned on the hall light and stepped inside. The house was empty. The figure that always waited for her return was gone. On the coffee table, the divorce papers lay with her card. She picked up the divorce papers and opened them. The 2 handwritten words Chen Fan were particularly striking. The paper in her hand crumpled. The emotions in her eyes fluctuated erratically. The man who was jealous over her just days ago actually wanted to divorce her. How could that be? Liu Ruyan couldn't believe it and let out a cold laugh. Mother Chen Jialai took out the local specialties from a large bag. She shared them with the house helpers. Xiao Fan said these were delicious, so I brought them back for everyone to try. Everyone received the specialties and thanked her happily. The joy of sharing spread throughout the house. Father Chen was drinking tea after the meal. Chu Yu was on a business call. Although the house was big, it wasn't cold at all. It was warm and wonderful. I looked at my phone. Liu Ruyan still hadn't replied to my message. I thought I would call her later. Chu Yu sat down next to me. Where's my gift? I looked up and met her warm gaze, which held a hint of anticipation. I stood up and took out 2 small night lights from my suitcase. One was made from a conch shell, The other was made from a seashell. They were shells. I picked myself, and then handcrafted at a craft stall. Which one do you want? Chu Yu looked at both of them. Who's the other one for? I didn't expose her little thoughts. It's for you. Chu Yu smiled. She picked up the conch shell nightlight, looking at it over and over. Mom finished handing out gifts and saw the nightlight in her hand, so she casually remarked, Xiao Fan made that himself. Hearing this, Chu Yu immediately looked up straight at me. The unexpected joy in her eyes was almost impossible to hide. You made this? The original owner had only ever handmade things for Liu Ruyan. She had secretly loved the original owner for many years. This was the first time she received a handmade gift from me. Her joy was imaginable. I glanced at her coldly. What? You don't like it? If you don't, give it back. I don't dislike it. Chu Yu looked at me. I don't know if it was because I knew she secretly loved the original owner, but when she looked at me like that, I felt it contained a deep, suppressed love. It almost made me unable to resist the charm of this beauty. I stood up with my phone. I am tired. I am going back to my room to rest first. Back in my room, I found that Liu Ruyan had replied to my message. Tomorrow morning at 9, Civil Affairs Bureau. In the book, Liu Ruyan caused the Chen family to go bankrupt, forced me to divorce her, and leave with nothing. Now they were divorcing early. Did this signal that the Chen family's fate of bankruptcy could also be changed? I was in a very good mood. I was afraid I'd oversleep. After showering, I even set an alarm. The next day, I woke up before the alarm even went off, thinking about regaining my freedom soon. I even intentionally spruced myself up a bit. When I went downstairs, Father Chen had already finished breakfast and gone to work at the company. Mom was trimming the flowers she had picked from the backyard. Seeing me, she called me over for breakfast. I was in a hurry. I made an excuse and left in a rush. I planned to go home and give them a surprise after the divorce was finalized. Arriving at the Civil Affairs Bureau, I took out my phone and called Liu Ruyan. I am at the Civil Affairs Bureau. When will you be here? Right there. Liu Ruyan said. Right there. I waited under a tree until 9:30. I cursed her 18 generations of ancestors. Only then did I see Liu Ruyan's car arrive. I walked over impatiently to meet her. Liu Ruyan looked at me through the car window. I walked towards her, bathed in sunlight. As if I were glowing, it seemed like light was dancing in my clear eyes, making everything around me seem to fade. I stopped in front of the car. I knocked on the car window, and only then did Liu Ruyan lower her gaze. She opened the car door. Stepping out of the car, our eyes met. There was no sign of her in my eyes, nor was there any trace of sadness, only a happy smile, carrying a hint of unfamiliarity. It wasn't what Ruyan had expected. I just gave her an indifferent glance. Let's go. After saying that, I turned and walked towards the entrance of the Civil Affairs Bureau. My steps were light and swift, exuding an air of impatience, waiting for this moment. Only then did Liu Ruyan confirm it. I really wanted a divorce. Ruyan watched my retreating back. The memory of being forced into marriage years ago surfaced in her mind. Even though it had been over 2 years, it was still as clear as yesterday. Being forced to marry me was a humiliation for her. From the moment they married, Ruyan had thought about the day she would wash away this humiliation. That day had not yet come, and I already wanted a divorce. I took a few steps, and saw she was still standing in the same spot. I frowned, and walked back. What's wrong? I looked at Ruyan, who remained silent. A bad premonition suddenly arose in my heart. Don't tell me you didn't bring the documents. You came to get a divorce, and you didn't bring the documents. I tried my best to hold it in, then hurry up and call someone to bring them. Liu Ruyan just stared at me coldly without saying a word. Make the call. Why are you looking at me? Only then did Liu Ruyan lower her gaze. She slowly raised her wrist to look at her watch, finally gracing me with her precious words. I have a meeting at 10. The divorce can wait. We're already here. Why make another trip? Postpone the meeting for a bit. It won't be too late to have the meeting after we finish the paperwork. It was so hard to get here. There are too many variables next time. I don't want to wait. The reason I said that is because in the book, she often postponed meetings for Chen Yu. It shows the meetings aren't that important, but I didn't expect that as soon as I finished speaking, Liu Ruyan's expression changed as she looked at me, as if I had committed an unforgivable crime. Her face was so cold it could freeze someone. Chen Fan, do you think that your business is always the most important thing? The livelihoods of tens of thousands of employees are less important than your divorce. You think too highly of yourself. I was stunned for 2 seconds by her tirade. This two-faced bitch. It's fine when Chen Yu tells her to postpone a meeting, but when I tell her to postpone one, it suddenly affects the livelihoods of tens of thousands of employees. Besides, Is the divorce her business alone? Liu Ruyan didn't give me any time to react at all. She stormed off right after yelling at me. We were supposed to be getting a divorce, but she didn't bring the documents and was late. I am clearly the one who should be angry, but Ruyan was the one with a dark face, slamming the car door and leaving. I was so angry, I wanted to curse. I had already thought of the post to celebrate my single status on my social media. It even figured out where to party tonight. But in the end, the divorce didn't happen. I went to the supermarket and bought a bunch of snacks. Then I went to the Liu Corporation. When Liu Ruyan returned from her meeting, she saw me sitting on the sofa in her office, playing a game, with a spicy stick hanging out of my mouth. The whole office reeked of the spicy smell. On the coffee table was a pile of snacks, potato chips, chicken feet, spicy sticks, all things she would never eat. Liu Ruyan frowned in disgust. What are you doing here? I was eating a spicy stick, looking at my phone. Without looking up, I said, I came to wait for you. Liu Ruyan stopped in her tracks. Wait for me for what? Eating junk food, playing games, without the burden of a rich young master's image. This version of me was so unfamiliar. Only then did I stop what I was doing. I looked up at her. Didn't we fail to finalize the divorce this morning? I know you're busy, so I am waiting for you here. When you're done, we can go again. Liu Ruyan looked at me coldly. A feeling of discomfort welled up inside her. I am not free at all today. I glanced at Ruyan, and then glanced at her again, half believing, half doubting. Then when are you free? I'll contact you when I am free. Liu Ruyan picked up a document beside her. I felt that she was already regretting it. A dignified CEO with assets worth trillions. How could Ruyan not find the time if she wanted a divorce? But why would she regret it? Ruyan hated the original owner so much. Isn't divorce a form of liberation? Hasn't she tormented me enough? Although in the book, the female lead didn't say it outright, but her attitude towards the original owner clearly carried a sense of revenge for being forced into marriage by him. The more he wanted her love, the more Ruyan made him taste the pain of unrequited love. Now that I want a divorce, does she want me to experience the pain of wanting a divorce, but not being able to get one? I stood up angrily. Liu Ruyan, are you saying you don't want to get divorced? I'll give you 3 days. In 3 days, if you don't go through with the divorce proceedings with me, I will sue for divorce. I wasn't negotiating with her. It was an announcement. After speaking, I picked up my snacks and prepared to leave. Just then, Chen Yu pushed open the office door and walked in. He saw me. Fear immediately appeared in his eyes. He wanted to retreat. Did I come at a bad time? I immediately called him back. No, you came at the perfect time. The novel's male lead looked clean and handsome. His figure was a bit slender, making others feel the urge to protect him at first glance. He was a character with a tragic family background. His father was a gambling addict. His mother was in poor health. When he was in high school, his father couldn't pay his high-interest debts. It got to the point where he wanted to sell him. Liu Ruyan saved Chen Yu. He wanted to enter the entertainment industry, so Liu Ruyan signed him to her company, turning Chen Yu into a sought-after rising star. As the male lead in the book, Chen Yu worked hard. He had liked Liu Ruyan since the moment she saved him, but he always felt he wasn't good enough for her. He didn't dare to confess. He wanted to work hard to become more outstanding, to become worthy of, to her. After Liu Ruyan was forced to marry, although he loved Liu Ruyan in his heart, he stuck to the principle of not being the third party. He maintained a friendly distance from her, and the novel was mostly from the perspectives of the male lead and the original owner. The female lead's love for the male lead was depicted through events. The part I read hadn't reached a confession scene yet. Therefore, the main character's quiet, unrequited love received immense sympathy and anticipation from readers. As for the original owner, this villainous supporting male character, people urged for him to be killed off every day. I just finished talking about the divorce with Ruyan. She doesn't have time to do the paperwork today. I was just about to leave. I glanced at Liu Ruyan, then glanced at Chen Yu. I left very quickly. The smile on my face was genuine. You two have things to discuss, so take your time. I won't disturb you anymore. Walking past Chen Yu, I clearly felt Chen Yu flinch away slightly. It's no wonder Chen Yu is afraid of me. The original owner always saw him as trash, trying to ruin his marriage. He'd teach Chen Yu a lesson every time he saw him. Truly a villainous supporting male character. To clear my own name, I walked out of the office, and even thoughtfully closed the door carefully behind me. Chen Yu's eyes widened. He stared blankly at my departing figure. He looked over at Liu Ruyan, and saw her staring at the closed door. Her expression was dark and unreadable. As he walked over with the local specialty's head brought back, he saw that the pen in Liu Ruyan's hand had stained a large spot on the document. Liu Ruyan retracted her gaze. She looked up at him. What are you doing here? Jiangqing specialties. I thought they were pretty good, so I brought some for you. Thank you for helping my mother find a doctor. Chen Yu looked at her with forbearance in his eyes. Are you getting a divorce from Mr. Chen Fan? I walked out carrying my snacks. I ran into Wan Han, who was holding documents to get Liu Ruyan's signature. Wan Han reached out. I stopped him. Your director Liu has important business right now. Whatever documents you have, wait until Chen Yu comes out before you bring them in. Wan Han looked at the office door, then looked at me. He was a little stunned. Chen Yu was in there, and I wasn't going crazy. I could still stand here calmly, and even stopped others from disturbing her. I opened my bag of snacks. Want some? Wan Han saw the bag of snacks offered to him. As a foodie, he couldn't resist the temptation. He took a packet of pickled chili chicken feet. Thank you, sir. Be more observant in the future. When you see Chen Yu come to see her, don't go in and disturb her. After saying this, I left. Helping them is helping myself. They had better hurry up. Unable to suppress their desire to be together, so that Liu Ruyan would finalize the divorce with me sooner. After all, suing for divorce requires proof of a broken marital relationship, and getting that proof seems quite troublesome. Wan Han ate the pickled chili chicken feet. He waited for Chen Yu to come out, then walked in with the documents. He couldn't help but gossip. Do you know what the sir just said to me? Liu Ruyan glanced up at him. The sir said that after Chen Yu came out, I was allowed to enter. He also said that in the future, when Chen Yu comes to see you, I am not allowed to go in and disturb you. Liu Ruyan threw a document at him. Do I pay your salary, or does he? Wan Han caught the document. Don't you feel that the sir has changed? It seems he's not jealous over you anymore. It even seems like he wants to set you and Chen Yu up. Liu Ruyan looked at him coldly. The corners of her lips curved into a smile. Have you been too idle lately? Wan Han immediately shut his mouth. He took the signed document and ran out. Liu Yuyan threw her fountain pen onto the desk. The smile on her lips slowly faded. Her eyes gradually turned sharp and cold. The divorce didn't happen. I left the company. I found a driving school online and called for a consultation. So many luxury cars in the garage, but I could only look, not drive. It was truly agonizing. Following the principle that money makes the world go round, I asked the owner to find me a beautiful female instructor with an excellent temperament to give me private driving lessons. I have to say, you get what you pay for. After an afternoon, the beautiful instructor wasn't annoyed at all. She was always encouraging me, comforting my feelings, worth every penny. I spent an afternoon, and finally managed to learn. To express my gratitude to the instructor, I invited her to dinner after we were done. Ru Yan, last time was our fault. We didn't consider your feelings. We'll treat you tonight. We sincerely apologize. Address. When Liu Ruyan got off work, Bei Ningbing sent her a message. 20 minutes later, she walked into the restaurant and immediately saw a familiar figure, laughing so hard he was leaning back. I told you. A person like you. With looks, you've got them. With a figure, you've got it. One look and I can tell you're a young woman with a limitless future. Why would you resign yourself to being an instructor at a driving school? I found out she wasn't an instructor. She was the daughter of the driving school's owner. Her father forced her to teach me because they were short-staffed. I couldn't help but burst out laughing. While I was laughing, I felt a terrifyingly cold gaze. I unconsciously looked up and saw Liu Ruyan standing to the side. Her face was dark. Before I could even speak, Liu Ruyan had already pulled me up with one hand. She dragged me straight out of the restaurant and pinned me against the front of the car. Chen Fan, we're not divorced yet, and you already dare to fool around with other women. Who gave you the nerve? I looked at this woman who was so close. What a waste of such a beautiful exterior, to have such a fiery temper. What do you mean, other women? I was just having a normal meal with her. Don't talk nonsense. A normal meal? Do you think I am blind? I didn't want to look at her. I looked up at the sky. If you think you're blind, there's nothing I can do. Liu Ruyan looked at me coldly. She laughed out of anger and grabbed my chin with the forcefulness of someone in power. Chen Fan, do you think this is still 2 years ago, that I have to tolerate whatever you do? From now on, I am the one who calls the shots between us. I saw she looked like she was hurting herself by touching me. I smiled and moved closer to her. I reached out and touched her thigh, bold and unrestrained. So, tell me, what do you want? Liu Ruyan swallowed. Her expression turned ugly as she tightened her grip on my wrist. Knowing Liu Ruyan hated the original owner's touch the most, every time I touched her, Liu Ruyan's disgust for him grew a little more. Seeing her face darken, I lifted my leg and rubbed it against her, continuing to disgust her. How about we find a hotel? The previous me would never have dared to be so unrestrained, nor so charming in her eyes. It was clear she didn't love him. Yet, I was acting like I wanted to entangle myself with his body, as if I were treating him like a gigolo. Liu Ru, Yan's face darkened another shade. I saw she hadn't pushed me away in disgust yet. I pretended I was going to kiss her. Only then did Liu Ruyan push me away. She took out a handkerchief to wipe her hands. Chen Fan, get rid of your fantasies. From me, you will never get what you want. As expected, she's not getting a divorce. It's because he wants a divorce. I rubbed my wrist, but I deliberately showed no trace of pain. Could it be that what I can't get from you, I can get from other women, although I crave your body? I intentionally glanced down towards her lower abdomen, a clear hint, fearing it wasn't clear enough. But when the lights are off, all women are the same. It's not like I can't live without you. Liu Ruyan's face was dark, as if it had been soaked in ink. She gritted her back teeth and threw the handkerchief away. She laughed out of extreme anger. You can try. Aren't I trying right now? But you interrupted me, if you have nothing else. I am going back inside to continue. Seeing that Liu Ruyan was no longer stopping me, I went inside, but just as I sat down, my phone rang. I picked it up and looked. Liu Ruyan had sent me a video. My face instantly turned pale. The video contained evidence of the original owner hiring people to kidnap Chen Yu. There was a scene of the original owner pushing them into the street, causing a traffic accident. If this video evidence was brought to the police station, it would be enough to land me in jail for several years. Liu Ruyan didn't present it before out of fear of the Chen family, but now she's bringing it out. It seems she's no longer afraid of the Chen family. I've only had a few good days. I didn't transmigrate here to enjoy prison life. My mood was extremely complicated. Liu Ruyan sent me a message. I'll give you 2 minutes. Come up here obediently. Liu Ruyan wanted to use this to threaten me. I wasn't willing to give in, but I wanted to go to jail even less. Jiang Wan saw that my expression wasn't good. She poured me a glass of water. What's wrong? I am sorry. I have something to take care of, so I have to leave first. Please take your time eating. I quickly paid the bill and went upstairs to the private room to find Liu Ruyan. When Bai Ningbing and the others arrived at the private room, they happened to see the scene between Liu Ruyan and me in front of the car. She took a picture and brought it into the room to share with their friends. Taken from her angle, it looked like Liu Ruyan, with overwhelming control, was being intimate with me. Then everyone went to the window to look. They saw me leave without looking back. This made them even more certain that Liu Ruyan had just been forcing herself on him. He clearly doesn't love her anymore. Bai Ningbing, don't mention Chen Fan tonight. As soon as Liu Ruyan arrived, Bai Ningbing immediately went over to greet her and pour her a drink. No one mentioned anything about Chen Fan at all. When I pushed the door open and walked in, the 3 of them were stunned for a moment. Bai Ningbing quickly stood up and gave up her seat next to Liu Ruyan. She placed a new set of tableware down. Brother-in-law is here. Hello, everyone. I smiled, raising my hand to greet them. I glanced at Liu Ruyan and walked towards her. The 3 of them looked at me, then at Liu Ruyan. As usual, they became invisible, whispering among themselves. I gritted my teeth. I used my chopsticks to poke through the plastic wrap on the bowl. I leaned a few inches closer to Liu Ruyan and said in a low voice, "What do you mean by this?" She scoffed. "I just want you to be a little more obedient." I clenched my fists. This damn woman. Besides torturing me, does she have any other hobbies? I put on a fake smile and picked up food for her with my chopsticks. Of course, dear wife, if you tell me to go east, I'll absolutely never go west. If you tell me to warm the bed, I'll absolutely never just warm the room. Liu Ruyan glanced at me. She put down her empty wine glass. I immediately refilled it for her. After practicing driving for a whole afternoon, I was hungry too. Liu Ruyan didn't make any requests, so I just ate heartily by myself. After finishing a bowl of rice, I realized everyone was staring at me. I scooped another bowl of rice and responded with a smile. Does anyone want some? I can help you get some. The 3 of them were even more astonished. I used to only have eyes for Liu Ruyan, only serving her. Now I was offering to get them more rice. The next second, I heard Liu Ruyan, who had always hated me serving her, "Speak up. You like helping people that much? Then peel all these shrimp for me. I like to eat them." I was so angry I clenched my fists. This damn woman. She wants to eat but won't even peel them herself. I smiled and looked at her, but the smile didn't reach my eyes. All right, my dear wife. I brought the bowl of shrimp over. As I peeled, I thought, how can I break this stalemate? I don't want to be constantly threatened by her, because I was so lost in thought. I absent-mindedly put the peeled shrimp into my own mouth. The 3 of them looked at me, then looked at Liu Ruyan. Their gazes met, full of gossip. Liu Ruyan watched me eat the shrimp myself, and I was even enjoying it. Her eyes were dark and unreadable. I only snapped out of it when I felt her bone-chilling gaze. I hurriedly took the shrimp I was about to put in my mouth and stuffed it into her mouth. I've tried it. It's very safe, not poisoned. Liu Ruyan was forced to eat. She chewed and swallowed instinctively. Contrary to the coldness in my eyes, she softened a little. The Liu Ruyan from before would feel disgusted even if I just picked up food for her. Now, seeing me feed her directly, Liu Ruyan not only ate it, but also seemed to be enjoying it. Everyone started teasing. Wang Qi ax in tut-tutted. When you two show affection, could you spare a thought for us single people? Bai Ning Bing. That's right. Do you two have some misunderstanding about public displays of affection? I suppressed the anger in my heart. I couldn't stand their teasing. It was obvious I was the only one being passionate, trying my best to please her. Wang Kei Xin played with the wine glass in her hand. She's so hard to please. Want to try liking someone else? I stuffed another peeled shrimp into Liu Ruyan's mouth, acting as if she was the only one in my eyes. She is hard to please, but she's beautiful. I like that she's beautiful and cold, and she has a great figure, too. Liu Ruyan glanced at my lying appearance, smiling on the outside, but grinding her teeth on the inside. A hint of a smile flashed in her cold eyes. I couldn't help but curse inwardly, damn pervert. After eating, I still wanted to go to my own home. Liu Ruyan tossed the car keys to me. Ill drive. Liu Ruyan had been drinking and couldn't drive, and the original owner knew how to drive. I couldn't refuse. Seeing Liu Ruyan get into the back seat, I had to bite the bullet and be the driver. Luckily, I had learned to drive in the afternoon, but as a new driver, driving at night was inevitably stressful. Liu Ruyan leaned back against the seat, watching me drive the luxury car like a tractor. She wondered what kind of trick I was playing now. She laughed. Can't you go any slower? My hands gripping the steering wheel were sweating. My mind was completely focused on driving. I couldn't handle any distractions. Don't talk to me. Liu Ruyan's face immediately darkened. Chen Fan, have you forgotten your place? The next second, the car shot forward like an arrow from a bow. I saw the car getting faster and faster. My mind went blank for a moment. Liu Ruyan saw the car's speed suddenly go out of control. There was a car ahead, but I wasn't slowing down. It looked like she wanted to drag me to death with her. Her face darkened. Chen Fan, are you crazy? Brake for me now. I am braking. I realized I had mistaken the gas pedal for the brake. I hurriedly slammed on the brake, but it was a little too late. I only heard a loud bang. The world suddenly went quiet. I came back to my senses. My neck and head still ached a little. I heard Liu Ruyan practically grinding her teeth, squeezing my name out of her throat. Chen Fan. I turned my head to look at her. I was driving just fine. It was you who kept talking to me. Liu Ruyan's face was dark. Unlike me, she squeezed a few words through her teeth. So it's my fault. My fault. It's my fault for being useless. The moment I heard your voice, I got so nervous I couldn't tell the brake from the gas pedal. My mouth said it was my fault, but my face showed no remorse. After saying that, I couldn't be bothered with her anymore. Getting out of the car, Liu Ruyan was so angry she laughed. She coldly took out her phone to call Wanan to handle it. After ending the call, she saw me rubbing my neck, bending over, talking to the owner of the car in front. In what kind of posture? Clearly, the posture of someone apologizing for doing something wrong, completely different from the me in Liu Ruyan's memory. The me in her memory had never apologized to anyone but her. I was arrogant, impulsive. Even when I did something wrong, I'd always maintain an arrogant attitude, thinking that others deserved it. For things like car accidents, I wouldn't even bother getting out of the car. I'd just call someone to handle it, completely indifferent to whether others lived or died. Are you okay? The woman got out of the car, rubbing her neck. The bruise on her forehead marred her flawless, fair face. I saw her face clearly, and only felt that my crime was great. I apologized even more. Chen Yu, the female lead in the recently released angsty youth drama, The Rising Star, Xu Nianchu. In the book, it was when she was co-starring with Chen Yu. The description of her mentioned she debuted as a child star, a rising star. Chen Yu got to work with her in his very first movie. Fans all over the world celebrated. Afterwards, her on-screen couple with Chen Yu became famous online. But in that same year, before the original owner died, she also died, leaving behind a long suicide note. Suicide. A young girl who was always smiling on screen, behind the scenes, had a pair of blood-sucking parents. They broke the wings of her dreams, causing her to lose herself, turning her into a money-making tool. Never caring about her feelings, under prolonged depression, her parents forced her to entertain powerful figures in the industry. It became the last straw. She chose to commit suicide. When reading the book, I felt that she was my shadow. I deeply empathized with her. Xu Chu glanced at her beloved car. A bit of amusement glinted in her eyes. Sir, Is this what they call a person sitting in a car and disaster falls from the sky? At a red light intersection. She was waiting for the red light when she was hit. I came to my senses and looked at her. The pity in my eyes had not yet faded. I am truly very sorry. I will take responsibility for the car repairs. I will also compensate for your medical bills and emotional distress. When other people see her for the first time, they all scream. An astonished look. It was the first time Xu Nian Chu saw someone look at her with such eyes, as if they could see through to the unhappiness hidden behind her glamorous exterior. While she was dazed, I took out my phone. Let's exchange contact information. If there are any compensation issues later, it'll be convenient to get in touch. My gaze from just now made Xu Nian Chu unable to resist taking my phone and adding her contact information. You don't recognize me? The big star, Xu Nian Chu. How could I not recognize you? I put my phone away. A smile played on my lips. I am your loyal fan. Could you give me an autograph again? Xu Nian Chu looked at me with disbelief. I saw she wasn't moving, so I stepped forward and hugged her. If you don't want to sign, then give me a hug. Xu Nian Chu stood frozen. Unlike the excited, thrilled hugs of other fans, I gently hugged her, as if confessing, yet also as if comforting her. You are truly outstanding. Your excellence has given many people the courage to face failure. It has given many people the motivation to move forward. I hope one day, we can also make you brave and become the strength that supports you moving forward. Liu Ruyan sat in the car, watching me handle the accident, which turned into me flirting with a woman. Her face dark, she got out of the car and pulled me out of the woman's arms. Just as Wanan rushed over, she took my car keys and dragged me away immediately. Xu Nian Chu stood there watching me. My recent words still echoed in her mind. You dare to cheat on me right in front of my face. You're getting bolder and bolder. Liu Ruyan pushed me against the front of the car. Her expression was as cold as ice. I took the initiative to move closer to her. My fingers went through the thin fabric, tracing the outline of her thigh. My life is in your hands now. You won't let me touch other people. Now I might have the heart for it, but I don't have the guts. Right now, I am only thinking about how to please you. How about I warm your bed for you tonight? I pretended to move closer to her again. As expected, the next second, Li Ruyan was thoroughly disgusted. Her face dark, she opened the car door and shoved me inside with one hand. On the way, I got a call from my mother. It's so late. Why aren't you home yet? I didn't want them to worry, but being threatened by Liu Ruyan, it was definitely impossible to be at home every day. So I said, I am not coming home tonight. Liu Ruyan, she has apologized to me. I've decided to give her another chance. Liu Ruyan glanced at me in the rearview mirror and laughed out of anger. Mom knew this would happen. I am just a little disappointed. Then bring her home for dinner tomorrow, okay? I glanced at Liu Ruyan and tentatively agreed. All right. Remember to tell Mom if anything happens. Get some rest soon, son. Okay. You and Dad should sleep early too. Don't stay up late. And don't always worry about me. After ending the call, Liu Ruyan's annoying voice rang out. I apologize to you? What did I apologize for? It's just an excuse to deal with my parents. How could you possibly be wrong? It's all my fault. I felt that by acting like this, clearly uncomfortable, but still having to coax her, it gave her a sense of pleasure in tormenting me. By pleasing her, my life would be easier. But Liu Ruyan would take a mile if I gave her an inch. I remember you used to love writing little essays on your moment's feed. Since you know you were wrong, write one tonight. No less than 300 words. The original owner used to write one every day. She blocked him from seeing it. Now that I don't love her anymore, she's forcing me to write. As expected of the female lead. If you're not a pervert, you can't be the female lead in a CEO novel. Female lead. I laughed and agreed. Write it as soon as I get back. Once home, I went straight to my room and sent a message to Chu Yu. Sister Yu. What are the chances of us taking down Liu Corporation? Or how much money would it take to acquire them? Liu Ruyan, in just 2 short years, had turned Liu Corporation into a leading enterprise in the region. There must have been some shady dealings. She's the female lead. She has the main character's halo. In the book, she basically had no weaknesses. To stop being threatened by her, I have to be one step stronger than her, suppress her. I don't believe a transmigrator like me can't be her. What? You want to take down Liu Corporation? Chu Yu video called me. There was still a smile on her face. The next second, seeing clearly that I wasn't at my own home, she furrowed her brows. You went back there again. I didn't hide anything. I told her about Liu Ruyan using a video to threaten me. I told her about it. What video? Send it to me, I said calmly. You guys probably don't know about these things, do you? Chu Yu was silent for a long time. It seems they really didn't know. It was Liu Ruyan who, for the company's development, had secretly resolved it for me. Now it has become a chess piece for her to control me, so I have to take her down and seize a piece to threaten her with. I remember a subsidiary of Chen Corporation has its own film production chain. Have someone send me a list of the affiliated artists' information. Chu Yu Yu. What do you want this for? I've thought of a great money-making project. It's not clear over the phone. I'll explain it more clearly to you tomorrow. As a corporate slave who freelanced as a writer, before I died, I was researching this short film genre. There are short films that cost a few million, with daily top-up revenue exceeding 100 million. They completely crush major film and TV productions that cost hundreds of millions. Moreover, short films have a short production time. You can shoot several in a month. The only selling point is a handsome male lead, a beautiful female lead, and average acting. The plot is satisfying and doesn't require thinking. It can't withstand scrutiny, but people still love to watch them. The comment section is full of people mocking it while also looking for the next part. In the era of the short video boom, short films are a lucrative piece of the pie. In this novel's world, short videos have just emerged. Short films are not yet popular. Film and TV productions in the entertainment industry are still traditional. There are no satisfying stories about rebirth or transmigration. I'll take the explosive short films I've watched, shoot them all at once, and release them. Others won't be able to catch up and imitate them. I quickly received the document via email. Recently, they just signed a batch of new artists. I decided to make time to visit the company and see. For now, I have to write those hot films into scripts first. I was writing enthusiastically. Liu Yu Ru Yan sent me a message. Are 300 words that hard? Or should I increase it to 500 words for you? I looked at the clock. It was already 11 p.m. This woman isn't sleeping, but still remembers my little essay. She's really sick in the head. I was afraid I wouldn't disgust her to death. Very quickly, on my Moments feed, I posted a short essay visible only to her. I think I am craving your body more and more. Otherwise, I wouldn't, in the dead of night like this, be thinking of you naked, being pushed down by me, your cold lips. I wonder if they're as sweet as I imagine. The body you keep covered up every day. I wonder if it's like I imagine. 2. Liu Ruyan never expected me to be so shameless, to openly write out his lustful fantasies about her. Her face turned black, then red, then black again. Luckily, she quickly noticed something unusual. Normally, as soon as I posted, my sycophantic friends would like and comment. This was the time those people would be scrolling on their phones. But some time had passed, and there wasn't a single comment or like. It was clear I was unhappy, and deliberately wrote it that way. Liu Ruyan, well written. From now on, write one every day. Seeing this message, I was determined not to sleep. I dared to write the script. Liu Ruyan woke up to find no breakfast on the table. There was no movement downstairs either. She turned the doorknob to my room, and found the room was still locked from the inside. She knocked, opened the door. I was extremely sleepy. I pulled the blanket over my head, but the knocking continued incessantly. It seemed that if I didn't open the door, she would continue endlessly. I was woken by the noise, annoyed. I crawled out of bed and opened the door. What's so important it has to be said right now. My hair was messy. I yawned continuously, my face full of morning grumpiness, exuding a lazy handsomeness. Liu Ruyan lowered her eyes, glancing at my face. Where's breakfast? She knocked on my door just for breakfast. I am not a breakfast vendor. I was so angry I became wide awake. I walked straight up and hugged her tightly, disgusting her in revenge. There's no breakfast. How about you have me for breakfast instead? Liu Ruyan froze for a moment, but very quickly. The deeply ingrained memory of disgust made her snap out of it. She pushed me away. Are you sure there isn't any? Liu Ruyan's face was cold. Her tone carried a threat. I gritted my teeth. I'll go make it for you. After I finished cooking the noodles, I found that this woman had already left. I thought she wasn't going to eat. After I finished eating, I was about to go back to sleep. Liu Ruyan sent me a message. Are you done? Bring it to the office. As expected, this damn woman has a whole set of tricks to torment people. I gritted my teeth, grabbed my laptop and went out. Before leaving, I saw the card I had left on the divorce agreement earlier. It was still on the coffee table. I picked it up and put it in my pocket. Then I bought a breakfast set and brought it to Liu Corporation. Liu Ruyan happened to be in a meeting. I put it on her desk and left in a hurry. Then I drove to Chen Corporation to find Chu Yu Yu. I opened the scripts on my computer for her to see. I have 2 transmigration and rebirth scripts here. Take a look. Chu Yu Yu clicked on them curiously. After just reading the beginning, she showed a look of disbelief. This setup is very novel, isn't it? I think so too. I pulled up a chair and sat down, seeing she was almost done reading. I spoke up. I plan to turn them into short films. I explained short videos and short films to her. Then I talked to her about the future prospects. Right now, short videos have just emerged. The user base has already surpassed 100 million. In the future, Chu Yu looked at me, talking eloquently about his career. There was a light in his eyes, a radiant smile on his face, thinking of the script she just read. For a moment, she wanted to think. Whether I was a transmigrator who had possessed Chen Fan's body, the me she was familiar with, had the arrogance and impulsiveness of a rich playboy, was overly spoiled, a very picky eater. He had never eaten random street snacks. His belongings were all designer brands. He had never bought small items from roadside stalls. Since falling in love with Liu Ruyan, my eyes were only filled with her family's matters. I didn't care about anything else. If it wasn't for a change, a soul swap, how could I change so much in an instant? I saw her staring at me in a daze. I took a pen from the pen holder and poked her on the forehead. I have to say, this beauty could make even a monk feel lustful. What do you think? I say the cost is low. We can give it a try. Chu Yu didn't show any deep affection. Her gentle eyes looked at me. Since it's your idea, why don't we let you be in charge? No problem. I'll send you the scripts first. You can give them to the director to prepare in advance. After I finished talking about the short films, I took 2 steps, then thought of something and turned back. There's one more thing. I want to bring Xunian Chu over here. Chu Yu leaned back in her chair, looking at me doubtfully. Why the sudden urge to bring her over? I feel she's a rare, good seed in the entertainment industry. She'll definitely be famous in the future, but her manager has always been her mother. It seems she has no intention of letting her sign with an agency. I'll have someone draft a contract. I'll handle the rest and talk to her mother. Chu Yu looked at me with a confident expression. She was stunned for a moment. I was getting ready to go to the management company when I received a message from Liu Ruyan. If lunch today is takeout again, you can just wait to be on the front page. I gritted my teeth in anger. This damn woman is really dedicated to tormenting me. I looked at the clock. I went to a big shopping mall and spent over 1 million of her yuan. I bought gifts for the original owner's parents, then went back to the Chen family home to freeload a meal. Mom saw me return happily, and I even brought them gifts. Not using the card they gave me, she thought Liu Ruyan had come back with me. She kept looking towards the door, seeing no one. You came back alone. She's busy with work. She didn't have time to come. It's fine that you're back, but why buy things for me? We don't lack anything. Mom said we don't lack anything. But holding the bag her son bought for her, she admired it again and again. The more she looked, the more she liked it. She felt that all the bags at home should be retired. She loved it so much she couldn't put it down. Madam, this bag. It's beautiful. It goes so well with the outfit you're wearing. Hearing the maid's praise, Mom even stood up, holding it and admiring it from all angles. Really? Xiao Fan bought it for me. I didn't expect her to be so happy. My parents from my past life. Faced with the gift I had carefully chosen, they would only find things to criticize, praising what other people's children bought. They were never this supportive. I had only heard colleagues talk about it, buying gifts for their parents, how their parents would praise and show them off. After the meal, I asked Aunt Liu to pack up the leftovers for me. When Aunt Liu heard it was for Liu Ruyan, she was so surprised her eyes almost popped out. Young master, you're packing these for the young miss? That's not very appropriate. How about I cook 2 fresh dishes for you? This is fine. Aunt Liu packed the food while looking at me. In the past, when I wanted to pack food for Liu Ruyan, I always packed it for her beforehand, choosing the best dishes. I was extremely considerate. Now it's leftovers. The young master has changed. Young master, look at madam. This is the first time I've seen her so happy. She couldn't wait to go for afternoon tea. Really? Was she not happy before? You just don't know. When the wealthy madams gather for tea and chat, they either show off their husbands or their children. Aunt Liu hesitated, then changed the subject. Today, I bought her a bag. She's not happy because of the bag. It's because I was the one who bought it. I looked at my mother who was busy putting on makeup. The original owner didn't work, and he clung to her, forcing a marriage. He was dead set on marrying her. He only had eyes for Liu Ruyan. He rarely cared about his parents. Every time the wealthy madams gathered to chat, Mom could only stay silent, listening to others brag with admiration. This time, her son bought her a bag. She felt she finally had something to show off too. I recalled that after the Chen Corporation went bankrupt in the book, the wealthy madams she used to associate with all kicked her while she was down. They mocked the son she raised, who caused the whole family to compensate others. When I arrived at the Liu group, it was almost 1 o'clock. I ran into Wan An. I directly shoved the thermal lunchbox into his hands. It's for Liu Ruyan. Lunch. As Liu Ruyan raised her wrist to check the time for the 5th time, the office door was pushed open. She subconsciously looked up at Wanan, who walked in with a smile, carrying the thermal lunchbox. Sir has started bringing lunch for the boss again. Liu Ruyan's face turned a shade colder. Where is he? He's already left. Wan An had been eating takeout for days. He really missed the dishes Sir made, seeing that she had no more questions, just like always. He happily hugged the lunch box, about to leave. I'll be leaving then. The next second, Liu Ruyan coldly called him back. Where are you taking that? Isn't it that you don't eat the food Sir makes, boss? Wan An didn't dare to look at her. Sensing the cold and dangerous aura, he immediately shut his mouth. He placed the thermal lunch box on the desk. Enjoy your meal, boss. I'm going back to work. Liu Ruyan leaned back in her office chair, staring at the thermal lunchbox. Her fingers casually tapped on the armrest a few times. She picked up the phone beside her. I had just gotten into the car and just finished a phone call with the director of the management company. Liu Ruyan's call came through. Buy me a coffee from the shop on Manhwa Street and bring it to me personally. I gritted my teeth. Is your assistant dead? For a small task like this, using an assistant would be a waste of talent. You're perfect for the job. Thank you for letting me know that I still have some value. I hung up the phone. I still went to the management company. Fi. Isn't it that the great young master of the Chen family only has eyes for Liu Ruyan and never cares about the family business? Why did he suddenly come to the company to pick a male and female lead? It can't be that he's been given the cold shoulder for too long, so he wants to come and keep a sugar baby, right? Ding Yu Shi. I think so too. This business of choosing leads. Isn't it always that the script is sent out first and then auditions are arranged? Who just comes directly to the company to pick someone out of thin air and even calls people by name, only to see some newly signed artists? Cheng Xiao, Shi, you guys have such wild imaginations. If he really came looking for a woman, then why did he call us guys here too? Yi Fei, are you stupid? It's obviously just for show. To deceive everyone. Just as the female artists were gossiping heatedly, the director led me in. Everyone immediately fell silent. Director, everyone is here. I, in order from near to far, sized them up one by one. Then I walked towards the girls. I raised my hand and lightly touched the abs of the girl standing on the far left. I pinched her thigh. Not a single ab. You need to train harder. Xiao Ran's face immediately turned bright red. Just now, the girls were gossiping very loudly. I heard it. I then looked at the woman next to her. I raised my hand and pinched her chin, looking left and right, then pinched her waist. A bit chubby. You need to lose some weight. Li Xuan couldn't help but ask, do we need to have a certain body type for acting? Well, that depends on what role you want to play. If you're playing a supporting role, then no. I glanced at her. I just felt there was something not right about this young lady's gaze. I didn't expect the real people to be so different from their photos. It's not that their looks are a bit flawed, it's that their body shapes don't meet the requirements. The pay for short films is frighteningly low. Stars with some fame wouldn't want to play a newcomer, so we have to rely on looks. If the looks aren't good enough, men won't like to watch. As a looks enthusiast myself, I don't even find them beautiful enough. How could the audience be satisfied? The male and female leads must be beautiful. After looking everyone over, I finally officially explained my purpose. Recently, my side is planning to shoot a few TikTok short films. That kind of short film. I hadn't even finished my introduction when Liu Ruyan sent me a message. Buy me coffee. I am back from my trip abroad. Don't rush me. Give me another half hour. The shooting cycle for one short film script is about 7 to 12 days. The pay depends on the role, from 600 to 10,000 yuan a day. Does anyone want to practice their acting skills? You can sign up with the director. I was threatened by Liu Ruyan. After sending the message, I gave a few instructions and left in a hurry. Cheng Xiaoxi, are you guys going? Yi Fi, do you really believe his nonsense? A film that's finished shooting in just over a week. Each episode is 1 minute, and he's looking for newcomers as leads. Have you ever heard of a film like that? Ding Yu Xi, look at him. Just now, he started touching every woman as soon as he arrived. He clearly came targeting them. It's just a pity that no one seemed to satisfy him. Yi Fei, Li Xuan, it seems. He was quite satisfied with your face just now. You should hurry up and lose weight. Don't miss this great opportunity. I rushed to the company. The delivery guy was waiting at the company gate. I went up and gave him a tip. I hurried upstairs with the coffee. I pushed open the office door. Liu Ruyan's cold gaze immediately fell on me. I paid her no mind. I squeezed out a smile to please her. I am so sorry to have kept the great CEO waiting. My forehead was still beaded with sweat. My breathing was also a bit ragged. This was from rushing up here. Liu Ruyan glanced at the coffee cup on the table. You didn't poison it, did you? The next second, I picked it up and took a sip. I looked at her, still smiling. Only the smile didn't reach my eyes. Great CEO, are you reassured now? Liu Ruyan's expression darkened a few shades. She looked at me, then at the coffee I had drunk from. I walked around the desk and approached her, with a fawning expression as if I wanted to throw myself into her arms. Great CEO. Do you need anything else? Do you want some kisses and hugs? Liu Ruyan pushed her office chair back, increasing the distance between us. She looked at me coldly. I watched her treat me like a monster. Before I could rejoice, I heard her say she had invited friends over for dinner tonight. Go home and prepare dinner. This morning, I ordered takeout. At noon, I went to my own mother's house to pack food. I just didn't want to cook for her. And yet, she insisted on making me do it. I gritted my teeth, trying to hold back my anger. I maintained a servant's smile. Yes. Great CEO. How many friends? Chinese or Western food? 5 or 6 people. You figure it out. Yes. Then, great CEO. I'll go back and prepare first. I turned around, dropping the smile. I can't let this woman keep staring at me and tormenting me all day. I have to find something for her to do, to make her focus more on the male lead, and divorce her sooner. Liu Ruyan watched me leave. She casually picked up the coffee on the table and took a sip. Only after drinking did she realize. She remembered that I had just drunk from it. Her expression immediately turned stormy. She immediately put the coffee cup far away. She didn't take another sip, but for the whole afternoon. Every time she saw that coffee cup, she would think about it. How she and the man she hated most had shared a coffee. She suddenly felt inexplicably annoyed. In the end, she threw it in the trash. Out of sight, out of mind. In the evening, Liu Ruyan was still in the courtyard when she heard lively music coming from the living room. As soon as she entered, she didn't see me, but the fragrant smell of food wafted from the kitchen. She walked to the kitchen door and saw 2 other women cooking in the house. One was giving me a finished dish to taste. I praised her as I ate. Teacher. At first, seeing how beautiful you are, and with such a great figure, you didn't look like a chef at all. I even thought I had been scammed. I didn't expect you to have real talent. Then what profession do you think I look like I am in? With your assets, it would be a shame not to be a model. I was talking when I felt a cold prickle on my back. I subconsciously turned my head and saw Liu Ruyan's face had darkened, as if I owed her hundreds of millions and hadn't paid her back. I had just stepped forward when Liu Ruyan sneered sarcastically. I told you to cook, and you bring 2 women home for me. You really know how to enjoy yourself. Do you need me to call a few more for you? Liu Ruyan took out her phone. I immediately pressed her hand down. What? Enjoyment? I was just afraid of not cooking well and making you lose face in front of your friends, so I invited 2 chefs over. I am not an idiot. If I were really looking for women, would I bring them home? Just then, the doorbell rang. Liu Ruyan gave me a warning glance. I pulled my hand back. I immediately went to open the door. When I returned, Liu Ruyan's phone was ringing. She took out her phone. I glanced over and saw it was Chen Yu calling. I couldn't help but perk up my ears to listen. Chen Yu got home and received an intra-city delivery package, a bouquet of fresh flowers, and a parcel. He opened the parcel. Inside was a sexy bunny outfit. There was also a card inside. On it was written, Chen Yu, I like you. I dream of you every day. I really want to see you. This is a gift I carefully chose for you. I think you'll definitely look very charming wearing it. Chen Yu immediately felt this was a pervert. It felt like this place was being watched by him. It gave him the creeps. When he called Liu Ruyan, his voice was still trembling. Sister Ruyan, can you send a few bodyguards over to my place? What's wrong? I think I've run into a pervert. Hearing the word pervert, I almost couldn't stop myself from laughing out loud. Seeing Liu Ruyan end the call, I hurried to help serve the food on the table. They'd been married for 2 years. This was the first time Liu Ruyan invited everyone over. Plus, the public display of affection from last time. The sisters naturally thought that the 2 had finally gotten their happy ending. They gave gifts one by one as they entered. Bei Ningbing took out a 58,888 Love Hotel card and stuffed it into Liu Ruyan's hand. A small token of my affection. Don't be too moved. Wang Qixing carried a mysterious gift bag. The sisters have all used these. We found them pretty good, so we're sharing them with you. Liu Ruyan looked at the gifts they gave. Each one was stranger than the last. Her face darkened. I have to go out for a bit. I brought out the food. Hearing she wanted to go out, I immediately said considerately and understandingly, if you have something to do, just go. I will entertain them well. I said. I placed the dish in my hand into the free hands of Bei Ningbing. Very tactfully, I took the gift from her hand. Go quickly. Don't delay your business. Liu Ruyan looked at my eager expression, wanting to chase her away. Then she looked at the room full of women. She raised her hand and grabbed my wrist. You're coming with me. She even has to take Chen Fan along when going out for work. Has their relationship gotten this good? Her best friends looked on in shock. Is it convenient for me to go with you for work? Besides, there are guests at home. It makes no sense for the host not to be home to entertain guests. I wanted to refuse. This was the male stalker fan I deliberately made up to enhance their feelings for each other, specially fabricated out of thin air. But Leo Ru Yan directly dragged me away. She said to her friends, "Make yourselves at home." Arriving at Chen Yu's residence, I sat in the car, watching Liu Ruyan, who walked in without looking back. She was already in a state of worry for Chen Yu. I couldn't resist my curiosity and followed, secretly watching the drama from outside the door. Chen Yu was pacing restlessly at home. When he saw Liu Ruyan arrive, it was as if he saw his savior. He immediately ran out to greet her. He showed her the card and told her the story. He didn't know since when. She was the first person he thought of when he ran into trouble. Having her here made him feel very secure. But Ruyan was already married. He couldn't help but restrain his feelings for her. Keeping a friendly distance with Ruyan, she didn't love Chen Fan, but she also fulfilled her duties as a wife, always keeping her distance from him. Chen Yu was waiting for her to get a divorce. When I said they wanted a divorce, the suppressed love in his heart seemed to have taken root, sprouting and growing wildly. It could no longer be restrained. The package only had Chen Yu's delivery address. Liu Ruyan had them check the surveillance cameras and called someone to trace the delivery person's license plate. Then she put away her phone and looked at him. Before this matter is cleared up, don't stay here anymore. On the other side, Bai Ningbing. Don't you guys think this Ruyan is a bit inhumane? She has something to take care of, and she even dragged Chen Fan along. What does that mean? Wang Kei Ixin, what else could it mean? She's afraid you'll covet her husband. Jiu Ru, I think they've gone out and won't be coming back. Maybe we should just leave. Bai Ningbing, I've already given my gift. Why should I leave? Not only will I not leave, I am going to eat her. Out of house and home. Bai Ningbing had just pulled the most expensive bottle of wine from the wine cabinet, opened it to celebrate. When she saw that I had returned, my expression was not good. My steps were very fast. Behind me, Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu also walked in one after another, causing the other three to be completely stunned. I drank a large glass of water. The fire in my heart finally subsided a little. I was afraid Liu Ruyan would trace the clues. I even specially withdrew cash. I spent my own card's money. After so much effort, there was no progress in the end. Seeing everyone had opened the wine, an idea immediately popped into my head. I thought getting drunk and causing a scene was a good idea. Chen Yu ran into trouble, and the first person he looked for was Liu Ruyan. As soon as Liu Ruyan got Chen Yu's call, she didn't even care about her best friends anymore. She immediately ran over. Isn't this mutual love? She's not divorcing me just to torment me. I can only say this woman's desire for revenge is too strong. For the sake of my beautiful single life, I smiled and greeted the three who had started drinking. Great. Let me go get 2 more bottles. No one's going home sober tonight. The 3 of them stared blankly as I cheerfully went to get more wine. Bai Ningbing, is Liu Ruyan taking her husband to pick up her love rival? Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu walked to the table. I had brought back 2 bottles of wine. Bai Ningbing had long heard of the great star's fame. Today, she finally had the fortune to meet him. She immediately seized the opportunity. Then I should at least offer him a drink. Liu Ruyan glanced at me. Her expression was unreadable. The other woman's gazes also turned towards me. I looked back at them blankly. Did I say something wrong? Shouldn't we have a drink? We should. Bai Ningbing laughed and raised her wine glass. Great star. I'll toast you. It was Chen Yu's first time eating with Liu Ruyan's friends. Of course, he couldn't refuse. I immediately grabbed the wine bottle. With a bright and enthusiastic smile, I stood up and went forward to pour wine for her. Brother Fan, there's no need. I can pour it myself. You're the honored guest that Liu Ruyan herself brought over. How could I let you do it yourself? Liu Ruyan toyed with her wine glass. She glanced at me indifferently. Her gaze held an incomprehensible meaning. The others were in a state of complete confusion. I finished pouring the wine. I looked at Wang Keixin next to Bai Ningbing. Aren't you going to toast the big star? Wang Keixin smirked slightly. I am not that kind of rude person. As Wang Keixin was about to toast Chen Yu, Liu Ruyan shot him a sidelong glance. If you want a drink, drink by yourself. Then she looked at Chen Yu. You don't need to pay attention to them. It's fine. I can drink. Chen Yu still raised his glass and drank with her. Let me also toast the big star. Who wants to be rude? Ji Ru also immediately raised her glass to toast Chen Yu. Chen Yu can't hold his liquor well. 3 glasses of wine down. He must be getting drunk. I returned to my seat, telling everyone to eat. I had another idea for Liu Ruyan. She still hadn't thought of an excuse. Liu Ruyan coldly looked at the three people opposite her. You guys only toasted him. So biased. Is that polite? The subtext was that she wanted them to toast her too. Clearly, she was standing up for Chen Yu. Wang Ke-sin chuckled softly. He's the guest. There's nothing wrong with us toasting him first. You invited us to dinner. You didn't toast us first. Instead, you have us guests toast the host first. Who's the one with no manners? Really? At that moment, I wanted to give her a like. I glanced at Chen Yu. His expression wasn't good. Great. He's jealous. He's starting to act like the master of the house. Oh! You can't blame him. It's my fault for not being thoughtful enough. I immediately helped him out of the awkward situation. Come on, my dear wife. Let's toast everyone together. Liu Ruyan gave me a cold glance. I winked at her, seeing she didn't move. I lightly pinched her thigh under the table. Liu Ruyan's expression immediately darkened a few shades. She coldly raised her glass. To not give Liu Ruyan a chance to order me around. Hairy crab, lobster, fish, dishes that required serving. I avoided them all. Liu Ruyan watched me eat heartily, looking very displeased. Occasionally, she would use her far from gentle eyes, a gaze so cold it could freeze someone, to look at me. I didn't care. I wanted to eat too, so I picked up a piece of braised pork and stuffed it into her mouth. The next second, I saw this woman, who's a neat freak around me. Her expression turned even uglier. I felt so refreshed inside. After eating, Bai Ningbing and the others wanted to sing and continue partying, but they were ruthlessly shooed away by Liu Ruyan. I also wanted to slip away. I picked up my phone, found an excuse, and said, my mom has something for me to do. She told me to go home. I'll call her and ask what's up. I walked out while making the call, leaving the living room to Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu. But before I left the room, I heard Liu Ruyan's warning, 5 minutes. If I don't see you in 5 minutes, today will be your last good day. I was so angry I gritted my teeth. This bitch. At a time like this, she's not thinking about her man. Why is she thinking about me? Chen Yu's head was spinning. Sister Ruyan, I don't feel well. He really felt unwell. She brought him home for dinner. Others toasted him, and she seemed to protect him. It made him feel that he was in her heart, but the way she looked at me had changed. It seemed there was no longer any hatred in it. She even managed to eat the food I picked for her. Her behavior made him very uncomfortable. He knew clearly that she was forced into the marriage back then. He always thought she had no choice. He thought there would be a day she would be free, and they would be together. But now he felt that if things continued like this, he would lose her. He was panicking. Liu Ruyan raised her wrist to check the time. She looked down at him. I'll call your assistant to pick you up. After saying that, she took out her phone, looking for the number. Chen Yu suddenly stood up. Sister Ruyan, can I stay? That package today really scared me. I am afraid to sleep alone. Liu Ruyan frowned and supported his body, increasing the distance between them. Then have your assistant stay with you. Chen Yu looked at her with hazy eyes. I don't want him to stay with me. I want you to stay with me. Liu Ruyan frowned slightly. Sister Ruyan. Chen Yu reached out and grabbed the hem of her clothes at her side, looking at that face, which attracted him but was always hard to understand. Have you fallen for Chen Fan? If you've already fallen for him, then what should I do? I've waited for you for so many years. I called the general manager of the management company. The result was that, out of 10 people, only 3 signed up, 2 female, 1 male. I was a little surprised. Are newcomers these days so picky? However, it's fine. I sought them out first, because they are artists from our company. I wanted to give them a chance to train and stand out. They didn't want it. I wouldn't force them either. I got the contact information of those who wanted to come. Then I turned back to look at the situation inside. I saw the 2 of them in close contact. Liu Ruyan was like a wall blocking Chen Yu. I could only tell by their staggered legs that the distance between them was very close. Such a close distance. Chen Yu was still grabbing her clothes. Facing each other, what else could they do besides kiss? Kissing. Hugging. Is the next step going back to the room? Alcohol is indeed a good thing. The corners of my mouth couldn't help but curl up. It's just a pity I was too far away to hear anything. In the 100,000-word book, the male lead never said a single romantic word, but the description of his patience made every reader feel an itch in their heart. They just wanted to see when he would finally confess. I was also a little curious. Just as I was watching this bitch whisper sweet nothings, that bitch suddenly turned and looked at me, which startled me. Have you seen enough? If you've seen enough, get your ass over here. This pervert doesn't even forget to wear glasses while doing this. What is she calling me over for? The next second, Liu Ruyan pushed the drunk Chen Yu towards me. He's sleeping with you tonight. I felt like I was struck by lightning. She's letting him sleep with me. Aren't you afraid I'll poison him? Liu Ruyan didn't turn back. If he dies, You die with him. I gritted my teeth. She's letting him sleep with me. Wouldn't it be better if the three of us just lived our own lives? Only then did Liu Ruyan stop walking. She turned her head to look at me. Her gaze was like it was laced with poison, sharp enough to tear me into 100 pieces. I was stunned for a moment. I am being so generous as to let them sleep together. Shouldn't she be happy? Do you think every man is as casual as you? Casual? Me? I am not casual. I am very particular about looks and figure. Fine. I had no choice but to help Chen Yu back to my room. Chen Yu thought I was Li Ruyan. Sister Ruyan. I like you. From the very first time I saw you, I liked you. I really like you. I recorded that and sent it to Liu Ruyan, intending to add fuel to the fire of their affection. Who knew I'd shoot myself in the foot? Liu Ruyan. You're that free? Have you written today's little essay for your social media post yet? I see you're quite good at complimenting women. Praising me with 500 words shouldn't be a problem, right? Besides her beautiful appearance, what else is there to praise about her? Does her ability to torture people count? I gritted my teeth. I copied a template of a CEO praising a woman's appearance. I copied it all, and added a few lines fawning over her body to disgust her. Your face is like a masterpiece of divine craftsmanship, so perfect that even the heavens are jealous. The Pacific Ocean is filled with the drool I shed for you. Can you please stop seducing my soul? I want to be yours, to kiss your lips. Not long after the little essay was sent, Liu Ruyan sent me another message. Don't forget breakfast tomorrow morning. Chen Fan was provoked. He wrote the script for another 2 hours. The next day, Chen Yu wanted to leave stealthily, but as soon as he stood up to leave, he ran into Liu Ruyan coming out of another room. Thinking about his out-of-control drunken confession last night, he wrung his fingers, not daring to look at her. Yet he wanted to see her reaction. I was drunk. If I said anything inappropriate while drunk, please don't take it to heart. I am an actor. I should know better than anyone that misspeaking outside can cause trouble. Liu Ruyan glanced at him, as if nothing had happened, reminding him that getting drunk is a taboo for me. He confessed last night. She didn't respond. Was it a rejection, or did she just treat it as drunken words? Chen Yu couldn't tell from her attitude. Just then, I came out of the kitchen with noodles. Seeing them come down one after another, they didn't look very intimate. I had a bad feeling. Didn't they kiss last night? He confessed. Why are they colder now that they're sober? You two are up just in time. Come and have breakfast. Yesterday, the business manager gave him Xu Nian Chu's contract. He returned to the kitchen, picked up his phone, and told the company to use the excuse of a collaboration negotiation to schedule a meeting with her mother this morning. After he received a reply, he heard a car. Through the window, he saw Chen Yu leaving in Liu Ruyan's car. He then came out of the kitchen and went upstairs to get ready. An hour later, in an elegant private room of a tea house, Xu Nian Chu's mother, Fang Qing, arrived late. Fang Qing saw it was Chen Fan, the only son of the Chen family, known for forcing marriage with money. Good for nothing, a useless person. A look of contempt immediately appeared. Where's Director Yang? Chen Fan glanced at her, just thinking about what she had done to her own daughter. He didn't give her a pleasant look either. He threw the contract in front of her. Director Yang is busy and asked me to talk to you. You're talking? Do you even understand this stuff? Fang Qing said, but she still picked up the contract. The movie her daughter just released has the potential to be a huge hit. Taking on a new film now, her value would skyrocket. Recently, she's been busy negotiating collaborations everywhere, seeing who would offer a higher price. But when she saw this wasn't a script collaboration negotiation, but a contract to sign her daughter, she immediately threw it back. She looked at him like he was an idiot. Did you bring the wrong document? Your director, Yang, said on the phone that he was interested in collaborating with us. Chen Fan leaned back on the sofa, crossing his legs as he looked at her. To be honest with you, we want to sign Xu Nian Chu. Then I am afraid it'll have to disappoint you. Fang Qing immediately picked up her bag and stood up. Chen Fan calmly threw out a sentence. Your daughter has severe depression. Then he said unhurriedly, the entertainment industry has no shortage of actors. Your daughter has just achieved a little success. If this secret gets out, do you think anyone would still be willing to take the risk and cast her in a film? Fang Qing's face immediately turned pale. She turned her head to look at him. How did you know? She found out her daughter was depressed. Only after seeing her self-harm, she secretly bought medicine for her and never took her to see a doctor. She also repeatedly warned her daughter not to tell anyone else. How could he have known? What I know is more than just that. Chen Fan placed his hand on the sofa and looked at her calmly. For example, you and your husband are addicted to gambling. When you run out of money, you force your daughter to film or entertain clients for drinks, completely ignoring her depression. If these things were posted online, what do you think her loving fans would do? That suicide note of over 1,000 words, every single thing on it are now trump cards to control her. Chen Fan looked at her unhurriedly. Fang Qing looked at him, pulling herself together. Don't talk nonsense. Do you have proof? Do you think I'd be talking to you here without any proof? Chen Fan gently smoothed his sideburns. Actually, there was no proof, but everything he said was true. In terms of aura, he had to have the upper hand. You think that just because you didn't take her to a doctor, you can hide the fact that she's depressed. But the self-harm wounds on her legs, over and over again, heal and heal again, only to be cut open again. How do you plan to cover that up? Fang Qing's legs completely gave way. She held onto the sofa and sat down. She told you. Do you think if she were willing to tell others, she would have waited until now? An uncontrollable force surged from within Chen Fan. It was as if he could see that desperate girl again before her death. There's no such thing as a wall that doesn't leak. I just want her to be more mindful. She considers you her mother and doesn't want you to become a public target. Even when she self-harms, it's only on her thighs where others can't see. But I am not a philanthropist. If it weren't for the fact that I want to keep her, I would have exposed what you've done long ago. Think it over carefully. Do you want to become a rat scurrying across the street, hated by everyone, and cause your daughter to disappear from the entertainment industry? Or do you want to continue squeezing money from her? After saying that, he stood up. After 2 steps, he couldn't help but stop and looked at her with a sarcastic smile. I am very curious. Watching her being tortured by depression, how can you be so heartless as to ignore it and continue to exploit her? When you carried her for 9 months and gave birth to her, was it out of love? Or to give birth to a money-making tool? Chen Fan also wanted to ask his parents the same thing, but he no longer had the chance. He wanted an answer from this woman, but it was clear she couldn't give one either. He recalled the years he was beaten, scolded, and exploited. Stepping out of the private room, overwhelmed by emotions, the rims of his eyes turned red. He leaned against the wall, tilted his chin up, and breathed softly. Liu Ruyan had just finished talking with someone and stepped out of a private room. When she saw Chen Fan outside the private room next door, he stood alone, leaning against the wall, with a tear rolling down his face. He raised a hand to wipe it away, looking very sad. The word sad sounded so novel when used to describe him. The person with her saw her stop, and instinctively glanced over. What is it? Director Liu. Liu Ruyan withdrew her gaze. She turned and said a few words to him. When she turned back to look for Chen Fan, he was already gone. Liu Ruyan had someone pull up the surveillance footage. Back at the company, she called Wan and into her office. Investigate what Chen Fan and Fang Qing talked about today. Half an hour later, Wan and called to report back to her. Sir went to talk to Fang Qing about signing Xu Nian Chu. Since when did he start getting involved in Chen Corporation's business? Liu Ruyan recalled the last time on the street, when Chen Fan proactively threw himself into that little starlet's arms, so he was sad because he couldn't sign a contract with her. Liu Ruyan threw her phone aside, her chest still feeling tight. Picking up the phone, she ordered, sign her to the company. Wanan glanced at her, I'll get right on it. As soon as Wanan left, Liu Ruyan's phone buzzed. She picked it up and glanced at it. It was a spending notification from the bank, spending her money. While thinking about another woman, Chen Fan didn't see Liu Ruyan at the tea house. After composing himself, he went straight out to the shopping mall. He bought a full set of cosmetics for his mother and a few ties for his father. As he was about to head back to the Chen residence, Liu Ruyan sent him a message. So good at shopping, are we? Buy 2 outfits for me and bring them here. Chen Fan gritted his teeth and replied, okay. He didn't even know what size clothes she wore. He asked Wanan for her size. He bought 2 formal outfits and got back in the car. He had added her contact information last time. Ex-Union Shu, who hadn't spoken to him since then, sent him a message. Big brother, I want to see you, to talk about the contract. Chen Fan checked the time. He scheduled her for the afternoon and drove to the Liu Group. He brought the clothes he bought to the CEO's office. My dear CEO, here are the clothes you wanted. So what kind do you want? It's hard to say. I'll have to see them to know. Chen Fan clenched his fists. He gritted his teeth and said with a forced smile, fine. I'll go buy you another one right now. Liu Ruyan raised her wrist to check the time. No rush. It's lunchtime. It's not too late to go buy them in the afternoon. Chen Fan was just about to think that this bitch still had a shred of humanity when he heard her continue. Go home and cook first. I want to eat braised pork, steamed sea bass. This bitch even knows how to order, and she specifically picks time-consuming, troublesome dishes. Being rich and still having to cook for myself is truly unacceptable. Chen Fan bought vegetables and returned to the Chen residence. He had a servant help him prepare the ingredients. He was only responsible for seasoning and putting them in the pot. He left the simmering part to the servant. He went back to his room to catch up on sleep. After eating, he brought lunch to Liu Ruyan at the company. Chen Fan then went to pick out clothes for her. He had never bought clothes for a woman before, and he didn't want to waste any effort picking for this bitch. He went to a clothing store and had the staff pick for her a few pre-matched outfits. Then she took photos. While browsing the men's section, he sent one over. Do you like this one? Liu Ruyan. Ugly. Chen Fan picked out 2 men's outfits to try on. Sent the second one over. Liu Ruyan. Ugly. After Chen Fan finished trying on clothes, he very patiently sent her the third one. Liu Ruyan. Ugly. Chen Fan took out his card. I am in a hurry. Buy these 2 men's and women's outfits first. You help me put together more outfits. Then send me the pictures. Liu Ruyan was clearly doing it on purpose. He'd be a fool to stay here and keep picking for her. He had plenty of ways to deal with her. Sure, the only son of a wealthy family, who used money to force Liu Ruyan into marriage, and loved her to death. He wants to look at women's clothes. It must be to buy them for his wife. He must be willing to spend this money. Such a big, juicy piece of bait. The store employee immediately took out her phone and added him on WeChat. After seeing Chen Fan off, she pulled out every single piece of woman's clothing in the store and painstakingly created all sorts of outfits. After Chen Fan sent Liu Ruyan the 5th set of photos, he went to the tea house they had agreed on. The place had a good environment and privacy. He booked a private room. While Chen Fan was entering the private room, the girl with a stomachache in the opposite private room came out to use the restroom, just in time to see him with his stomachache, and was stunned. Xiao Yu said he had changed recently. Looking at his fashion sense, it really has changed quite a bit. Chen Fan sent his location to Xu Nian Chu. After ordering drinks, sweets, and some snacks, he opened his laptop and continued writing the script while dealing with Liu Ruyan's stomachache. Coming back from the restroom, she saw a waiter carrying drinks and snacks for 2 people enter the room across the hall. 20 minutes later, I saw a woman wearing a hat and a mask push open the door to the room. Such a big change. So he has a new lover. As Chen Yu's best friend, I know very well how Xiao Yu has been bullied by Chen Fan all these years. Liu Ruyan already hated me. If she knew I was sneaking around with another woman, wouldn't she hate me even more? I immediately sent a message to Liu Ruyan. Your husband is on a date with a pretty boy at the Timeless Tea House. Liu Ruyan saw this message and immediately called to check Chen Fan's location. Chen Fan saw that Xu Nian Chu had arrived and greeted her. He closed his laptop and took a sip of his orange juice. I sent another photo to Liu Ruyan. I put my phone away. When I looked up, I saw Xu Nian Chu taking off her hat and mask, looking at me, 20 years old. In the prime of her beautiful youth, her face was so beautiful it seemed heaven-sent. Her skin was as beautiful as if it had been soaked in milk. Her black eyes, like natural gems, held a hint of deep affection. When she smiled, her fans were captivated. When she didn't smile, there was a touch of melancholy. Such a beauty, just seeing her through a screen is enough to make people scream, was sitting across from me, and, looking straight at me, Chen Fan took a sip of his drink and said casually, staring at me like that, "Do you like me?" Xu Nian Chu immediately looked away shyly. She took 2 sips of her drink before looking back at me. "I'm just curious. How did you convince my mother?" "It seems Fang Qing didn't tell her that I threatened her." Chen Fan chuckled. "Of course, it's because the terms I offered were too good. Your mother couldn't resist the temptation. Then why did you offer such good terms?" "Because you're worth it." Chen Fan felt this statement could be easily misunderstood, so he added another sentence. "You're so outstanding. I believe that, in the future, you can create even greater value for the company." Xu Nian Chu stared at me for a long time, as if she had finally confirmed something. "Brother, your judgment really isn't good." Chen Fan looked up, looking at her with a questioning expression. "You like Liu Ruyan, but the whole world knows Liu Ruyan doesn't love you." Xu Nian Chu looked at me and quietly lowered her gaze. "I am not as outstanding as you think." Chen Fan ignored the first part of her sentence. He dropped his smile and looked at her, his indifferent gaze seeming to see right through her. "So soon?" Feeling the pressure already, afraid of disappointing me, Xu Nian Chu's gaze on me deepened slightly. There was no love or infatuation in her eyes, but she always felt that I seemed to understand her very well, that I could see her true self. It was as if I knew that she was about to suffocate in the cage her mother had trapped her in. I had freed her by taking her hand. Staring at me like this means I was right. "Huh," Chen Fan said while eating a dessert. My phone rang. I opened it to look. The wicked Liu Ruyan. Chen Fan sent her another photo. Liu Ruyan looked at the photo I sent, her hand gripping the steering wheel tightly. She immediately floored the accelerator. 15 minutes later, She was standing outside Chen Fan's private room. Chen Fan sent her another photo. Just as I put down the phone, bang! The private room door slammed against the wall, trembling violently. Immediately after, Liu Ruyan, with a gloomy expression, walked towards me. With an aggressive posture, Chen Fan didn't have time to think. He was pulled to his feet by her. She forcefully wrapped her arms around his waist, pulling him protectively into her embrace. Their body heat immediately mingled. Chen Fan was a little surprised. This woman was torturing herself quite fiercely this time. It seems I've tricked her quite a bit, brother. Unian Chu stood up. Looking at Chen Fan with concern, Liu Ruyan glanced at her coldly and said slowly, coldly ordering, "Tell her to get lost." Chen Fan looked at Unian Chu without any fear and gestured for her to leave as well. "You should go first." Unian Chu looked at me, then looked at Liu Ruyan. Chen Fan gave her a reassuring look. "Go home." Chen Fan looked at Unian Chu with a very warm gaze, unlike the fake smile when he looked at her. "You like her that much?" With the thought of destroying my beautiful dream, Liu Ruyan forcefully pushed me against the table. Her hands braced on the edge of the table. Her body was almost pressed against mine. She gave Unian Chu a cold glance. "What? You want to watch a live show between us, husband and wife?" Chen Fan couldn't help but sneer inwardly. "You can't even stand it. So what live show?" Unian Chu had no choice but to leave. Immediately in the private room, only the two of them were left. Liu Ruyan looked down at Chen Fan, a storm brewing in her cold eyes. "You're only good at playing mind games with me." Chen Fan glanced at her weakly. "You told me to pick clothes for you. I am picking clothes for you. Every outfit the store manager sent over, I carefully considered each one. I sent you the ones I thought were beautiful. You're so angry. Could it be because you saw me having tea with another woman here, and you got jealous?" Chen Fan touched her thigh. I knew very well what disgusted her the most. I said I liked her. How could she stand me being jealous? Liu Ruyan looked like she had heard the joke of the century. She gave me a cold glance. "You're really too full of yourself." Chen Fan actively moved closer to her, with a sincere, coaxing attitude, thoughtfully finding an excuse for her. "Then why are you so angry? Are you not satisfied with how I chose the clothes? Then how do you want me to choose for you? You tell me." Liu Ruyan's hands on the edge of the table tightened a little. She glanced at my coaxing appearance. Her expression softened slightly. Immediately after, she stopped my wrist that was caressing her thigh and pulled me away immediately. "My laptop." Chen Fan was quick with his eyes and hands, grabbing his laptop and phone. I was dragged by her all the way to the front of the car and then shoved into the car. 15 minutes later, Liu Ruyan brought me into a high-end women's clothing store in the mall. Sitting down on a lounge chair, she glanced at me. "Choose for me." Chen Fan took the newest model displayed in the most prominent position in the store and showed it to her. "How about this one?" Liu Ruyan glanced at it once, then continued looking down at her phone, clearly unimpressed. The store staff immediately came forward enthusiastically to help choose clothes, picking up an outfit to introduce to Chen Fan. "I think this one is bad." Liu Ruyan's cold eyes immediately swept over me. "I told you to choose, not to comment. Try saying one more word." The store staff immediately left, going far away. Chen Fan had already figured it out. This woman just wanted to get revenge on me for the mind games I just played. I didn't want to choose for her, so she had to make me choose. Chen Fan took one outfit after another, running until his legs were sore. Liu Ruyan just sat there playing on her phone. Sometimes she'd just give a disdainful glance. Sometimes she couldn't stand it and would open her mouth to say, "Don't just bring any clothes in front of me. Do you choose your own clothes this carelessly too?" Chen Fan ignored her various picky behaviors, being a perfectly obedient listener, doing as she wished, indulging her. When they got to the second store, I chose an outfit, and then started to suggest, "I think this outfit isn't bad. Do you want to try it on?" Liu Ruyan glanced at me. "If every outfit you think isn't bad, I were to try them all on, I wouldn't have survived to reach this store." Chen Fan followed the principle that as long as she was happy, it was fine. He continued to coax her. "So what do you think of this outfit?" Liu Ruyan glanced at it twice. "Nothing special. You can't see the effect just by looking at it like this. You have to wear it to know. You told me to choose, but you don't trust my judgment. Isn't this just wasting your precious time?" Liu Ruyan glanced at me, threw down the magazine in her hand, and stood up. She snatched the outfit from my hands. Liu Ruyan went into the fitting room. Chen Fan could finally rest for a bit. I took out my phone to reply to some messages, ordered a drink, and was about to sit down. Just then, someone called me. "Chen Fan, buying clothes for your wife again? I often stay in hotels. She doesn't even come home. If you buy her clothes, will she even wear them? A man should still find a wife who loves him. Look at me. When I go out shopping, my wife insists on coming along because she's worried, afraid I'll be tired with no one to take care of me. The man's words were full of sarcasm and showing off. I looked at the woman beside him who reeked of strong perfume and couldn't help but frown. I searched through the original owner's memories to find this person. It's the young master of the Xiao family from high school, who always wanted to compete in everything with the original owner. Xiao Jibo is a relative from Liu Ruyan's mother's side. Right? Right? You and your wife are a match made in heaven. Deeply in love. A perfect match. I am so jealous. Watching you, I could cry. How about I take another photo for you too? So, you can show off on the internet again. Chen Fan, who normally would have argued for a few rounds at least, surrendered immediately this time. It seems he's been hurt by Liu Ruyan. He doesn't even have his young master's pride anymore. Xiao Jibo immediately felt superior. His gaze towards me filled with even more pity. I am not showing off our relationship. I just feel sorry for you. After chasing Liu Ruyan for so many years, she won't even touch you. I want you to wake up a little. Clinging like this is really beneath you. The story of the original owner clinging and forcing the marriage has spread all over social media. Passers-by would point and gossip. The number of gossip mongers grew. It's truly beneath him. He's really bringing shame to all of us men. If I were like that, my mother would probably be so angry she'd crawl out of her coffin. Hearing everyone's comments, Xiao Jibo became even more smug. I looked at Chen Fan. Think about your parents. Don't let yourself become a joke and make them a joke along with you. Chen Fan, thanks. Thank you for your kindness. From now on, don't waste your energy on me. Pay more attention to your own wife. Live your own life well. Don't be unaware when your head is already covered in green grass. Xiao Jibo was so angry he laughed, as if he'd heard the biggest joke of his life. My head is covered in green grass? Honey, he's just unhappy in his marriage, seeing us living well. He's resentful and wants to drive a wedge between us. We should stay away from people like that. The woman tightened her arm around my waist, looking at Chen Fan with a mocking expression. You're a clinger who's despised, so don't come out and make a fool of yourself and talk nonsense. I am talking nonsense. Chen Fan didn't want to meddle in other people's business, but this bitch was too unpleasant to listen to. There was a part in the book written about her. It was at a dinner party in the future. She had set her sights on the male lead, Chen Yu, and was promptly discovered by the female lead. My secret affairs were only exposed after a long time. Xiao Jibo thought he had married a wife who loved him, and didn't believe a word I said. I turned to hug my wife and show off our affection. Chen Fan, I know you love someone you can't have, and can't stand seeing others find their happy ending. But I didn't expect you to be this jealous. No wonder Liu Ruyan doesn't like you, and prefers her Chen Yu instead. Look how gentle and kind her Chen Yu is. And what about you? Chen Fan was amused by my stupidity. He crossed his arms and glanced at me. What about me? I have more money than you. I am more handsome than you. And my head isn't covered in green grass. Even if I get divorced, it'll still be sought after. But you treat a piece of shit like a treasure. You stinking trash. Who are you calling a piece of shit? The woman with a gloomy face gave me a hard shove. Chen Fan didn't expect this woman to get physical. He stumbled back a few steps, his back hitting a wall of flesh. Just as I regained my balance, Liu Ruyan had already pulled me aside and landed a straight kick to the woman's stomach. It all happened too fast, before anyone could react. The woman who was kicked and Xiao Jibo had fallen to the ground. The woman was furious. Who the hell was blind enough to kick me? Liu Ruyan casually kicked her again. It's your grandma. The woman saw clearly who it was, and immediately shut up. Xiao Jibo saw Liu Ruyan, his eyes widening in disbelief. Ruyan, why are you here? Why am I here? Do I need to report to you? Liu Ruyan gave me a cold glance, showing off this kind of trash outside. Aren't you ashamed? Chen Fan's drink had arrived. I watched Liu Ruyan beat someone up while drinking, a little confused, but I have to say, the female lead is indeed the female lead. She can easily pull off any style of clothing. This simple and fashionable outfit on her was even more attractive than a formal suit. Liu Ruyan turned around and saw me on the side, enjoying the show while drinking. Her face immediately darkened by 3 shades. What are you looking at? Come here now. Chen Fan walked over and immediately started flattering her, just changed into a new outfit. I thought some idol had arrived. I almost didn't recognize you. Liu Ruyan glanced at me and reached out to pull me closer. The distance was inches away, her breath fanning across my face. Chen Fan looked up, seeing her face magnified 100 times, still without a single flaw. My hand clenched. I took a big gulp of my drink. What are you doing? Liu Ruyan stared at me coldly, ordering me around without any courtesy. The tag is hitting my neck. Get it out a bit. I held back and didn't agree. I stood on my tiptoes, reaching into the back of her collar to get the tag. In an instant, Xiao Jibo and his wife, who had just gotten up, were stunned. The entire crowd of onlookers was also stunned. Weren't they saying he's a clinger? Didn't they say Liu Ruyan doesn't like me? Weren't they saying it's a widowed marriage? Rumors really can't be trusted. I told you so. How could a rich young master be so stupid as to cling without limits? The way Liu Ruyan looks at me. If that's not love, then it'll eat my hat. Liu Ruyan reached for her ringing phone and answered, CEO Liu. Ex-Union Chu has already signed with Chen Corporation. Liu Ruyan glanced at Chen Fan, who was drinking juice beside her, then Poacher. Chen Fan finished a glass of iced fruit juice. Feeling refreshed, he looked towards Liu Ruyan, only to see her staring at him with a sour expression. I changed out of the clothes and told me to go pay. After I finished paying, Liu Ruyan turned and walked into a shoe store. Sitting down, she gave me a cold glance. What are you standing there for? Go choose for me. Chen Fan brought her a pair. How is it? Liu Ruyan's lips curled into a cold smirk. How can you see the effect just by looking? You have to try them on to know. Chen Fan handed the shoes to her. Liu Ruyan glanced at me. You do it. Chen Fan finally understood. This woman saw that trying on clothes wasn't torturing me enough, so she switched to trying on shoes. I gritted my teeth, smiled, and squatted down beside her, gently massaging her calf and foot. Lift it. Liu Ruyan glanced at me coldly. Chen Fan changed into the new shoes for her. How is it? It's nothing special. Liu Ruyan glanced at it once and took out her phone. Chen Fan looked around the shoe store, not wanting to try on any more for her, but Liu Ruyan had no intention of letting me go. If you can't choose, then just try them on one by one. While Chen Fan helped her try on shoes, he was cursing her 18 generations of ancestors in his mind. Liu Ruyan handled 2 work messages. In her best friend's group chat, Bai Ningbing sent a photo. She was hugging Chen Fan's waist. Chen Fan was helping her remove the tag. A side profile shot of the two looking at each other. Wang Keixin, Sister Guru has changed. Bai Ningbing shared a news article. Liu Ruyan doesn't like Chen Fan. She clicked the link to see. Inside was the photo from just now. Liu Ruyan was the person involved. She knew better than anyone that there was absolutely no love in Chen Fan's eyes. Her gaze towards Chen Fan wasn't love either, but the atmosphere captured in the photo created an illusion of love, which made even her a little startled. The comment section all believed it was real. This generation of readers is so good at speaking ironically. I admit I was tricked by the headline. I wanted to see a joke. But you stuffed my mouth full of public displays of affection. Have you no manners? This is called not being in love? Damn, this is still called not being in love? The way this woman only has eyes for me makes me want to become him right now. Oh heavens, say something. Granting them wealth and beauty is one thing, but you also grant them love. Wanan saw the trending news about the CEO and the Mr. and immediately called to have it taken down. Having followed the CEO for so many years, the CEO hates trending with the Mr. the most, especially a trending topic about their relationship. Every time she sees it, she tells me to take it down. After it's done, I still get scolded and my bonus docked. Bai Ningbing, let's not meet up tonight. I am full from all the public displays of affection. Wang Qiaxian, next time, post less of this kind of news. I don't like to see it. Liu Ruyan, are you all blind? She lowered her eyes to glance at Chen Fan. I feel like she's scolding me. You're very reluctant to try shoes on for me. How could that be? Don't even mention trying on shoes for you. Even trying on clothes for you. I'd be more than willing. How about I help you try on a few more outfits later? Liu Ruyan glanced at my fake, roguish smile, and her throat tightened. A faint smile appeared on her face. She stood up. Fine, don't wait until later. Let's go now. Chen Fan, doesn't this woman hate me? Especially hate me for lusting after her? Chen Fan was dragged into a clothing store by her. Without waiting for me to make a move, Liu Ruyan had already grabbed 2 outfits and pulled me directly into the fitting room. A room with limited space, face to face, inches apart. The air also began to thin. Liu Ruyan hung the clothes on the hook beside her and looked at me with a deep gaze, as if seeing through all my petty tricks. What are you standing there for? A free look, a free touch. It would be a waste not to enjoy this benefit. Chen Fan gritted his teeth, smiled, and raised his hand to unbutton the collar of her shirt. Liu Ruyan looked down at me. Chen Fan's hand accidentally touched her skin. He could clearly feel her body stiffen. This girl is feeling disgusted again. Chen Fan felt that if he didn't hurry up, he was afraid he wouldn't get to see anything. It was like a prairie dog seeing meat. There was no emotion at all, only hunger. Liu Ruyan took it all in. Her expression changed repeatedly. She pushed him away with one hand. By the time I reacted, I saw that she had just pulled out her phone and was opening the door to go out, bringing a gust of cold air with her. "I'll wait for you here." Chen Fan wanted to curse. Who could be so inconsiderate as to call her at a time like this? Chen Fan sat down and took out the phone I'd been thinking about. The original owner's spies had all sent me messages. I opened them to take a look. They were all trending topics about how Liu Ruyan didn't love Chen Fan. Liu Ruyan answered Wan An's call while rebuttoning her shirt. "Director Liu, when are you coming back to the company? There's an urgent document that needs your signature." After ending the call, she unconsciously reached up to button her shirt, only to find the button was gone. She glanced into the fitting room. Chen Fan still hadn't come out. Her face darkened, and she walked straight away. Back at the office, Wan An handed her the document to sign. With a slightly boastful tone, he said, "Director Liu, you and Mr. Chen are on the trending list again," but I reacted quickly and had someone take it down. "It's no longer on the trending list now." Liu Ruyan looked up at him. Wan An didn't hear any praise for a long time and felt something was wrong. Then he saw her sneer, saying, "I see you've been quite free lately. You have one day. I want to see all the information on that Beijiao project." Wan An left the office with the document. Liu Ruyan picked up her phone. The topic Liu Ruyan doesn't love Chen Fan was indeed no longer on the trending list. "It's so hot. Chen Fan has been tormented by Liu Ruyan for so long. My desire to take her down is too strong." I immediately rushed to the Chen group to find Chu Yu. The weather was scorching. As soon as I entered, I plopped down on a chair and grabbed a document from the table to use as a fan. Chu Yu glanced at me and lowered the air conditioner temperature by a few degrees. "Aren't you on a date with Liu Ruyan? Why are you here?" Chen Fan remembered the comment section. The trending topic saying Liu Ruyan and I were sweet and loving. I still can't understand it. Liu Ruyan has tolerated me time and time again. That almost unrestrained disgust. How could it be seen as love? I looked up at Chu Yu. If I were really on a date with her, would I have time to come see you? Chu Yu's gentle gaze towards me deepened. Has she fallen for me? She can't possibly like me, Chen Fan said decisively. Why? Are you so sure? I've revolved around her for so many years. How could I not know who she likes? Putting on this show is to create the illusion that our two families have a good relationship, so that you guys will let your guard down around her, giving her the chance to take down the Chen family. I came to find you, to remind you, to be a little wary of her. Liu Ruyan is threatening me, tormenting me into not getting a divorce. That proves she will definitely follow the book's main plotline. Take down the Chen family, and leave me with nothing. Chen Fan couldn't help but worry a little. Has the company found any problems? There are no problematic projects. Nothing could be found. Chen Fan was a bit surprised. Since nothing could be found, and I can't stop the female lead's scheme, I can only make more money. Chu Yu saw my overly tense expression, as if I was certain the company would run into trouble. She couldn't help but ask, "The last time I showed you, what's the ending of that transmigration novel?" "I don't know either. It's not finished yet. If you are interested, when the author finishes it and sends it to me, I'll show it to you." Chen Fan took a piece of chocolate from his pocket, unwrapped it, and ate it. He stood up to leave. Seeing her staring at him, he took another piece from his pocket and gave it to her. Then he left the company. I drove back to the Chen residence. The book said that, after the Liu Group acquired Zifeng Pharmaceuticals, Xfeng Pharmaceuticals stock had been dropping for several months. It had started hitting its daily limit up. In less than half a month, its assets had doubled on the stock market. According to the plot in the book, the acquisition is just a matter of these few days. This is a good opportunity, but I don't have a good reason to tell Chu Yu, so I can only buy it myself. But I've transmigrated here for too short a time. I am still not qualified to open a margin account. I decided to use my mother's stock account. As soon as he got home, Chen Fan heard maid Liu say that my mother had been following the gossip about me and Liu Ruyan online all afternoon. When she saw me return, my mother put her phone away and immediately told maid Liu to prepare dinner. "Tell Ruyan to come over for dinner tonight. She might not have time tonight. You should ask her." Chen Fan absolutely did not want Liu Ruyan to come to his family's home for dinner. Just the fact that she wants to take down the Chen family means she doesn't deserve to eat at the Chen's home. But I wanted even less to go home and cook for her. Chen Fan sent a message to Liu Ruyan. "My mother wants you to come to our house for dinner tonight." Liu Ruyan, "I am busy." Chen Fan saw her reply and was completely relieved. Busy. Then she must be going to explain the trending topic to Chen Yu, and I don't have to cook for her anymore. Liu Ruyan finished her work, lifted her wrist to check the time, picked up her phone, and saw that I had said I was busy. This man hadn't messaged her again. It seems he really doesn't want her to go. She put her phone away and stood up. It was already 5:30 when she arrived at the Chen residence. Every time she came to the Chen residence, she would be subtly reminded by Chen Fan's parents, making her experience the feeling of being threatened time and again. Threatened. Later, she no longer had to endure the Chen family's threats, and simply never came again. As soon as she entered the house, she saw Chen Fan and Chu Yu sitting and chatting on the sofa. Chen Fan was saying something to her. The smile on my face was completely different from the fake one I gave. Her. Chu Yu was peeling a pomegranate, her eyes seemingly glued to me. Yu Yan is here. Hearing my mother's greeting, the two of them finally looked up at her. Chen Fan was talking to Chu Yu about shooting a short film. Seeing Liu Ru Yan arrive, I was stunned for a moment. Didn't this wretched woman say she was busy? Chu Yu glanced at Liu Ru Yan and handed the plate of peeled pomegranate seeds to Chen Fan. Chen Fan casually took a few seeds and put them in his mouth, which earned him a glare from Chu Yu. I'll hold it myself. Chen Fan froze for a moment, and then took it. I thought she was peeling it for herself. I didn't expect it was for me. What man wouldn't like a woman like this? Looking back at the cold face, Liu Ru Yan looked like she owed me hundreds of millions. I even felt a bit disgusted. Didn't you say you were busy? Liu Ru Yan ignored Chu Yu, took the plate of pomegranate from my hand, and placed it on the coffee table. She glanced at me. Isn't it because I wanted to give you a surprise? He heavily emphasized the word surprise. After speaking, he reached out and hugged her, ignoring everyone else, pulling her into his arms. His breath tickled her ear. I knew you'd come. You ruined my chance to flirt with that girl. Chen Fan couldn't help but glance at him. Don't talk nonsense. Watch your tone when you speak to me. If my family wasn't here, I would definitely pounce on her like a hungry wolf and disgust her. Time for dinner. Time for dinner. Mom saw Liu Ru Yan arrive, and with eyes only for her son, she greeted them happily. Only then did Liu Ru Yan let go of Chen Fan, discreetly flexing the palm that had just held me. Chen Fan glanced over. He even wanted to pull out 2 tissues to wipe for her. Liu Ru Yan hadn't come to their house for dinner in a long time. Chen Fan's father had a very strong opinion of her. He didn't speak to her at the dinner table. Wen Shuzhen, for her son's sake, still treated her as an honored guest, welcoming her warmly. Chu Yu observed quietly without any expression. Previously, at the dinner table, Chen Fan would constantly put food on Liu Ru Yan's plate. Now, Chen Fan just ate heartily by himself. Liu Ru Yan couldn't help but glance at me. Seeing this, Mom couldn't help but remind Xiao Fan, don't just eat by yourself. Take care of Ru Yan a little. She's a grown woman, not a child. Does she still need to be taken care of? Chen Fan didn't want them to know that I wanted a divorce but was being threatened. Although he said that, he still casually put some food on Liu Ru Yan's plate. You eat too. After serving Liu Ru Yan, I served my dad, then my mom, and then Chu Yu. The main thing was to be fair. I love everyone. After serving everyone, as I prepared to eat, I saw my parents, Chu Yu, and Liu Ru Yan all staring at me. Aren't you all going to eat? Why are you looking at me? Chen Fan's father looked at his son, whose eyes no longer only held Liu Ru Yan. He finally broke into a happy smile. Honey, bring out my 5-year-age liquor. Chen Fan thought of my ending in the book, and without waiting for his mother to speak, he immediately stopped him. Dad, you have the 3 highs. You can't drink. Mom looked at her son in surprise and chimed in, that's right, our son is right. Chen Fan's father saw that his son even remembered his 3 highs condition, and his mood became even better. He smiled so much that the wrinkles at the corners of his eyes deepened. All right, I'll listen to. My son, no drinking. Chen Fan watched them smile happily and thought of his own parents, his parents. He had tried every possible way to please them, but they had never smiled because of me. But these people, just because of one concerned sentence from me, were already this happy. They were truly easy to please, so easy it made my heart ache. For the first time, Liu Ru Yan was no longer the main character at this dinner table. For the first time, this dinner table was filled with happy laughter, no longer silent. After dinner, Liu Ru Yan looked at Chu Yu, then at Chen Fan, and walked straight over to pull me up from the sofa. Let's go home. At my own home, there's food and drink. There are people to serve me, people to dote on me. Chen Fan absolutely did not want to go, but seeing the look in Liu Ru Yan's eyes that clearly brooked no argument, a threat, I didn't want to waste my breath on her either. I said goodbye to everyone, and went back with her. Having not slept well for 2 days, I went to take a shower, planning to get a good night's sleep. Liu Ru Yan sent me a message. No need to write a little essay today. Just post the trending picture. Everyone can see it. Chen Fan gritted his teeth and pretended to be dumb. What trending picture? Liu Ru Yan sent me the link. Chen Fan pretended to be surprised. You like me? Liu Ru Yan. If I don't see it on your moments in 2 minutes, I'll let you go to the police station to find out whether I like you or not. I cursed while saving the picture, then reposted it to my moments, with a caption that would disgust her, forced by someone to post. I wonder if she's head over heels in love with me. Chen Yu is also on my moments. He must have seen it. He'll probably get jealous, right? Once he gets jealous, Liu Ruyan will have to go comfort him, and she won't have time to torment me anymore. Soon, replies started appearing under the post. I don't believe she forced you to post it, unless she also posts something showing off on her moments. That's right. If she doesn't post, I won't believe she loves you. Bai Ningbing directly tagged Liu Ruyan in their sister's group chat. Chen Fan said you forced him to post a lovey-dovey picture on his moments. Is it true or not? Wang Qiexin. Tisk. Tisk. Hard to imagine. Ru Yan came out after showering and saw the messages on her phone. She let out a cold laugh and directly tossed her phone aside. Are they all blind? One by one, there isn't even any love. So how can we be showing off our affection? The next day, after Chen Fan finished breakfast, he was planning to go to the management company. Liu Ruyan stopped him. Come to the company with me. What would I do at the company? To satisfy your need for me to be at your beck and call. I don't need to go to the company. I can still guarantee it'll be at your beck and call. Liu Ruyan saw through my little scheme and gave me a warning look. You have 2 minutes. This wretched woman really knows how to torment him. Chen Fan had no choice but to grab his laptop and go to the company with her. The director's side had already begun preparations for filming. Chen Fan had originally planned to go to the management company to find the person in charge, to go with him to the school, to cast the male and female leads. Now he couldn't go. Xu Nian Chu from the management company under the Chen Group came to sign her contract. When she went to the restroom, she heard people in the break room gossiping about Chen Fan. Yi Fi, a guy who only knows how to chase women. A young master who knows nothing. What kind of good thing can he possibly film? Ding Yu Hui. Exactly. If it were really a good film, would it be our turn? The newcomers, the company's somewhat famous actors would have snatched it up long ago. I heard they asked Brother Ming and He Ji to be the male and female leads, but they both refused. Yi Fei, even those with a bit of fame don't want to do it. I don't know where he gets the confidence to have such high standards. You're willing to go, but he won't even give you the female lead role. Chen Xiaozai. I don't have experience. It'd be more than satisfied if he gave me the second female-led role. Ding Yu Hui. There's no male or female lead. It's uncertain if this film will even be made successfully. Who knows if he's just interested for 3 minutes. Chen Xiao Xi remembered last night. Chen Fan was still in the group chat encouraging them, talking about filming next week. She couldn't help but say, he's serious about it. Yi Fi wanted to say something else, but then she spotted Xu Nian Chu. She couldn't help but scream. Xu Nian Chu, I am a fan of yours. Can you sign an autograph for me? Xu Nian Chu glanced at her and didn't take the pen and notebook she offered. There was no smile on her face. You are not worthy of being my fan. Chen Xiao Xi was also a bit excited, seeing Yi Fi get rejected, the notebook she had taken out. She didn't dare to offer any more. Sister Nian Chu, why are you here? Xu Nian Chu glanced at her, snatched her little notebook, signed her name, and returned it to her. You'll know soon enough. After Xu Nian Chu left, Yi Fei finally reacted. Is she coming to our company? Ding Yu Hui. She's not going to be the female lead in Chen Fan's film, is she? Chen Fan went to the company with Liu Ruyan. Liu Ruyan was working, and I took out my phone, planning to delegate the task of finding the male and female leads to Chu Yu. My phone rang. Xu Nian Chu sent me a message. I heard you want to film something. Chen Fan. Yeah. Xu Nian Chu. Can I act in it? Chen Fan was stunned for a moment. What I want to film isn't a traditional TV series. The starting point is very low, and the requirements are very low. After sending it, he felt Liu Ruyan's cold gaze. I immediately switched my phone to vibrate. Xu Nian Chu. Can I act in it? Chen Fan. You can act in it, but it would be a waste of your talent. I have better arrangements for you. Xu Nian Chu. I want to act. Didn't you say you'd give me enough freedom of choice? Chen Fan. The pay isn't high. The filming schedule is tight. The actors are all newcomers with little acting skill. Xu Nian Chu. I know. Chen Fan. You know and you still want to act. Xu Nian Chu. Sir. Look, a good thing is definitely a good thing. I can't miss it. Who was it yesterday that said he had bad taste? Chen Fan told himself he just wanted to save her because she was too similar to his real self. I don't want her to end up like it was written in the book, committing suicide in despair. Right now, the most important thing is her happiness. She wants to act, so Chen Fan agreed. With Xu Nian Chu as the female lead, who has a fan base, it will definitely be even more popular. If the male lead isn't good enough, maybe you should just do it yourself. When the film becomes a hit, his parents will have something to brag about when they talk about their son. Plus, acting allows you to kiss all the beauties in the entertainment industry and admire their long legs. I held my phone, thinking happily to myself, when I accidentally met Liu Ruyan's cold gaze. I immediately wiped the smile off my face. Liu Ruyan glanced at me. Go get me a glass of water. The water dispenser is right there. I got up and poured her a glass of cold water. Liu Ruyan glanced over. I want hot water. I downed the water in the glass in one go, glanced at Liu Ruyan, and went to get her a cup of boiling water. Liu Ruyan, I don't use disposable cups. Chen Fan gritted his teeth. Then where is your cup? Liu Ruyan suddenly didn't want to drink water anymore. Chen Fan looked at her, clenching his fists. Liu Ruyan sneered. Losing patience already? Chen Fan forced a smile. How would I dare? Liu Ruyan, go downstairs and buy me a coffee. This time, Chen Fan was smarter. I smiled and asked, what flavor would you like? Liu Ruyan paused her pen, looked up at me. What flavors are there? I'll go down. Check. And let you know. Chen Fan went downstairs, took a picture of the coffee menu, and sent it to her. However, Liu Ruyan didn't reply to me at all. Chen Fan bought one of every flavor, swiped her card, and asked the cafe staff to bring them up. Liu Ruyan stood up to go to a meeting and saw Chen Fan coming up, followed by a staff member carrying over 20 cups of coffee. All the flavors are here. Chen Fan gave her a smile so fake it was scary. Liu Ruyan gave me a cold look. Go clean the office. The office is spotless. What is there to clean? Chen Fan took one cup and shared the remaining coffee with the staff in the CEO's office. Then he sat in the CEO's office, opened the stock trading app, maxed out on buying Xifeng Pharmaceuticals stock for himself, and then started writing the script again. When Liu Ruyan returned from her meeting, she saw Chen Fan sitting cross-legged on the sofa, his fingers flying across the laptop keyboard. That speed, even she, a frequent computer user, felt she couldn't compare. Unable to go out and flirt with women, he was in a bad mood and venting. She leaned back in her chair and looked at me. Get me a glass of water. Chen Fan's work state was interrupted. I gritted my teeth, closed the laptop, and walked over. I narrowed my eyes, but the smile didn't reach my eyes. Do you want hot water or cold water? Pausing for a moment, I added another sentence. Or my saliva. Liu Ruyan's face immediately darkened by 3 shades. She curled her lips into a cold smirk. You want me to guess? Chen Fan tapped his fingers on the desk. He walked around the desk, getting closer to her, looking at her with a lecherous expression. Chen Fan thought she would back away like last time, but Liu Ruyan just glanced at me coldly, as if she had seen through the fact that I wouldn't actually get close, truly not afraid at all. Chen Fan then sat directly on her lap. I felt it. Liu Ruyan's body tensed up at a speed visible to the naked eye. Her expression also changed continuously. It was truly a spectacular sight. Her hands gripped the armrests tightly. Clearly, she was trying hard to suppress something. Disgusting. It's just too disgusting. Chen Fan felt his mood improve significantly. My fingers drew circles on her chest. The coffee I just drank had milk in it. Do you want to try some? Liu Ruyan glanced at me. Her face instantly went from dark to flushed red. Get off. I only get down to business in bed. Chen Fan was just like a starving rogue. Liu Ruyan reached out to push me away, but Chen Fan hugged her neck tightly. I wanted to take this opportunity to disgust her to the extreme, making her feel haunted whenever she saw me in the future. As a result, the office door was pushed open by someone. Wan hastily covered his face with a document. I didn't see anything. You guys just continue. I'll come back later. Liu Ruyan pulled Chen Fan's hands away, pushed me off of her, and adjusted her clothes. Called Wan back before he closed the door. Get back here. Yes. Boss Liu. Wan bowed his head, afraid of seeing what he shouldn't see. Chen Fan stood to one side. Liu Ruyan picked up her fountain pen. Her cold gaze swept over. What are you still standing here for? Chen Fan glanced at her, intentionally twisting her words. Then I'll go to bed and wait for you. Liu Ruyan's face, which had just managed to turn cold again with great difficulty, immediately and successfully turned from dark to green. Wan. Did I just hear something I shouldn't have? Am I going to lose my head? He took a peek. Liu Ruyan gritted her teeth. Stop daydreaming about it. There's a kitchen in the back. Go cook. Chen Fan had no choice but to turn and go inside. It was only then that I discovered there wasn't just a kitchen inside, but also a lounge for video conferences, a break room, a restroom. It was clear to see. Liu Ruyan had slept here quite a few times before. Chen Fan sized it up. Then he opened the refrigerator, but there were hardly any vegetables inside. I was preparing to go out when I saw Chen Yu arrive. I quickly stepped back. Chen Yu glanced at Liu Ruyan and placed the bag he was holding on the desk. My mother made this herself after she was discharged from the hospital. She insisted that I bring it for you to try. Liu Ruyan glanced at it. How is your aunt's recovery? She's recovering very well. Her spirits are very good. She can eat and sleep. Chen Yu looked at her. His eyes held a hidden love. When are you free? My mother keeps mentioning it. She wants to invite you over for a meal to thank you for your help when she was in the hospital. When I am free, I'll go visit her. Chen Yu's fingers tightened slightly. He didn't know what else to say. Since his drunken confession last time, she acted as if nothing had happened. If he were to say that Ru Yan didn't have him in her heart, then what was all the special care he had given her over the years? But if he were to say that Ru Yan did have him in her heart, then why didn't she react at all? She even went shopping with Chen Fan, spreading such intimate photos. With her current power, does she still need to be wary of the Chen family and make concessions? I understand her less and less. Are you busy with something? If you have something to do, go ahead. If not, stay for lunch. Chen Yu reacted a half-beat too late. I am resting these days. I don't have anything to do. The next second, I heard her say coldly, heard enough. Eavesdropping? If you have, then go buy groceries. Chen Fan was listening intently with great interest. Hearing this, he had no choice but to come out. Chen Yu instinctively looked inside and saw Chen Fan walking out from within. My palms immediately clenched. I thought she wanted to take me out to eat, just the two of us. I didn't expect Ru Yan to want Chen Fan to cook a meal for me. Has she really accepted this husband of hers? I'm going to buy groceries. You two take your time and talk. Chen Fan enthusiastically greeted Chen Yu. He saved his computer document, grabbed his phone and went out. Chen Yu pressed his lips together and looked towards Liu Ruyan. You just do your work. I am going to the restroom for a bit. A few minutes later, I sent a message to Liu Ruyan. Zitang just looked for me. He wants to meet. I am leaving first. Well, have that meal another time. Chen Fan went on a crazy shopping spree at the supermarket. Liu Ruyan told me to cook for Chen Yu. If it were the original owner, he would definitely have thrown a tantrum. But I am different. My main goal is to help them get together. I just hope the two of them will ignite like dry wood meeting a flame soon. I bought vegetables, and also bought a pile of snacks intending to give them to Chen Yu. As a result, I returned to the office carrying 2 large bags, and found that only Liu Ruyan was there. Where's Xiao Yu? Liu Ruyan glanced at me, calling him Xiao Yu so intimately. Have you forgotten how you used to treat him? It's precisely because I regret treating him that way before, that I want to be good to him now. Chen Fan placed a bag of snacks on the desk. These are the snacks I bought for him. When he comes back later, you can give them to him. Liu Ruyan looked at the pile of snacks on the table, then raised her head to look at me. Chen Fan's forehead was still beaded with sweat, but his face showed no trace of hypocrisy or displeasure towards Chen Yu. She gently averted her gaze. He's gone. Chen Fan's voice suddenly shot up. Why did you let him leave? Liu Ruyan raised her head and glanced at me coldly. Chen Yu is gone. I looked displeased, and even threw a tantrum at her. Did you say something to make him angry? Or did you not explain yesterday's trending topic clearly to him? He must have misunderstood. Or did he confess his feelings to you? And you still haven't replied. Chen Fan felt so tired. This slow progress between the male and female leads. When will I ever escape this? I even feel like holding their hands and teaching them how to fall in love. Is it your turn to manage my affairs? Liu Ruyan slammed her fountain pen on the desk. Go cook. Seeing that I wasn't the least bit flustered, I had no choice but to grit my teeth and carry the groceries into the kitchen. The male lead has already confessed. Logically speaking, this hateful woman should have already put the divorce on the agenda, but she clearly had no such intention. She's so calm. She even suddenly put me on the trending topics and brought me to the company, making everyone mistakenly think their relationship is good. It seems her intention to secretly ruin the Chen family is very strong. She has the protagonist's halo. Chu Yu's side can't find any clues, so maybe I can start with her. Chen Fan made 3 dishes. With an extremely good attitude, he invited Liu Ruyan to eat, and took the chance to glance at the documents on her desk. In the afternoon, while Liu Ruyan was in a meeting, Chen Fan began to secretly rummage through the documents on her desk. He rummaged through them all. They were all just ordinary reports and approval documents. While Liu Ruyan wasn't back yet, I continued writing the script. The next day, Liu Ruyan again made me go to the company with her. The only happy thing was, a little after 10 a.m., I saw the news that Liu Group was about to acquire Jifeng Pharmaceuticals. I opened my stock account to check. The stock had already been halted. Very good. I successfully bought in at the right growth point. I couldn't find any useful information in her office. I used Liu Ruyan's money to treat the people in the CEO's office to milk tea. One has to balance work and rest. You are all my wife's capable assistants. Your contributions to the company's development are undeniable. This is just a small token of my appreciation. Don't be so polite, sir. Previously at the company, I never gave them a single glance. Now I was bringing them food and even acting approachable. Everyone didn't dare to speak carelessly. They accepted politely. Chen Fan proactively found topics to shorten the distance. How many years have you been working here? 2 years. So beautiful. Do you have a boyfriend? Not yet. I'll introduce you to someone another day. Sir, I don't have one. I am also a single dog. How could someone introduced by the CEO's husband be bad? Everyone scrambled for it. Liu Ruyan returned from outside and saw Chen Fan sitting on a desk. Everyone was chatting lively. Can't pick up women outside anymore. So you've come to my company to hit on them? She coldly asked Wan An, who was following behind her. Is the CEO's office this idle every day? Wan An tapped the door frame with his documents. Everything that needs to be done has been done. Chen Fan turned his head and saw Liu Ruyan staring at me with a cold expression. I smiled and waved goodbye to everyone, then followed Liu Ruyan back to the office. Liu Ruyan sat in her office chair and glanced at me coldly. Do you want me to arrange a position for you in the CEO's office? Chen Fan glanced at her. All sorts of company matters. The CEO's office is the first to know about them. I really do want to go, but this woman seems to be speaking sarcastically. I'll listen to you. I am just a brick by your side. Wherever you tell me to move, that's where I'll go. Liu Ruyan laughed in anger. I want to eat dumplings for lunch. Handmade ones. I smiled through gritted teeth. Do you want to eat me? I am all natural. Liu Ruyan glanced at me. Then go boil yourself in the pot. All right, I am going right now. Dumplings are one thing, but they even have to be handmade. Chen Fan wished he could grind her into meat filling, but angering her now would not end well. Liu Ruyan just doesn't want me to live in peace. In the afternoon, before she left, she even warned me, stay put in the office obediently for me. If I find you disturbing others' work again, for several days in a row. Liu Ruyan made me go to the company with her every day. My range of activity was limited to her office. I couldn't go anywhere. I could only handle everything via phone. Luckily, Liu Ruyan was very busy. The time she had to torment me was limited. I wrote 2 more scripts, but look, the short film is about to start shooting. And I, the male lead, am being locked up at the company by Liu Ruyan every day. I'm getting anxious. In the afternoon, I sat on the sofa watching Liu Ruyan handle her work, thinking about how to make her not want to see me. She clearly hates me. In order to torment me, she brings me to the company every day. This could be considered a Pyrrhic victory, harming the enemy by 1,000 to lose 800 yourself. Or maybe I should do something a little more extreme too. Liu Ruyan happened to look up and saw me staring at her, frowning one moment, gritting his teeth the next, then smiling. She let out a cold laugh. What tricks are you planning now? Is that tiny brain of yours enough? Do you need me to lend you some of mine? Just then, Liu Ruyan's phone rang. She glanced at me and answered her mother's call. Your sister and her family are back today. Bring Xiao Fan home for dinner tonight. Liu Ruyan hated bringing Chen Fan back to her family home for dinner the most. In their eyes, Chen Fan was the only son of the Chen family. Everything from the Chen family would be mine in the future. Every time she went back, everyone would remind her to treat Chen Fan well, completely ignoring whether she liked him or not. After ending the call, she glanced at Chen Fan. We're going to my family home for dinner tonight. Chen Fan heard they were going to her family home for dinner. It's like the heavens are helping me. My eyes immediately lit up. That look in his eyes was exactly like the old Chen Fan when he heard they were going to her family home. Liu Ruyan watched. Her gaze froze for a moment. Chen Fan stood up, eagerly wanting to go out. I am going to buy gifts. Liu Ruyan lowered her eyes and glanced at me. No need. You just sit here obediently. Going to her family home was the original owner's happiest moment because the Liu family's parents were very satisfied with this son-in-law. At home, they were all on my side. Every time he went, I would go to the company early to wait for her to get off work, just so I could link arms with her when we entered the house. For that brief moment of closeness with her, a time when I wouldn't be pushed away. That was also when Liu Yuyan hated me the most. Chen Fan planned to disgust her to death tonight. To disgust her to the point of fear, so she wouldn't want to see me anymore. 5:30 p.m. The car stopped in front of the Liu family's old house. Chen Fan got out of the car and didn't link arms with her at all. Instead, he walked straight over and grabbed her fingers. Their 10 fingers intertwined, skin touching skin. This kind of disgust was the most lethal. Sure enough, as soon as he held Liu Ruyan's hand, she stiffened. She stopped walking and looked at me. I could feel her wanting to pull her hand back. Chen Fan held on tighter. His finger even lightly stroked the back of her hand. I don't want to either, but your mother is watching. Xiao Fan. Liu Ruyan's parents came out to welcome them with bright smiles. Seeing their hands tightly clasped, the smiles on their lips grew wider. Chen Fan took the opportunity to wrap his arm around Liu Ruyan's waist. Mom, we came back in a hurry today. We didn't have time to buy you 2 gifts. Her soft body separated by a thin layer of fabric. He could clearly feel the warmth of her skin. Liu Ruyan's body tensed up. We don't lack anything at home. You two having a good relationship is the best gift for us. Seeing them so intimate, the parents smiled so much their mouths couldn't close. Hurry and come inside. We've been waiting for you two. The parents didn't want to disturb their private world. They rushed into the house to share the good news. Liu Ruyan lowered her eyes and gave me a cold glance. Have you touched enough? I used to covet her body before too, but I had the burden of a wealthy young master. I wouldn't be so casual. At most, I would link arms with her and look at her with eyes full of affection. But now, I look at her with the hunger of a wolf, yet there's not a hint of affection in my eyes, like a playboy who flits among women, passing through 1,000 flowers without a single petal clinging to him. A flirtatious, womanizing man. Chen Fan wanted to touch her more, but she pushed him away. I was still unsatisfied, fiddling with my fingers. Although I took this opportunity to take advantage of you, I wasn't just standing around doing nothing. Look how happy your mother was just now. Liu Ruyan glanced at me with a cold face and strode inside. He sat down as soon as he entered the house. Chen Fan naturally sat next to Liu Ruyan. I secretly glanced at the dishes on the table. The more I looked, the better my mood became. The Liu parents had always treated me very well. They immediately moved the delicious dishes in front of me. Xiao Fan, try this hairy crab. Your sister brought it back. It's authentic Yangchang Lake hairy crab. Chen Fan wasn't polite either. He took one and placed it in front of Liu Ruyan. Wifey, peel it for me. Normally during meals, it was the original owner who took care of Liu Ruyan. Only occasionally would he let her get food for him. The moment these words came out, everyone at the table looked over. Liu Ruyan glanced at me coldly. A thin smile formed on her lips. I peel it for you, or should you just not eat it all and wait for me to spoon feed you? The parents' faces immediately turned cold. Ruyan, what kind of way is that to talk? Xiao Fan is your husband. What's wrong with peeling a crab for your husband? Chen Fan timely acted understanding and was about to take the hairy crab back. If you don't want to peel it, then forget it. It's fine if I don't eat it. Xiao Fan, just leave it there. The parents gave Liu Ruyan a warning look. Liu Ruyan looked at Chen Fan deeply, and finally had no choice but to start peeling some for me. Chen Fan praised it as he ate. So delicious. So delicious. Just eat more. The parents moved the hairy crabs in front of me again. Are you Yan? Peel another one for Xiao Fan. Chen Fan looked towards Liu Ruyan. His eyes held a hint of provocation, like someone spoiled and pushing their luck. Wifey, I want to eat one more. Liu Ruyan glanced at me, pursed her lips, and took another one to peel for me. Chen Fan watched her peel the crab. Under the table, my leg brushed against Liu Ruyan's thigh. Following her calf, it moved up little by little. Liu Ruyan looked up and glared at me through gritted teeth. Chen Fan acted as if he didn't see, and just stared at her as if he couldn't get enough. Keep going, I am not afraid. Liu Ruyan's hands were busy peeling the crab. There was no way for her to do anything to me. During this meal, Chen Fan did everything he could to disgust her. After the meal, the parents saw that their relationship was good and happily called them over to the sofa to talk. Xiao Fan, Ruyan, you two have been married for 2 years. Now your relationship is getting better and better. It's time to have a child. I can't even touch her. Chen Fan wasn't polite either. He took the opportunity to grab Liu Ruyan's hand and played with her fingers. Mom, how can one be enough? We've already discussed it. We've decided to have a whole soccer team. Liu Ruyan lowered her eyes and glanced at me. Chen Fan was about to take this opportunity to disgust her once more, when Liu Ruyan suddenly hugged me. A smile on her lips, she pulled me into her embrace. Mom, it's getting late. We're heading back now. Well, try to give you a grandchild to hold soon. After saying that, she pulled me up and left. Chen Fan realized this woman couldn't take it anymore. His mood instantly became great. As they walked out of the main hall, I continued to add fuel to the fire, touching her thigh, eager to be intimate with her. Am I telling the truth? Liu Ruyan lowered her eyes and glanced at me. Turbulent waves churned in the depths of her dark eyes, as if a storm was about to hit. Chen Fan was already prepared to be pushed away by her. As a result, the woman smirked. If this is what you want. As soon as the words left her mouth, Liu Ruyan grabbed me and pushed me against a nearby pillar in the hallway. She pressed her lips against mine, biting and gnawing, as rough as a raging storm. Chen Fan's eyes widened in disbelief. My mind was buzzing. Isn't she disgusted? Shouldn't she be unable to stand it anymore? What is this situation? Chen Fan instinctively tried to push her away. In return, he got a cold, sarcastic laugh from the woman. Didn't you want to have a soccer team? Liu Ruyan grabbed my wrist and pressed it against my thigh. Her words were full of mockery, as if she had seen right through me. Don't you like to grope Liu Ruyan? Biting my lip with a touch of cruelty. What are you standing there frozen for? Weren't you quite the smooth talker just now? Chen Fan's lips were bitten raw. The metallic taste of blood made me realize. I forced myself not to panic. Calm down. I am repulsed by her. This is a damage the enemy by 1,000 situation, and damage myself by 800. What the hell am I afraid of? You think I don't dare? You think I am all talk? I didn't expect you to agree. So unexpected. So surprising. I wanted to see if you'd really do it. I can't lose when it comes to presents. Except my kiss. She was a bit rough. I've waited too long for this moment. Liu Ruyan's body stiffened. Chen Fan became even more unrestrained. Before I could touch her again, Liu Ruyan grabbed my wrist tightly and pushed me away forcefully. My expression turned ugly. The emotions in my eyes were like erupting lava. I gave her a deep look. Did you really think I would touch you? After saying that, I left. My steps were very fast, carrying an icy aura. Chen Fan watched her leave him behind and drive away. I couldn't help but laugh. I won. This woman has been thoroughly disgusted. Liu Ruyan went to the club. She poured a glass of wine and downed it in one gulp. Immediately after, she poured another glass. A few people gathered around curiously. Bai Ning, Bing, Ruyan, are you controlled so strictly at home that you can't even drink? Wang Ke Egson, your clothes are a mess, and you haven't even wiped off your lipstick. It's as if you couldn't satisfy Chen Fan's needs. Did Liu Ruyan just escape from bed? Liu Ruyan coldly glanced at each of them. All of you, get lost. Wang Ke Exn Tesk. 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 Looks like I hit the mark. Bai Ning Bing. You did. It's not a big deal. Another day. I'll help you find some supplements. I guarantee he won't be able to wait for you. After she spoke, Liu Ruyan threw a wine bottle. Crack. The bottle shattered. In an instant, the private room became dead silent. The group looked at her in silence. Liu Ruyan drank another glass of wine. Liu Ruyan gave them a cold glare. Listen up. I don't like him. Don't mention Chen Fan in front of me again. I brought humiliation to her. The woman I hate the most just wants revenge. How could I possibly like her? The three of them looked at each other. I look at you. You look at me. They left in silence. Bai Ning Bing drank her wine. Wang Qixin drank her wine. Gu Ru drank her wine. Chen Fan was driven home by his private driver. He found that Liu Ruyan hadn't returned. I took a shower and went to bed. When I woke up in the morning, I picked up my phone. Liu Ruyan hadn't called me. Only Xu Nian Chu had sent me a message a few minutes ago. Brother, the filming is about to start. When are you coming to the set? The male lead, Chen Fan, is filming today. Thinking about it, Chen Fan was a little expectant. I got up and packed my things, packed my luggage. The drive takes more than 2 hours. It's too tiring. So Chen Fan hailed a taxi. The car stopped in front of the hotel. After Chen Fan paid, he got out of the car and went to get his luggage from the trunk. Brother, Xu Nian Chu has been waiting for me all this time. She immediately ran over. She was wearing a hat and a mask, revealing sparkling, smiling eyes. Seeing the trunk open, she immediately went forward to help. Let me. It wasn't in vain saving this kid. Chen Fan wasn't formal with her either. As we walked, I asked, have you finished reading the script? Yes, I have. Xu Nian Chu pulled the luggage behind me. Her eyes were glued to me. It's the first time I've seen this kind of script. I love it. Isn't it just another melodramatic romance film? Although it's a romance film, this concept of reliving life again as someone else is really special. Xu Nian Chu looked at me, remembering how fierce Liu Ruyan was with me last time. Brother, if life could really start over, would you still choose to marry Liu Ruyan? Chen Fan gave her a bright smile. If I could really do it all over again, I definitely wouldn't give up the whole forest for a single tree. Xu Nianshu glanced at me. It seems you regret marrying her. Everyone has some regrets in life. Chen Fan glanced at her. Regret isn't scary. What's scary is drowning in regret forever and forgetting the better version of yourself that lies ahead. Her dream was to become a painter, but her parents chose the path of acting for her. All these years, she has always been full of regret, drowning in regret. This was also part of the reason she developed depression. Ixunian Shu looked at me. She always felt that there was a light about me, completely different from the rumors. Chatting with me, she felt very comfortable. Before we knew it, we were at her room door. I took out the room card and gave it to her. This is your room card. I am across the hall from you. If you need anything, just call me. Chen Fan went back to his room. After tidying up for a while, it was almost noon. Thinking about Xunai and Shu's depression, I invited her to have lunch together. I planned to take good care of her on set. The next day, the two of them also went to the set together. A handsome man and a beautiful woman. They immediately attracted everyone's attention. Look, Chen Fan arrived with Xu Nian Shu. Does she really want to act? How can he act? He's not from a professional background, and he has no experience. Will the movie he acts in be watchable? I think he just has his eyes on her. Xu Nian Chu invested in it herself and is starring in it, using filming as an excuse to take advantage of her. I heard there are quite a few kissing scenes. Oh, this is the power of money. No one thought that. Chen Fan, who only hangs around women all day, can actually act in a movie. Chen Fan didn't bother with the whispers and gossip or the curious gazes. After the opening ceremony, the costuming and filming began. I started working at the age of 18. I've sold wine in a bar. I've delivered food. And I've also been an extra. Moreover, I've also read the script. I know how to act like the back of my hand. During filming, Chen Fan sometimes gave some advice to his co-star. I and Xu Nian Chu had the most scenes together. Xu Nian Chu is an experienced actress. Seeing that I, a newcomer, had such rich experience and wasn't timid at all, another spark of curiosity appeared in her eyes. Seeing me fanning myself with the script, she took out her small electric fan and gave it to me. You use it. Well, Chen Fan came in a hurry. He didn't think to prepare these things, and it was really too hot. I didn't stand on ceremony either. I took it and blew it on my face, which was flushed from the heat. I'll buy one when I get back. This one is a gift for you. I have another one. Xu Nian Chu looked at me. Her eyes sparkled with light. Brother, you're not like the rumors at all, so rumors can't be trusted. After Chen Fan finished fanning himself, he fanned her face for a bit. Aren't you hot? I am used to it. TSK. TSK. Look at that. This isn't he acting. It's just an excuse to date openly. Didn't he used to say he loved Li Ru Yan to death? Which rich family has true love? Look at me and Xu Nian Chu flirting. He clearly doesn't care about Liu Ruyan anymore. CEO's office. Liu Group. Liu Ruyan finished her work. She rubbed the space between her eyebrows. Get me a glass of water. There was no response. She instinctively looked up, only to realize Chen Fan wasn't there. My face immediately appeared in her mind, along with the warmth of my fingertips from last night, and the softness on her lips. The phone rang. She opened it. It was a photo. In the photo, Chen Fan was holding a small electric fan, blowing it on Xu Nian Chu. There was a bright smile on my face. Xu Nian Chu looked at me. There was a light in her eyes, and a hint of shyness on her face. Bai Ning Bing. What about it? This atmosphere. It's nothing. After replying, she tossed her phone aside, opened her computer and continued to work. The first day of filming went very smoothly. When work ended, it was already 8 p.m. The director gave them promotional photos. The male lead's Weibo also had several million fans. His previous Weibo posts chronicled his love for Liu Ruyan. He deleted them all and posted a promotional Weibo. Xu Nian Chu also posted a similar Weibo. She has over 20 million fans. As soon as the Weibo was posted, it quickly shot up the trending list. Xu Nian Chu's new movie. Chen Fan is acting. Xu Nian Chu. Chen Fan. Isn't that the rich young master, who only knows how to cling to Liu Ruyan all day? Chen Fan knows how to act. If I knew how to act, then I could also win an Oscar for Best Actress. 1 minute, he signs Xu Nian Chu to the company. The next, Chen Fan is co-starring in a movie with her. Think about it. Think carefully. I thought she signed with the Chen Group, so she would have better development. I didn't expect it was to make her my supporting act. TSK. I feel so bad for her. She signed with a company full of hope and ended up being bullied like this. This is too much. So what if you have money? Does that mean you can do whatever you want? Last time it was forcing Liu Ruyan to marry him. This time it's forcing a hot star to be my supporting act. The fans unanimously defended Xunian Chu. Angry fans continuously sent private messages to Chen Fan. Chen Fan, can you please look in the mirror? Our sister is too good to be your supporting act. Chen Fan, big bro, can you please stop making a fool of yourself in the entertainment industry? The entertainment industry is not worthy of your noble temperament. Chen Fan, is the Chen family going bankrupt? If you are short on money, donate some to you. There was no response. Everyone then started private messaging Liu Ruyan. They chanted in unison. In unison, please take your husband back. Don't let him embarrass you in the entertainment industry anymore. Bai Ningbing shared the trending topic in the group chat. Has the sun risen from the west? Chen Fan is actually acting in a movie. Wang Ka-sin, Task, starring opposite a young actress, Go Ryu. Could it be that he thinks Sister Ruyan is old and wants to pursue this young actress? Liu Ruyan tossed her phone aside. They want news about me? Every single one of them is crazy. Chen Fan kept his acting a secret from his family. He didn't even tell Chu Yu. As soon as Chu Yu saw the trending topic, she video called me. Chen Fan had just finished showering. He was drying his hair while answering the call. You're acting in a movie. Why didn't you tell me beforehand? Chu Yu looked at me. Through the screen, Chen Fan could still feel the depth in her eyes, faintly tinged with unhappiness. I casually dried my hair. Isn't it because I wanted to give you a surprise? Chu Yu looked at me in silence. Suppressed emotions pooled in her eyes. I don't want this kind of surprise. Then what do you want? Wait until I've earned money, then I'll buy it for you. Chen Fan smiled at her, with a hint of coaxing. Chu Yu's joy was obvious on her face. I want to spend all the money you earn. Bye. Chen Fan hung up. His mother's call came in. Xiao Fan, you were doing just fine. Why did you go into acting? If you're short on money, just tell me. Our family has money. My parents always complained that I earned too little money, but they always worried that I wasn't living well. This kind of love made some of the day's exhaustion disappear. Mom, I am not short on money. I just want to be like other people's children, to earn money for you and Dad to spend. Hearing her son being so sensible, knowing he cares about them now, her nose tingled. Her eyes reddened. This child. Mom and Dad have money to spend. You don't need to earn this kind of hard-earned money. I've just spoiled you too much. Whose child, this grown-up, still does nothing all day, freeloading off their parents at home. Mom and Dad, you just wait. Wait until I've earned money. I'll let Dad retire. Then I'll take you both on a trip around the world. The mother put the call on speaker. Father Chen was reading a magazine beside her. Hearing what I said, he pushed up his glasses and laughed heartily. All right, Dad's waiting. Filming all day. After ending the call, Chen Fan went straight to sleep, completely ignoring the trending topics that the intel person sent me. Meanwhile, Xunian Chu saw that everyone online was slandering me. She couldn't help but post in her fan's super topic. To clarify, I took the initiative to ask for this role because the script is really good. He is a very good person. His acting is also very good. Please believe me. Everyone, just wait for the movie to be released. 9 out of the 10 times I trend. It's because I am relying on my family's power, fighting over women, bullying others. He is a good person. Has never studied acting, completely inexperienced in acting. He acts well. The fans believed it even less. Sister, if you've been kidnapped, just make a sound. I'll call the police for you. Your Weibo account is being controlled by the company, right? The Chen group is bullying you like this. They really don't take us fans seriously at all. No one believed it. Xunian Chu was forced to post a screenshot of the messages where she asked Chen Fan for the role. After seeing the screenshot, the fans became even more suspicious. This picture is photoshopped, right? Our sister is not a clout chaser. There's no way she would cling to Chen Fan like that. Ha ha. Our sister begged to act with Chen Fan. Could you make the Photoshop any more ridiculous? She's really so pitiful. The company, in order to promote Chen Fan, completely disregards her reputation and image. Xunian Chu had no choice but to go on Douyin. I am not being forced. My account hasn't been taken over either. Sister, are you being forced to say this? If so, please blink. Hugs for you, sister. Don't be afraid. We're always here for you. What did you do last night? In the morning, Chen Fan called Xunian Chu to eat. He was startled by the heavy dark circles under her eyes, thinking about her depression. He couldn't help but try to read something on her face. Couldn't sleep. Xunian Chu looked at me. She noticed I was in high spirits, radiant, completely untroubled by the online drama. She touched her head. No. I just stayed up too late on my phone. Chen Fan glanced at her as they walked. You film all day. Aren't you tired? How do you still have energy to play on your phone during breakfast? Chen Fan finally opened his phone to browse the news and saw the trending topic about Xu Nian Chu's 3 responses. Our sister has been in the industry for so many years. How many times has she been questioned? What virtue does Chen Fan have to be favored 3 times in one night? You can tell at a glance that she was forced. The company, in order to promote Chen Fan, forced our sister to lie like this. Every time I think of her smiling and saying those exaggerated things about Chen Fan so ridiculously, my heart breaks. I was so angry I couldn't sleep. The comment section was unanimously suspicious. The message screenshot that Xu Nian Chu posted was photoshopped. The more she spoke up for me, the more dissatisfied the fans became with me. 99 plus private messages. They were all messages defending Xu Nian Chu. Brother, don't look at your phone anymore. Chen Fan put down his phone and looked at her. You stayed up all night just to help me clarify things? I didn't expect that the more I helped, the worse it got. Xu Nian Chu looked at me, a little embarrassed. I thought if I said something, they would believe it. I am very happy that you spoke up for me. Chen Fan looked at her, paused, and then continued. But don't do it again next time. I don't care at all what they say about me. Your condition is much more important to me than those things. A smile immediately appeared in Xu Nian Chu's eyes. These dark circles will be gone after I put on makeup later. I guarantee it won't affect the filming. Hurry up and eat. Xu Nian Chu took 2 sips of her porridge, but she couldn't help looking up at me again. Brother, I messed things up. Are you really not blaming me? Who said you messed up? Because of your response. The whole internet now thinks you were forced by the company. Everyone wants to wait for the movie to be released for solid proof that I am just a joke. We've got the hype. We've got the anticipation value. Without spending a single cent. For this round of marketing, I give you full marks. Really? A look of joy from being praised immediately appeared on Xu Nian Chu's face. A kid is still a kid. Loves being praised. After eating, the 2 of them went to the set, starting a new, busy day of filming. Chen Fan and Xu Nian Chu were filming a scene of a jealous, emotional struggle. A luxury car stopped not far away. Xu Yu got out of the car, carrying a bag. She opened the car door for her mother, held a parasol, and instructed the assistant to bring the prepared sweets and drinks to the filming location. Bring the prepared sweets and drinks to the filming location. The mother walked hastily. Her impatience was clear. It's so hot. There's not even air conditioning. How can Xiao Fan stand it? The boy has never experienced anything like this. Such hardship. He's not stupid. If he found it hard, he would surely run away faster than anyone. The fact that he's not running proves he doesn't find it hard. Chu Yu followed her mother at an unhurried pace. Before she arrived, her eyes had already begun searching for my figure. Then she saw Xu Nian Chu pulling my arm. Their eyes met. Her hand holding the bag tightened. After Chen Fan and Xu Nian Chu finished filming, the director called for a break. Chen Fan finally saw his mother and Chu Yu. Mom, sister, why are you here? The assistant had set up a table, set out chairs, put up a parasol, and laid out the food. As soon as I arrived, my mother handed me a cold drink. This is your first time acting. I was worried, so I came to visit you. I am not a 3-year-old child. What is there to worry about? Chen Fan sat down in a chair. Chu Yu turned on a handheld fan and blew it on me. Chen Fan glanced at her. Sister, why did you come here to join the fun too? Isn't your company busy? Even if I am busy, this is your first time acting. I had to come and see. Chu Yu saw that I was both spirited and happy, not complaining about hardship or fatigue at all. Her gaze paused for a moment. Chen Fan took a few sips of the cold drink to quench his thirst. Seeing the fruit and pastries on the table, he turned to look towards the set. He saw Xu Nian Chu watching me from a distance. She was here all alone, like an abandoned puppy. I knew without even thinking. At this moment, she was envious of having a doting family. These were also things he was jealous of when he was alive. Xu Nian Chu saw him and waved at me. Only then did she dare to walk over. This is the company's artist, Xu Nian Chu. This is my mother. This is Vice President Chu Yu of the Chen Group. Chen Fan introduced them to each other. I got her a glass of water and invited her to sit down. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Director Chu. Good. I feel relieved that Xiao Fan is filming with you. I've seen a few of your movies. Really? Ma'am? Xu Nian Chu chatted with my mother. Chen Fan picked up the washed strawberries and ate them. They were delicious. I pushed the box of strawberries towards Xu Nian Chu. They're very sweet. You should try some. Nian Chu obediently picked one up. Chu Yu stood to the side, quietly looking at Xu Nian Chu. Then she looked at me. Initially, he was the one who wanted to sign her. Now I've dragged her into making a short film, and I am treating her so well. He has also read this script, and there are quite a few romantic scenes. Chen Fan felt her gaze. He immediately picked up the box of strawberries and offered it to her. Chu Yu lowered her eyes and looked at me. She didn't take it. So Chen Fan took one and put it in her mouth. Chu Yu looked at me, stunned. Chen Fan directly put another one into his own mouth, as if nothing had happened. All right, you two have seen it. Hurry up and go home. The press conference for the Liu Group's acquisition of Zhifeng Pharmaceuticals ended. The press conference was over. Just as Liu Ruyan got into the car, her phone rang. She opened it to see a photo. At a cozy little table, Chen Fan was putting a strawberry into Chu Yu's mouth. Chu Yu and Junian Chu were both looking at me. Bei Ning Bing. Doesn't this picture have a lot of feeling? Liu Ruyan stared at the photo with a complex expression. She stared for a long time. Then she sent a message to Chen Fan. At lunchtime. Chen Fan finally saw the message Liu Ruyan had sent me. Get back here immediately. Chen Fan had thought she would look for him. I didn't expect it to be so soon. That disgusting kiss only worked for less than 3 days. Chen Fan, I am filming right now. I'll come back after I finish filming. You can torture me however you want then. What do you think? Liu Ruyan, do you think you have the right to bargain with me? Chen Fan, I have a recording of Chen Yu confessing his love to you. If you send me to prison, I'll make this recording public. It would expose his status as your lover. This was the countermeasure he had come up with during the past few days of filming. Although it was just a few sentences, he had read the book. He knew every single detail about them. As long as it was posted online with some clever guidance, the impact would not be small. It would be enough to shatter Chen Yu's image. As expected, Liu Ruyan couldn't bear to let the man she loved so deeply be tarnished with the reputation of a lover. She no longer replied to my messages. Chen Fan's mood immediately improved a lot. He ate another bowl of rice. But my happiness didn't last long. In the afternoon, while filming the last scene, I saw Liu Ruyan on the film set. She had her hands in her pockets, looking at me coldly through the crowd, like looking at a lamb waiting to be slaughtered. I am not at home. Such a good opportunity. Yet she's not cultivating her relationship with the male lead. Why come looking for me? Cut. Chen Fan. What's wrong with you? We're filming an intimate scene. Where are you looking? I was distracted because I saw Liu Ruyan. I got my first NG since filming started. Following my gaze, Xu Nianchu also saw Liu Ruyan. She looked at Chen Fan and noticed in my eyes there was none of the joy of seeing a loved one arrive. The whole world laughs at me for my one-sided pursuit of someone who doesn't love me. The whole world says Liu Ruyan doesn't like me. But if she really doesn't like me, why would she appear here? Besides, the look she gave me was both cold and angry, exactly like she was jealous. Chen Fan quickly leaned in for the kiss. Sorry, director. Let's do another take. This is a scene where the female lead loses control out of jealousy and forcibly kisses the male lead, and the male lead slaps her. Chen Fan quickly adjusted his state of mind. But I noticed something was off with Xu Nian Chu. The force with which she gripped me was no longer perfunctory. Instead, she was using her strength bit by bit. At such a close distance, Xu Nian Chu lost control of her emotions and kissed me. Chen Fan was supposed to push her away, but I couldn't push her. Cut. Chen Fan, what's wrong with you? You're supposed to push her away and slap her, not wait for her to kiss you. Liu Ruyan, as an outsider, heard this line. A storm seemed to brew in her already gloomy eyes. Sorry, director. Chen Fan looked up at Xu Nianchu. What's wrong? Why did you use so much strength just now? I couldn't even push you away. Xu Nianchu retracted her gaze from where she was secretly looking at Liu Ruyan. I got too into character. I thought if I successfully forced the kiss here and then got slapped, the effect would be better. In the will, I wrote about my experiences in the entertainment industry. The thing I hated most was intimate scenes. Every time after filming, my depression would relapse. So, after accepting this film, I specifically revised the script. I had no intention of shooting the later intimate scenes. Seriously, now she wants to add an intimate scene. Am I crazy? Or was the book I read a pirated copy? Xu Nianchu looked at me with deep affection in her eyes. I just want this film to have a better effect. What she said wasn't unreasonable. In the original novel, this part was indeed a successful forced kiss. I was the one who changed it. What she said also made sense. Chen Fan glanced at her. If you don't have a problem with it, then let's give it a try. I don't have a problem with it. Xu Nianchu's eyes lit up. Her expression was eager to perform. Chen Fan suspected the will in the book showed signs of being fake. It's clear that she doesn't reject kiss scenes at all. Director, we're ready. One more time. But this time, before Xu Nianchu could even lean in for the kiss, I was pulled away by someone. Why is Liu Ruyan here? Doesn't she dislike Chen Fan? Even if she doesn't like him, I am still Chen Fan's wife in name. How could she let him cheat on her? Looking at the furious Liu Ruyan, and then at Xu Nianqiu's attentive gaze, there's going to be a good show this time. When the director saw Liu Ruyan arrive, he knew this scene couldn't be filmed anymore. He immediately switched to filming someone else's scene. Chen Fan was cornered by Liu Ruyan in a secluded spot outside the film set. As soon as he looked up, he was faced with her gloomy face. Her lips curled into a smile. It carried a chilling coldness. She warned me, if you dare to film a kiss scene with her, I will send you to prison. Chen Fan glanced at her. His gaze landed on her lips. Hiding a smile, he said, after kissing you, I am not allowed to kiss anyone else. What's wrong? Are you jealous? Liu Ruyan's expression immediately shifted through several changes. The hand pressed against the wall tightened slightly. A storm seemed to be brewing in her eyes. She said with a hint of mockery, me? Jealous of you? I just don't want to see you get what you want. The more you want something, the more it'll make it impossible for you to have it. Want what? Isn't what I want most you. Chen Fan raised his hand and touched her thigh. His fingertips teased her. Last time was just a small taste, and it's left me itching for more every night. I've had a taste of sweetness. This time, I want to disgust her even more. It would be best if she didn't bother me for 10 days to half a month. Liu Ruyan's eyes almost shot fire, but she didn't move. It seems that towards this level of disgust from me, she has developed a certain resistance. Chen Fan paid no attention to her expression. Since you're already here, how about tonight you let me experience what it feels like for a dream to come true? Liu Ruyan grabbed my wrist. She glanced at Xu Nianqiu, who was looking in their direction. Chen Fan smiled and spoke 2 words. Okay, I'll go with her. She pulled me over to Xu Nianqiu's side. Her gaze swept over her lightly. Are you free? I'd like to treat you to a meal. Thank you for wholeheartedly speaking up online last night to defend my husband. The 2 words my husband coming from her mouth. Doesn't she find it disgusting? CEO Liu is treating me to a meal. Even if I am not free, I have to be. Xu Nianqiu glanced at her, holding Chen Fan's wrist. It seems CEO Liu is as rude as the rumors say, but I understand you. Liu Ruyan pulled Chen Fan into her embrace. When I am being gentle, I don't like others to see. At this moment, Chen Fan vaguely understood her purpose for coming here. She thinks I've fallen for Xu Nianqiu. She came to ruin my good thing. But isn't this sacrifice of hers a bit too big? Being hugged by her like this in such hot weather? She can endure the feeling of disgust, but I can't. Chen Fan looked at the 2 of them staring at each other. If you 2 have something to say, can you wait until we're somewhere with air conditioning to say it? I ignored their returning gazes. I pushed Liu Ruyan away and went to change. Half an hour later, in a private room at a hotel restaurant, Chen Fan was enjoying the air conditioning while eating ice cream. He had already ordered a few dishes he liked. Then he looked at the 2 women sitting opposite each other. Why aren't you 2 talking? Xu Nianqiu glanced at Liu Ruyan, then looked at the ice cream in Chen Fan's hand. My ice cream, is it good? You want some? Chen Fan glanced at her. He waved to the waiter. Get her one too. Xu Nianqiu's lips curled up. She glanced at Liu Ruyan. Her eyes were full of provocation. Thank you. Liu Ruyan glanced at her, then looked back at Chen Fan. Chen Fan saw Liu Ruyan staring at him. You want some too? I was about to call the waiter to get her one too, when she snatched the ice cream from my hand. Let me try, Liu Ruyan said, using the spoon I had used. Under Xu Nianqiu's gaze, she took a bite. Chen Fan stared blankly at her, eating the ice cream he had been eating. The corner of my eye twitched. Has this bitch gone crazy? Where's her misophobia? Where did her misophobia go? It seems the rumor that CEO Liu dislikes you is false. Xu Nianqiu looked at Liu Ruyan. Their eyes met. Then she looked at Chen Fan again. However, the rumor that you only have eyes for CEO Liu seems to be false as well. Really? Liu Ruyan looked at Chen Fan with a half-smile. Besides me, who else is in your eyes? I mean, my eyes also see the whole world. Is CEO Liu worried that she's afraid there's another woman in my eyes? Their eyes met. Xu Nianqiu looked at her. A slight smile touched the corner of her lips. Liu Ruyan's lips curled. Her expression was full of meaning. I am afraid that the woman I have my eye on will be slandered by Chen Fan. One was enjoying the drama. I stood up and poured each of them a glass of water. If you 2 are thirsty, drink some water, then continue. I am going to the restroom for a moment, thank you. Xu Nianqiu was very polite and picked up her glass. She took a sip. After Chen Fan left, Liu Ruyan looked coldly at the woman opposite her. Her fingers played with the ice cream cup. The terms offered by the Liu group were more than half a notch higher than the Chen group's. and yet you chose to sign with the Chen group, and you even lowered yourself to act in a film with him. Why lower yourself? Exunian Chu looked at her. Her face always wore a perfectly measured smile. He is the young master of the Chen family and the husband of CEO Liu. Any one of those identities alone has a value that is beyond my reach. How could filming with him be considered lowering myself? Could it be that CEO Liu also feels that her husband is as terrible as everyone says? If that's the case, why not let him go? Chen Fan came out of the restroom. The food had been served. Seeing the tense atmosphere between the two, I started eating by myself. The chef at a 5-star hotel is no joke. This is 10,000 times better than the film crew's boxed lunches. I didn't have time to pay attention to their boring drama. After a few bites, I noticed that neither of them had touched their chopsticks. Looking at them, I couldn't help but ask, "Aren't you too hungry?" Liu Ruyan glanced at me a couple of times. She called the waiter to bring a bottle of red wine. Xu Nianchu also picked up her wine glass. "I'd like to toast CEO Liu." Chen Fan glanced at her. "You shouldn't drink. We still have to film tomorrow." "We might not be able to film tomorrow either." Liu Ruyan gave me a cold look. She raised her glass and slowly took a sip. Chen Fan understood her threat. The recording in my hand, compared to the video she has that could send me to prison, is still a bit weaker. But she had said it. Maybe she meant that as long as I pleased her, the film could continue shooting. Chen Fan gritted his teeth. He served her food, poured her wine, and handed her a napkin. "Honey, I know you can't bear to see me suffer. You don't want me to act. I am just trying it out for 2 months. Doesn't she just want to see me, in front of Xu Nianchu, lavish my attention on her, to make Xu Nianchu misunderstand that their relationship is good, ill, play along with her?" Xu Nianchu looked at me, then at Liu Ruyan. She didn't say anything else, but the look she gave Chen Fan deepened by a couple of notches. After a few bites, she stood up. "I am done eating. I'll be leaving first. You two take your time." Only the two of them were left in the private room. Chen Fan looked at Liu Ruyan. Hiding a smile, she looked at me. "Are you satisfied now, seeing you so happy?" "Not satisfied," Liu Ruyan said, playing with her red wine glass. She met my fake smile with her words. "Cry for me. Maybe then I'll be satisfied." The original owner, because of her, shed tears many times when he was sad. If I liked Xu Nianchu, and now she left because of a misunderstanding, crying sadly would be the correct reaction. But I tried. Damn it, I can't cry. I don't even like her. Why would I cry? The one I like is you. Only you can make me cry. Chen Fan moved closer to her. Liu Ruyan looked into my eyes, which held not a trace of love. She sneered coldly. "Like me? Do you think I am blind?" Chen Fan faced her fierce gaze. He directly raised his hand to embrace her neck, and lightly bit her lip. "Seeing you makes me want to kiss you. If this isn't tea liking you, then what is?" Chen Fan thought she must be disgusted by now, but instead, Liu Ruyan bit his lip back. Chen Fan was stunned for a moment, but I quickly reacted. Just like last time, I returned her kiss. After all, she is the female lead with world-toppling beauty. Kissing her, I am not losing out. Chen Fan returned her kiss. Unexpectedly, the woman didn't push me away. Instead, she kissed more and more intensely, with a ravenous kind of ferocity. It left me unable to resist, until I could hardly breathe. Liu Ruyan finally let me go. Right after that, she heard me ask coldly, "You think this is like?" So she endured her disgust to kiss me, and even kissed me so frantically. Was it just to refute me? I panted. I looked at her with a hint of scrutiny. "You don't like me, but you still kissed me. Don't you feel disgusted?" The next second, I saw Liu Ruyan's expression stiffen a little. It seemed my words had hit the mark. But very quickly, she scoffed. She pushed me away, stood up, and unhurriedly straightened her clothes. She replied, "Forget kissing. Even sleeping with you is not a problem. Such a good braggart. Just a few touches and she couldn't stand the disgust. And she wants to sleep with me?" Chen Fan stood up. He approached her once more. His gaze was naked as he looked at her. "Really? Then I'd like to give it a try." At this close distance, Liu Ruyan lowered her gaze to meet mine. Finally, it rested on my slightly swollen lips. She grabbed my wrist and pulled me outside. She dragged me all the way to my hotel room door. Opened the door. "Does this woman really want to sleep with me?" Liu Ruyan glanced at me. Her patience had run out. "If you don't open the door, I'll do you right here." Chen Fan immediately took out the room keycard. As soon as he entered the room, I was pushed onto the bed by Liu Ruyan. Chen Fan looked at her. He tried to force himself to calm down. "She's a paper tiger who's allergic to my disgusting touch. What the hell am I afraid of?" Liu Ruyan lowered her eyes. She sneered coldly at me. "Didn't you want to try? What are you spacing out for?" Only then did Chen Fan raise his hands. His eyes were filled with unconcealed desire. I am too excited. I am thinking about how many times I'll do you tonight. One of my hands wrapped around her neck. The other roamed over the thin fabric. Liu Ruyan's throat bobbed as she swallowed. It seemed like she was trying to restrain something. Chen Fan, with an air of not wanting to lose, acted with both his hands and feet. Are you that nervous? Could this be your first time? The moment my words fell, the woman whose body was tense bit my lip. Chen Fan was caught off guard by her aggressive kiss. It shook me to my core. Liu Ruyan visits Chen Fan on the film set. Liu Ruyan shatters rumors of not loving Chen Fan. Liu Ruyan eagerly pinned Chen Fan against a wall right on the film set. A picture of them kissing, and a picture of her pulling Chen Fan to his room, went viral online. Ah, a Kabadan. So much love, so much love. Is it too late for me to change my name to Chen Fan? Chen Fan looked at the comment section filled with wails, and comments about how Liu Ruyan loved him. His mood was a mix of 100 flavors. Just 5 minutes ago, I thought Liu Ruyan's allergy to me had disappeared, but then she forcefully pushed me away. It seemed she had endured it for too long. She had reached her limit. Seeing the stormy tempest swirling in her eyes, I mocked her again. With skills like these, you want to seduce women? After saying that, she stood up and went into the bathroom. She couldn't even touch me. What damn love is that? It's one thing not being able to touch me, but she also blamed my seduction skills for being poor. Chen Fan heard the sound of rushing water from the bathroom. Remembering the feeling from just now, I felt a little restless. The truth proved that I am a normal man. I can't resist the charm of a beautiful woman, Chen Fan was thinking. One day, I will return her threats twofold. The phone rings. Chu Yu sent me a message. I opened it to see that she had already retracted it. On the trending search list, there's a photo of me and Liu Ruyan entering a room together. I don't even have to think to know she must have seen it. What kind of unsightly words did Chen Fan accidentally send that he had to retract it so quickly? Chu Yu looked at the message I sent. Her reply was repeatedly typed and deleted in the input box. Deleted and then retyped. She always felt that nothing she wrote was appropriate. I said I don't love her anymore, but I was just being threatened. I said Liu Ruyan could never like me, but in the photo, their intimate posture. In the end, I only replied with one sentence. Still awake? Chen Fan is asleep. He's sleep texting you. Chen Fan saw that her status was still typing. He sent her another message. You just take good care of the company. You don't need to worry about me. I can handle Liu Ruyan. Chu Yu, do you really not love her anymore? Chen Fan. I don't, but I still quite desire her body. It's a pity I haven't had a taste. Chu Yu was typing for a long time again. Chen Fan decisively sent another direct message. Go to sleep early. Don't stay up late. Good night. In the end, Chu Yu only replied with 2 words. Good night. Chen Fan lay in bed waiting for half an hour. The woman still hadn't come out. That look on her face, it was clear she was so disgusted that she wanted to scrub off a layer of her skin. Just when I couldn't resist urging her, the bathroom door finally opened. Liu Ruyan walked out, with a bath towel wrapped around her waist. Chen Fan swallowed hard, staring at her with a look of desire. It was almost as if he was method acting. You have to sleep with me tonight. Liu Ruyan shot me a warning glance. You sleep on the sofa. Chen Fan glanced at the sofa, which was only half a meter wide. Didn't you say my seduction skills were poor? Are you actually scared to share a bed with me? Liu Ruyan ignored me. She sat down on one side and picked up her phone, which was ringing nonstop. Bai Ning Bing. Liu Ruyan went to visit Chen Fan. Wang Ke Asian, tisk. Is this the I don't like him you were talking about? Ju Ru felt like she had just learned a lesson about what it means to say one thing and mean another. Bai Ning Bing tagged Liu Ruyan. The time you got mad at us. Do you remember? Come out and explain yourself. Liu Ruyan glanced at the bathroom. The sound of rushing water could be heard from inside. That feeling of disgust was deeply ingrained in her subconscious. It was proof that she hated him. How could she possibly like him? The next day, Liu Ruyan had left. After washing my face, I went out and called Xu Nian Chu to have breakfast together. Xu Nian Chu looked me up and down, from left to right, prompting Chen Fan to flick her on the forehead. What are you looking at? Su Nian Chu laughed and rubbed her head. She left so quickly? What? Did you want her to stay a few more days? I didn't want that. Her coming here only affects the filming schedule, I said with a tone that seemed very disdainful. When she came, Xu Nian Chu's words were also tinged with laughter. Since when did you become so gossipy? I just think she's a lot like the female lead in our film. It's kind of interesting. Really? Chen Fan didn't think so at all. It was written in the book. that before Liu Ruyan made her move against the Chen family, her attitude toward the original owner had clearly improved. She frequently got me on the trending search list, making me mistakenly believe she loved me. And when the Chen family let their guard down around her, she easily brought down the Chen family, making me fall from heaven straight to hell. Now, the news of Liu Ruyan visiting me is still on the trending list. Everyone thinks Liu Ruyan likes me, but last night, she kissed me. So what if she touched me? She's still disgusted and allergic to me. This shows that her plan to deal with the Chen family has been accelerated. I have to speed up the pace of making money. Arriving at the film set, I directly discussed with the director that we would film overtime in the evening. To speed up the filming progress, Chen Fan passed almost every scene in one take. A little after 3 p.m., Liu Ruyan was preparing to go to a meeting. Her phone rang. She opened it, and it was a photo of Chen Fan and ex-Union Chu kissing. Bing bing, doesn't this photo just scream romance? Liu Ruyan's expression immediately darkened, her hand gripping the phone tightly. She gritted her teeth and called Chen Fan. No one answered. She texted me again. If I don't see you at home by 6 o'clock, I'll call the police to find you. After sending the message, she threw the phone onto her desk. Her breath was still caught in her throat. She turned the air conditioner down by 2 degrees, staring intently at the phone. The storm in her eyes grew increasingly fierce, until Wanan came in to remind her. She finally picked up her phone, stood up, and went to the meeting room. When Chen Fan was taking a break between scenes, he saw the message. He was furious. Last night, she was so disgusted she wanted to scrub off a layer of skin. I thought, this time she wouldn't come looking for me for at least 10 days to half a month. But not even a full day has passed, and she's threatening me again. Afraid he'd lose his temper if he called. I texted her back. Didn't you agree last night to let me film today? My scenes today won't be finished until after 10 tonight. Liu Ruyan was in a meeting. Everyone in the room was getting scolded, one by one. They all lowered their heads, not daring to move, fearing that even the slightest movement would make them a target, to be dragged out and torn apart again. When Chen Fan's message arrived, the meeting room was deathly silent. Liu Ruyan glanced at her phone and picked it up to look. The next second, slam. The phone was thrown directly onto the conference table. Everyone's heart trembled along with it. Liu Ruyan's expression instantly became several shades darker, as if a storm was about to break. The company pays you to be here, not for you to sit around doing nothing and waiting to die. Look at this stuff you brought me. Is this even presentable? The R&D department and other departments were dragged out and torn apart again. The meeting, which was supposed to be only half an hour, ended up lasting over an hour. Chen Fan texted and got no reply. His calls were directly rejected. Looking at the time, he had no choice but to call a taxi and rush home. When he got home, Liu Ruyan wasn't there. I called her. Liu Ruyan glanced at the call and immediately rejected it. Chen Fan gritted his teeth and texted her. I am home. When are you coming back? Liu Ruyan, since you're home, go cook. I want to eat braised beef, boiled fish. Chen Fan suppressed a belly full of anger. After I finished cooking the dishes, Liu Ruyan finally came back. I was so angry I couldn't hold it in anymore. You've gone too far. You can torture me, but the crew members are innocent, aren't they? Before, when I asked you to postpone a meeting, what did you say? You said the lives of over 20,000 employees were more important than me. Now you're making them delay the filming progress just for me. Are their lives not important now? It was the first time Liu Ruyan had seen me not hiding it, being genuinely this angry. Just because of filming with that woman, you're getting impatient with me? So what if I don't let you film anymore? Chen Fan clenched his fists, unable to bear it any longer. Then just send me straight to prison. The atmosphere immediately became terrifyingly silent. Liu Ruyan glanced at me, her gaze cold in the silence, slowly filling with ice. Chen Fan thought, she's planning to take down the Chen family right now. She wouldn't fall out with the Chen family at this moment. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. In the silent confrontation, the air was crackling with electricity, until I saw Liu Ruyan slowly pull out her phone, open the dial pad in front of me, and dial 110. Seeing that she was about to press call, Chen Fan couldn't stay calm anymore. I grabbed her hand. I was just kidding. I'll listen to you. I'll listen to everything you say. Liu Ruyan glanced at my fake smile, which was both cowardly and fawning, and curled her lip coldly. Have you forgotten the words you said yesterday already? I'll listen to you. Have you forgotten the words you said yesterday? Liu Ruyan glanced at my wronged expression and coldly curled her lip again. She showed me a photo. Is this what you call not forgetting? Chen Fan took a look. It was the scene of me and ex-Union Chu on set, kissing. Instantly, a series of ellipses ran through my mind. This woman went crazy just because of this photo and called me back. Is it because I didn't listen to her? Or does she want to use this opportunity to put on a jealous act? This is a camera angle trick shot. We didn't actually kiss at all. All the scenes filmed with a finger separating us are like this. If you don't believe me, ask Chen Yu. Chen Fan looked at her and stepped forward to wrap his arms around her waist. I filmed a few romantic scenes today. XU Nian Chu taught me some eye acting techniques. I might as well practice on you. Don't say you won't let me film kiss scenes. Even if you allowed it, I wouldn't film them. The only person I want to kiss is you. Liu Ruyan gazed at me. She saw that the falsehood in my eyes was gone, replaced by a few shades of deep affection. Her cold gaze softened slightly. The next second, her soft lips pressed against mine. Chen Fan hadn't even managed a few kisses when Liu Ruyan had already taken the lead. Her kiss was hot and fierce, like a tempest, stealing all my breath in an instant, plundering fiercely, as if she wanted to devour my lips. For a moment there, Chen Fan felt like she was madly in love with me. But just as I was being kissed to the point of brain hypoxia, Liu Ruyan pushed me away. Chen Fan looked at her unsightly expression, confirming that she was still disgusted and allergic to me. I squeezed out 2 sorrowful tears and continued to act. I thought you had changed from before, that you had started to like me a little. I didn't expect you to still hate me this much. Liu Ruyan's gaze wavered slightly. Chen Fan finished his act and turned to leave. Liu Ruyan reached out and pulled me back and kissed my lips again. Chen Fan stared at her wide-eyed, a bit dazed, as if his oxygen-deprived IQ wasn't high enough. What is this situation? She's clearly disgusted by me. Why is she still initiating kisses? This time, Liu Ruyan kissed me a few times and then let go. Her gaze was cold as she looked down at me with her deep eyes. Chen Fan, as long as you behave a little, I can try to like you. Try to like me? Why? Because of those few affectionate tears from just now? With tears in his eyes, Chen Fan glanced at her, then glanced at her again, trying to read something on her face. Liu Ruyan glanced at me and didn't say much. She walked towards the dining table in the dining room. Chen Fan watched her back, his brain replaying the main plot like a storm. Could it be that the plot to bring down the Chen family has been accelerated? Is she about to start treating me well, to make me mistakenly believe she's in love with me? Pausing for 2 seconds, I followed her. If she wants to act with me, then I'll play along. Then I served her rice and picked up food for her, poured her tea and water. I pretended to be on my best behavior in front of her. Liu Yuyan raised her eyes to glance at me, frowning slightly. What's wrong? Does it not taste good? Chen Fan saw her frown and popped a piece of beef into his own mouth. It's as good as ever. Looking at Liu Ruyan again, she just stared at me without saying anything. This kind of woman's heart is as hard to fathom as a needle at the bottom of the sea. You don't like this dish? I picked up the piece of beef from her bowl and put it in my own. Then I served her another dish. Then try this one. Only then did Liu Ruyan speak. Don't smile at me like that. Chen Fan realized she hated my overly fake smile. I always used to smile like that, and she never expressed any opinion about it. Today she has a request. It seems this is for real. She wants me to think she's starting to try to like me. She wants me to love her too. This acting, this scheming. Chen Fan glanced at her, then glanced at her again. Liu Ruyan was lowering her head to eat. She glanced at me. What's wrong? Do you have a problem with my request? Chen Fan stopped smiling. He looked at her with a deep, gentle gaze. Iju Nianchu said, to just look straight ahead. A slightly gentler gaze will look affectionate. You don't need too much technique. I just think you look beautiful when you eat. Liu Ruyan glanced at me and continued eating. She tacitly allowed me to watch. Chen Fan confirmed his speculation. He decided to abandon his previous hooligan-like acting and cooperate with her by acting affectionate. An affectionate person, especially in an unrequited love, would be patient and humble. Few words. The key is to act with your eyes. After one meal, Chen Fan felt that his acting skills were no longer sufficient. Acting on set doesn't even require this much skill. After acting, I can even earn a lot of money. Acting in front of her pays nothing and still requires acting skills. Luckily, after dinner, Liu Ruyan didn't make things difficult for me anymore. She went upstairs. After cleaning up, Chen Fan returned to his room and immediately texted Chu Yu, asking about the company's situation, and reminded her to be on guard. Only then did he go take a shower. After showering, I put my phone down and picked it up again. I saw a message from Liu Ruyan. Chen Fan was a little surprised. I got up and went to her room. Previously, whenever Chen Fan saw her, he never hid his desire for her, saying all sorts of teasing words. Seeing me standing by the bed, carefully and secretly glancing at her without saying anything, my expression, a mix of anticipation and restraint. Liu Ruyan's gaze heated up. She reached out and pulled me onto the bed. Immediately after, kisses rained down. After kissing for a while, Liu Ruyan let me go. Breathing heavily, she looked at me. Chen Fan saw the emotions swirling in her eyes. It was disgust towards me. She didn't say anything. Chen Fan didn't say anything either. Just like that, I pretended to look at her innocently. They just looked at each other in silence, staring on and on. Chen Fan almost couldn't stand her gaze. For a moment there, I felt there was affection in her eyes. Damn it. Liu Ruyan calmed down and kissed me again. This repeated several times before Liu Ruyan finally let me go. She said her first words after calling me over. Go back. So this is her trying to like him act. Kissing without touching. Means she still doesn't like me. Chen Fan pretended to be hurt and glanced at her, as if grieving for not receiving her love. Then, under her dark, inscrutable gaze, I got up and left. Returning to my room, I rubbed my swollen lips. I couldn't help but curse. That damned woman. Before sleeping, I set an alarm. It's hard to get a cab at 4 or 5 a.m. Chen Fan decisively decided to drive himself. Before leaving, I sent a message to Liu Ruyan. I am going to the film set. I've made porridge for you. It's in the kitchen. Don't forget to eat when you wake up. Liu Ruyan, who gave you permission to go filming. Chen Fan had just arrived at the set for breakfast. When he saw her message, he couldn't help but curse. That damned woman. Chen Fan, didn't you say last night you would try to like me and support my work? Isn't that the first step to trying to like me? Liu Ruyan. The premise I gave was that you have to be obedient. Chen Fan, am I not obedient enough? I really wanted to stay last night, but you told me to go back, and I still didn't say anything, because you said you would try to like me. I actually believed it. I am willing to wait. Liu Ruyan, you can film, but you must come home to see me in the evening. Since Liu Ruyan had relented, Chen Fan had no choice but to endure her unreasonable demand. I sent a hug emoji. Liu Ruyan. Is that it? Isn't acting to this extent enough? Do I still have to act like Chen Fan loves you? After these 2 words were sent, Liu Ruyan finally disappeared completely. She must have been too disgusted to bear it. Chen Fan finally felt a little more relaxed. At noon, during lunch, I didn't forget to text her. Miss you. Still no reply. After 6 in the evening, after filming, I texted her. I am done with work. Coming home right now. By the time I got home, it was already past 8. I knocked on Liu Ruyan's door and greeted her. I am back. Liu Ruyan closed her laptop and watched me approach. Chen Fan watched as I walked over. The next second, she pulled me down onto the large, soft bed. Our eyes met. Chen Fan looked at her with an expression full of small thoughts, as if to say, were you waiting for me? Liu Ruyan looked at me without a word. Immediately after, kisses rained down. Just when Chen Fan could no longer withstand her assault, Liu Ruyan pushed me away again, just like last night. She suppressed her disgust and kissed me again and again, before finally running off to shower. She's clearly disgusted by me, yet she deliberately seduces me like this, making me expect more from her. Worthy of being the female lead in the book, this mind game of manipulating people's hearts. I have to give her a round of applause. Chen Fan was unbearably tired. After returning to his room and showering, he fell right asleep. The next day, I woke up early again and rushed to the set, commuting every day. I spent more than 4 hours on the road. Besides, there was nothing else to do when I got home. It was just Liu Ruyan pulling me over for a makeout session, putting on a show to string him along. The first film is almost done shooting. Next is promotion and shooting a new film. I don't have enough time at all. I don't want to sit around and wait for death anymore. During a break, I was fanning myself with a small fan and looked at Xu Nian Chu beside me. How do I treat you? Xu Nian Chu opened a bottle of mineral water and handed it to me, her naturally affectionate eyes looking at me. If you have something to say, just say it. I am happy to help you. Chen Fan took the water and drank a sip. It wasn't in vain that I doted on you. After 4 p.m., I texted Liu Ruyan, getting ready to leave. I can be home a little earlier tonight. What do you want to eat? I'll cook for you. Liu Ruyan. Whatever. She didn't even order any specific dishes. Her trying to love me act is wonderfully portrayed. Chen Fan couldn't lose to her. He had to act better than her. Chen Fan, then I'll make your favorite dishes. Braised pork, steamed fish, grilled lamb chops, stewed chicken. Liu Yan has something she wants me to help with. Chen Fan didn't. I've been too busy these past few days. I didn't have time to cook for you. I finally managed to get some time. I want to cook for you. Wait for me. Liu Ruyan looked at the 2 words, wait for me. Her fingers swiped twice lightly on the screen. She checked the time and continued working. Around 5 o'clock, her phone buzzed continuously. Bai Ning Bing, Chen Fan got into a car accident. Jiu Ru. Chen Fan got into a car accident. Is he okay? Wang Keixin. Who are you asking? Who would know? Liu Ruyan opened the trending news. It was Chen Fan's sports car that had crashed into the main bridge. The front bumper had been completely knocked off. Chen Fan wasn't seen in the trending news, nor did it say how Chen Fan was. She recalled his previous accident. His driving skills were terrible back then. He mistook the accelerator for the brake. Her hand holding the phone tightened. She stood up. She called Chen Fan as she walked out. Sorry. The number you have dialed is busy. She just walked out like that, calling as she walked, while Chen Fan was lying on a hospital bed, eating the cherries Xu Nian Chu had washed for me. I answered a call from my mother. Mom, I am fine. It's just a few minor scratches. You and Dad don't need to come. Liu Ruyan got into her car. When she called him for the 10th time, the call finally connected, but she heard a woman's voice. Hello? On her eyebrows immediately furrowed. Where's Chen Fan? Xu Nian Chu looked at Chen Fan enjoying his cherries and said that he was still unconscious. Liu Ruyan's hand holding the phone tightened even more. Address. What do you want the address for? Don't you care if he lives or dies? If you had cared about him just a little bit, he wouldn't have been running back and forth for you every day, only to end up in a car accident. Chen Fan gave her a thumbs up while eating. Seeing her end the call, I praised her. Not bad. Improvising a scene. I am an actress. After all, a small scene like this is nothing. Xu Nian Chu handed the phone back to me. But why did I have to do that? Aren't you two husband and wife? She seems to care about you quite a bit. Is there something you can't just tell her directly? Why risk putting on this self-inflicted injury ploy? You don't need to know. Chen Fan offered her the bowl of cherries in his hand. They're all yours. Xu Nian Chu glanced at me. No thanks. I won't eat them. When Liu Ruyan arrived at the hospital room was already packed with people. Chen Fan was leaning against the headboard. The table in front of him was filled with food. He used a fork to spear a piece of pineapple and put it in his mouth. I told you I am fine. I just fainted from the shock. I am really okay. My mother had been worried the whole way. After confirming I was okay, her eyes were already red. You scared me to death. Why did you crash into the bridge out of nowhere? Have you been too tired from filming recently? Our family doesn't lack money. How about we stop filming this movie? Chen Fan was only focused on how to deal with Liu Ruyan. He didn't expect to alarm his whole family. Seeing them so worried, I felt a bit guilty. I took my mother's hand to comfort her. Mom, I am also very serious about filming. I also want to have my own career. I know you're worried about me. I promise something like this won't happen again. Father Chen comforted her. Our son finally found something he loves to do. Don't make things difficult for him. Xu Nian Chu saw Liu Ruyan at the door. She coughed lightly. Chen Fan instinctively looked over. He saw Liu Ruyan and immediately said, All right, that's enough. Everyone can go home. My wife is here. I'll be fine on my own here. Xu Nian Chu saw Liu Ruyan walk in and said, Uncle, Auntie, Director Chu. He got into the accident because he was rushing back to see her. You have to control him. You can't keep spoiling him like this anymore. Running back and forth for her every day. Father Chen's expression immediately tensed up. Is that really what happened? Chen Fan explained. I just wanted to balance family and work. My mother saw Liu Ruyan approaching. She stood up. Since Ruyan is here, well, head home first. Ruyan, please talk some sense into him. Him running back and forth every day like this. It's really too hard on him. Chu Yu didn't say a word from beginning to end. As she walked out with them, she stood at the door looking at Chen Fan. My eyes were completely filled with the sight of Liu Ruyan. Her gaze darkened. I said I didn't love Liu Ruyan. You believe me? I am sorry. I said I'd cook something delicious for you. Finally, Chen Fan looked at Liu Ruyan. His eyes were filled with guilt. Liu Ruyan stood by the bed, looking at me without a word. Her gaze was deep and sharp, complicated, hard to read. Are you angry? Are you really angry? Then I'll go home and cook for you right now. Okay. Liu Ruyan still said nothing. She just stared with a heavy gaze, until I pretended to get up. She finally reacted, pushing me back down onto the bed. The distance between us was minuscule. Her gaze was deep and unreadable. Chen Fan looked at her, staring at him without a word. He lowered his eyes slightly. Were you worried? Liu Ruyan said nothing. A kiss landed on my lips. A deep, intense kiss, as if finding something that had been lost, or like a long-suppressed desire. It finally stopped abruptly. Amidst my unsteady breathing, Chen Fan pretended not to see her, the suppressed disgust in her eyes. He looked at her warmly. Liu Ruyan looked at me. Her breathing was still a bit ragged. Are you hungry? Chen Fan shook his head. Even if you're not hungry, you have to eat. Liu Ruyan pinched my now thinner cheek. Her voice was tinged with concern. Chen Fan felt a bit unaccustomed to this. I lowered my eyes slightly to look at her, full of anticipation yet cautious. Then I want to eat the food you cook. As soon as I said it, I wanted to praise myself. I wanted to see if she would continue this act. Liu Ruyan looked at me. She didn't speak for a long time. Clearly, she didn't want to. As expected, I heard her say she could only order takeout. Disappointment filled Chen Fan's eyes, but he still said, "Then, whatever you order, I'll eat." The next second, Liu Ruyan leaned down and kissed my lips again. "Next time we're home, I'll cook for you." Chen Fan's eyes widened as he looked at her. After a slight delay, I said, in surprise, "Really?" Liu Ruyan looked into my eyes. Her gaze flickered slightly. "Kiss me, and it'll be real." Such good acting. She could portray her love for me so flawlessly. Chen Fan reacted, refusing to be outdone. He gave her a kiss, and then another, portraying extreme joy. Bound by a marriage certificate, the only person I can kiss is her, and I am only allowed to kiss her. I can't even touch her a little. This is simply the most tragic transmigration in history, but luckily, this marriage can be divorced this year. After the divorce is done, I want to throw myself into the arms of the entire forest every night. Liu Ruyan had no idea what beautiful dreams I was having. She took out her phone to order food for me, based on her memory of eating at the Chen family's house last time. She ordered the dishes I ate the most of. After ordering, she saw me staring at her blankly. She frowned slightly. "What are you thinking about?" Chen Fan snapped out of his beautiful dream. "I was thinking that you are suddenly being so nice to me. Am I dreaming?" Liu Ruyan's gaze flickered slightly. She reached out and pinched my cheek. Chen Fan frowned. "Does it hurt?" "It hurts. If it hurts, then it's real." Chen Fan wasn't injured at all. After eating, he immediately went with Liu Ruyan back to the hotel. I wasn't worried at all about sleeping in the same room with her. After showering and coming out, just like last time, I obediently went to the sofa to sleep. I scrolled through my phone for a bit and saw the trending topic. Liu Ruyan runs 5 consecutive red lights for Chen Fan. I clicked on it. Liu Ruyan's car was indeed driving very fast, but there was no proof of her running red lights. It was pure clickbait. I can't accept this level of public display of affection. Officer, just arrest me now. Is it possible that Liu Ruyan just wanted to see quickly if Chen Fan was dead or alive? Anyway, Liu Ruyan hasn't admitted to anything. I don't believe she likes Chen Fan. Of course, Chen Fan didn't believe it either. I even suspected she bought this trending topic to show my parents what a good daughter-in-law she is. But luckily, the stocks I bought have been hitting their daily limit since they resumed trading. At least I won't be broke when the family goes bankrupt later. Liu Ruyan came out after her shower. She saw me lying on the sofa. "Sleep on the bed tonight." Knowing full well that Liu Ruyan would be disgusted if I touched her, I obediently didn't do anything. I just looked at her obediently, waiting for her to give the first signal. Liu Ruyan gave me a kiss. "Go to sleep." She turned off the lights. The room was immediately plunged into darkness. Chen Fan finally didn't have to act anymore. He turned over, sleeping with his back to her. Liu Ruyan lay in bed. Seeing me turn my back, her mind was still filled with the expectant look in my eyes before she turned off the lights. Chen Fan was just getting sleepy when the woman pressed close, pulling me into her arms. I still had to put on an act before sleeping, as if I had been waiting for a long time. Chen Fan turned over to respond to her. The man's chest was firm and strong. For a moment, she could hear my strong heartbeat. Liu Ruyan's body clearly tensed up a bit, but she still wrapped her arms around my waist, pulling me into a kiss, like a normal couple. In the darkness, the stimulation of the senses was magnified 100-fold. From a gentle entanglement to a fiery passion, Chen Fan had the illusion that she loved me. He was aroused to the point of an unbearable itch in his heart, wanting more. Liu Ruyan, breathing heavily, grabbed my restless hand. "What's wrong?" "I am going to the bathroom for a moment. You go to sleep first." Chen Fan knew she was too disgusted to bear it any longer. How exhausting. She's clearly disgusted by my touch, yet she insists on touching me, seducing me. I am a normal man, not a monk. Every time she seduces me until I am itching with desire, then she turns her back. Has she ever considered my feelings? Chen Fan cursed her 18 generations of ancestors. He turned over and went to sleep. When I had slept for a while, Liu Ruyan still hadn't come out. The next morning, I groggily woke up to Liu Ruyan's kiss. I opened my sleepy eyes to look at her. She was already neatly dressed, looking very proper and put together. "I am leaving. Be careful on the road. Drive slowly. Liu Ruyan kissed me again. I continued to sleep. The way she left was just like a girlfriend madly in love with me. Chen Fan woke up. He couldn't go back to sleep, so he got up to write the script. He didn't leave the house until later. He called Xu Nian Chu for breakfast. So, did we achieve the effect I wanted? What do you think? Your family basically played along yesterday. Your mom even told me to advise you not to run back and forth anymore. But Liu Ruyan didn't mention it at all. I checked the time. I texted her while eating. Have you arrived? Liu Ruyan. Just arrived. Chen Fan. Have you had breakfast? Liu Ruyan. Not yet. Chen Fan thoughtfully used her money to order food for her. I've already bought you breakfast. Remember to eat it later. Liu Ruyan. Okay. Chen Fan then sent her a probing message. Try to come back early tonight. To make up for the sumptuous dinner I promised you last night. Liu Ruyan. Okay. Is she supposed to be acting like she loves me? Why isn't she acting now? Chen Fan angrily threw his phone aside. Xu Nian Chu was so startled that the dumpling she had just picked up fell. She looked up at me. What's wrong? Annoyed by some piece of trash? Chen Fan picked up a small steamed bun and stuffed the whole thing into his mouth, chewing fiercely. Anyway, I have plenty of excuses to go back now. I can't go back anymore. Xu Nian Chu looked at me curiously. A piece of trash that can make you this angry? This piece of trash is something else. Do you want to annoy me too? How could I? I wouldn't be a piece of trash in Appa's eyes. Xu Nian Chu pushed all the food in front of me. Her naturally melancholy eyes looked at me with affection. I want to be the person Appa cherishes the most. Chen Fan laughed in exasperation. Are you really trying to fatten me to death? Xu Nian Chu clutched her chest. This is clearly my sincere heart. I am not blessed enough to accept this sincere heart. You eat it yourself. Xu Nian Chu was visibly much happier, but I didn't mention her depression to her. Chen Fan didn't find it appropriate to bring it up. He could only guide her subtly in their daily life. After eating, the two of them went to the film set. Today's shoot was the final ending part. The filming went extremely smoothly. At the same time, at the artist magazine studio under the Liu group, Chen Yu was constantly being picked on by the photographer. Although the trending news about Liu Ruyan running red lights for Chen Fan had kept me up all night, my mind was restless. But work is work. I was very serious, and I felt there was nothing wrong with my performance. The photographer was still not satisfied. Finally, he stopped the shoot directly. Chen Yu, get off the set and find your groove again. Stop wasting everyone's time here. Xiao Jie, you come here. Let's shoot yours first. Yes, Mr. F.A. Song Jae immediately stood up from the waiting chair. As he passed by Chen Yu, he sneered. You think all the special treatment you got was something you earned yourself. Now you see it clearly, don't you? Without Liu Ruyan's favoritism, you're just this much. Everyone hustling in the entertainment industry is sharp. Before, it was always Liu Ruyan who got Chen Yu onto the trending topics. Now, the trending topics about Liu Ruyan and Chen Fan's passionate love keep coming one after another. That proves Chen Fan has won. Liu Ruyan has given up on Chen Yu. My treatment in the entertainment industry naturally plummeted. Everyone could see the photographer was deliberately making things difficult for me. On his way, Chen Yu heard everyone gossiping about him. I used to think Liu Ruyan liked Chen Yu, and that Chen Fan was a joke. Turns out the real joke is Chen Yu. That Chen Fan is the only son of a prestigious family. Liu Ruyan isn't stupid. One is a minor celebrity with no family background. At most, she was just playing around with him. Once she got tired, she'd toss him aside like trash. He even fantasized about marrying into a wealthy family. Hilarious. I heard he started flirting with her back in high school. Before seeing Liu Ruyan often take me to events, I almost thought she would divorce Chen Fan for me. Who would have thought? Seeing him out of sorts during today's shoot, he probably got dumped by Liu Ruyan. Serves him right. Mr. You, don't listen to their nonsense. Assistant Xiao Cao handed me a cup of water. I pushed it away. I am going to the bathroom for a moment. Chen Yu didn't know how he made it to the restroom. His reflection in the mirror. Tears uncontrollably welled up in his eyes. I was never the third party. I never seduced her. She was the one who actively appeared before me. She was the one who actively entered my world. She was the one who saved me time and time again, saying that as long as she was here, she wouldn't let Chen Fan harm me. Clearly, all those years ago, she hated Chen Fan so much and cared for me so deeply. Why did she so quickly become someone I no longer recognized? She doesn't just have eyes for me anymore. She even sleeps in the same room with him. Now she even runs red lights for him. Why did she change? What on earth was the reason? Well, got dumped. Did we? Hiding here all sad and miserable. There are plenty of rich patrons. Without Liu Ruyan, there's still Zhang Ruyan. Li Ruyan. Want me to introduce one to you? Chen Yu bit his lip, looking at her. Qin Huan, don't think everyone is like you, selling their body in exchange for resources. What are you pretending for? Qin Huan stepped towards me, relying on my body. Your messy affair with Liu Ruyan is known by everyone in the entertainment industry. I do it, and I dare to admit it. Unlike you, still pretending to be so pure here. Chen Yu didn't want to bother with her and was about to leave. Qin Huan had long been unable to stand my aloof demeanor. Now that Liu Ruyan and Chen Fan were acting all lovey-dovey, she pulled me back. Come here. What are you pretending to be so pure for? You think you're still the same as before? Still have Liu Ruyan protecting you? Recalling how her roles were stolen before, and endorsement deals were replaced. Qin Huan settled new and old scores at once. She shoved my head under the faucet. When Xiao Ko found him, Chen Yu's hair was soaking wet. He was a pathetic sight. Qin Huan grabbed my hair, laughing with triumphant glee. Take a good look at yourself now. You weren't born with the fate of a young master, so stop putting on the airs of one. After saying that, she let go of me in disgust and left. Mr. Yu, are you okay? Xiao Ko hurriedly pulled out some paper towels and handed them to me. That Qin Huan is too much. I'll tell Sister Fang. Chen Yu bit his lip, looking at his reflection in the mirror. Everything I thought I had achieved through my own efforts, was it really all thanks to Liu Ruyan, without relying on her? Am I really nothing? I can do it. Even without her, I can still make it. Chen Yu composed himself for a long time, wiped away his tears. He stood up, took his phone from his pocket, and turned it on, and saw the trending topic about Liu Ruyan, the husband-obsessed devil. Inside, there were photos of Liu Ruyan waiting for Chen Fan on the film set, and even photos of her handing me water after filming. Many photos. No matter where Chen Fan's gaze fell, her eyes always followed him, commuting 4 hours a day. Liu Ruyan has become a love-struck fool. Great. I am being force-fed dog food every day recently. Not only do I save money on food, but I am also starting to find my own wife annoying. Is Liu Ruyan possessed by some demon? How can she be this sweet? I must have woken up in the wrong position for Liu Ruyan to become like this. Let me go back to sleep and try again. Please, trending topics, raise your standards a bit. This kind of news shouldn't be taking up public resources every day. It's just an act. On their wedding anniversary, Liu Ruyan was still with Chen Yu celebrating his movie premiere. Just look at how the stocks of both their companies have soared recently. You'll know right away. They're acting for the benefit of their companies. Chen Yu couldn't help but call Liu Ruyan. Chen Fan was in a bad mood. In the afternoon, when Liu Ruyan arrived at the set with great fanfare, everyone looked at me with admiration. No one knew that seeing her meant I had to deal with her, and how annoyed I felt inside. Today, the first movie wrapped up filming. So at noon, I had talked to the actors who were brought into the film crew that we would go out for a celebratory dinner tonight. As a result, Liu Ruyan showed up in the afternoon. I had no choice but to bring her along. And on top of that, in front of everyone, I had to play the role of someone who loves her. In the book, the fact that my attitude towards her improved, causing the Chen family to let their guard down, was only briefly mentioned. I didn't expect to experience this myself. I can't break free. The hot news from the past few days and my performance are enough to prove that the Chen family no longer has any defenses against me, and yet I still want to continue acting. Could it be that Chu Yu is in control? She has a few things that haven't succeeded yet. Thinking of this, he didn't know whether to be happy or angry. He raised his wine glass and took another sip. The next second, I saw Liu Ruyan looking at me. He looked back at her. What is it? Do you need me to serve you again? Chen Fan didn't want to be bothered. Just keep putting food on my plate, and it'll be fine. At this moment, Liu Ruyan's phone rang. When she took it out to look, Chen Fan saw it was Chen Yu. The male lead has arrived. Great. Liu Ruyan stood up and went outside to take the call. Chen Fan immediately felt the air become much fresher. Everyone else also clearly relaxed. Having filmed a movie together, the second male lead, second female lead, and third male lead all had quite a few scenes together. So, even though this was the first time everyone had gathered for a meal together, everyone was already very familiar with each other. Li Thuyan still remembered me criticizing her figure last time, so she opened her mouth and said, "Young master, look how effective my weight loss has been lately." Chen Fan looked up and sized her up. "You've slimmed down quite a bit. Keep up the good work. I have a new script in my hands. I am planning to have you play the female lead." Really? In Li Thuyan's eyes, a bright light immediately shone. Xunian Chu looked at me. Then she looked at Li Thuyan. Then she looked back at me. Her eyes, which were already full of affection, were now tinged with sadness. Young master, are you planning to abandon me? Chen Fan looked at her abandoned puppy-like appearance, just like the sensitivity of someone with depression. He couldn't bear to joke around and scare her. Don't worry. You'll always be the female lead in my films. Only then did a hint of a smile return to Exunian Chu's eyes. Li Thu An glanced at me. I want to act with you too. Chen Fan glanced at her. What is this kid getting excited about? Do you want to play the female lead? Or act alongside me and play the second female lead? Everyone performed very well this time, especially Cheng Xiao. He's serious about filming, studies hard, and has a strong mentality. After honing your skills in 2 more films, when a new script comes out, the male and female leads will be played by you too. Cheng Xiao put down his chopsticks. He looked at Chen Fan in surprise. Young Master Fan, is that true? As long as you all want to act, there will be many scripts waiting for you in the future. When you achieve results, your pay will also be higher.